Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Thank you, Eric. My name is Brandon. I am here joined by.
I am Eric. I'm a setter here at Reach. I do some coaching as well as some other things. And my favorite flavor of slushy is red and blue mixed together.
Red and blue mixed together. That's the one. That's the iciest drink in the building. We are here tonight at Reach Indoor Climbing in Aurora, Ontario, Canada. North America, doing our regular monthly Friday night Onsight. This is our monthly bouldering comp that we host for our members and our community. Let's explain bouldering, Eric.
Let's.
So what's bouldering?
Oh, bouldering. Bouldering is my favorite form of climbing. Climbing on plastic. Bouldering is a style of climbing with no ropes.
Woo.
None at all.
None.
We're always above these nice big mats, so if we fall, we're always hitting the ground. But it's okay, because we're hitting mats as well.
So we're doing a little competition tonight with our members. Our members have 5 minutes to figure out boulder problems. We're going to start off in zone number 1. Look at that. I can push the right buttons at the right time. Thank you. Zone 1. So this zone has 4 different problems. It has some black holds, some blue holds, some red holds, some white holds. All of our climbers are upstairs warming up, and they come down and choose the level of difficulty that they like. So the red holds, ideally, is going to be our easiest circuit of the night. That's our white tape circuit. The blue holds that you see is going to be the green tape circuit. Black holds is going to be the blue tape circuit, and the white holds is going to be the black tape circuit, ideally our hardest of the night. Climbers, like I said, have 5 minutes to figure out how to start, how to get to the zone, which is marked halfway through with a red piece of tape, and how to finish. Put both hands on the finish holds. They can take as many attempts as they like, but the better score, if they want a perfect score, they should not fall. But they will fall. Right?
Yes. Genuine question here. How are we scoring this?
How are we scoring this? We kind of are scoring this. We have some volunteer judges that write out scorecards. They are sitting across from the problems and watching to make sure our competitors are starting correctly, make sure that they are holding on to the zone with control, and make sure that they're holding on to the top for long enough. We don't really do a score system or any point system, but we do have a raffle at the end, and I've heard there's some really good prizes to win.
Only if your last name is Hoyer, though.
Nice. Boom. So in about 2 minutes, you can see the clock on the top right corner of the screen. You can see Danny's arm just violently thrown up and down as he's warming himself up. Danny will be joining us a little bit later on the commentary tonight, but for now, you're stuck with us. So
sorry, you're stuck with me.
Sorry, everyone. But Danny is kindly every single month been able to set up this stream for us, and we appreciate him for doing so.
Thank you, Danny's in the chat.
Thank you, Danny's in the chat. Let's take a look at all of our problems tonight. So this is zone 1. We've got 4 problems in here. Then we'll be moving on to zone 2. 4 problems in here. There's a really cool crack feature if you look in the center of your screen with those yellow bananas. Built by Eric. Eric built that beside us right here.
I helped, yeah.
He helped. Zone number 3. 4 problems. I'll talk more detail about them later. There's not a lot I can say because we're looking at pieces of plastic on the wall. The nice pieces of plastic, though. And let's look at zone number 4, our tall slab, the tallest wall in the gym.
How tall is that wall?
I don't know, 14 feet, 15 feet, something like that.
Right, yeah.
We built it. We should know.
Nah.
Nice. All right, we got 1 more minute. Let's wait until that minute elapses. All of our climbers tonight wrote out fun facts, so I'm going to introduce Danny. He's been climbing for 2 years. He's on the blue tape circuit, so he'll be the first to try the black holds blue tape. You see kind of going through the center of your screen. I'm really excited about this one. It's nice and dynamic and coordinated, which is something Danny loves. Fun fact about Danny, this is what he wrote. He cannot burp. He's burped maybe twice in his life.
Man, what's that like?
I know exactly what that's like, and I didn't know he also dealt with that. It's a tight esophagus muscles that you have, and I know that because I also, too, cannot burp. So,
thank you, Dr. Brandon.
Hey, there you go. You think you know your friends until they start
analysis.
writing fun facts about themselves, and then you really know your friends.
Look at that. A little bit closer.
That's it. What's special about tonight, Eric?
I have no idea what's special about tonight. What's special about tonight?
Turn it around on me. It is the first time in Onsight Night history that we've sold out completely.
Whoa! I'll try not to scream into the mic, but wow.
Whoa! That's okay. We can peek the mic a few times. I did it last month for sure. So we have 35 people. It's going to be a long night of watching climbers. Buckle up, sit down, grab a drink, Maybe a Dr. Pepper or something.
I'm trying to make a Full House reference, and I am struggling.
What's the Full House reference?
The show, Full House.
I mean, I know the show, but what's the reference?
I don't know. It's like some actor, main character. I got nothing, though.
Nice.
Call me blank.
Call him
from Full
blank
House.
from Full House. Because it's gonna be a Full House because it's sold
gonna
out.
Be a Full House
I
'cause
see.
it's
I
sold
see.
out.
All right, Danny is pulling on. Well, he pulled on for his first attempt. This problem here is a little coordination run across. You have to swing your foot. You have to catch the zone hold, which is marked with a piece of red tape, a small piece of red tape. And then once you catch the zone hold, you have to catch a toe hook. So catch your toe on the other black hold that is right past his left foot currently. He's going to catch that with his left foot.
The blue tape circuit, I think, is going to be a lot of testing beta reading more than anything. A lot of these moves are pretty obscure, in my opinion.
Totally. I think we set some things in blue tape that people have never done before.
A lot of weird moves, a lot of cool
Ooh,
moves.
that was so close on his third go. He's got it. He knows what to do.
I think that is going to be a big step. Knowing what to do, I think it's going to be like 70% of the battle here.
Totally, yeah. And Danny's good. He's pretty handy at these coordination moves, so I think he's going to get this in a few more attempts.
Yeah, he picks on it quick. He's not been climbing for very long, but he is really picking up on this style of climbing quite quickly.
He does. He's got tons of time left on the clock here. He's got to swing his right leg in and try and land his left foot as close to his right hand as possible. You want to land, otherwise you're just trying to throw your toe, and you don't have a lot of strength in the top of your toes, last I heard.
He's got that initial foot position figured out pretty good. You have to kind of pivot on your left foot here versus a little shuffle to kind of get your left foot right where you want for this toe hook.
Exactly.
Pretty precise, pretty cool, but he's figured that
Ooh,
out.
opting for a heel.
Yeah, that's a little bit interesting, but
Heel could go.
I think it'll work.
Yeah. See what he decides on his next go.
Sometimes, Danny and I are pretty tall bodies. Sometimes a heel feels better than a toe in certain situations when we're kind of spanned out like this.
We have tall climbers at this gym.
A lot of tall climbers.
Yeah. You'll see tonight there will be a range in heights. We have our youth team, some of the youth team members competing, and some of them are, 5 feet to 5'5". I don't know how tall they are. I don't know how tall I am, to be honest.
Size.
Child size.
You, the child.
I am not child size.
You are adult size.
My license says 6'1", and that's what I'm sticking with.
And so does my heart.
Nice. Nice.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
so close. He just missed. There's a little small screw-on jib, so like a small hold kind of tacked onto that zone hold to make it, 1% better. He just about hit it that time. He knows he can do this.
He almost
That's
held the swing, too.
He did, yeah.
He's right there.
That's the frustrating part, but also my favorite part of climbing is watching climbers make little bits of progress on every attempt.
So we had a big range of heights here. How do you set for something for someone who's 6'6" plus and also under 5 feet?
Short answer, you don't. No, long answer, depends on the problems. A lot of the times we're not trying to set big. Oh, so close, so close.
Oh, he almost saved that.
He almost
as
shuffled
well.
out of it, yeah. A lot of the times you're not trying to set massive vertical dynos or jumps where climbers of taller heights would be advantaged. Instead, you're trying to set more technical things like this climb here. This climb is pretty equitable for all heights. The position is holdable for someone as short as a 12 or 11-year-old climber, as we experienced, you and I, Eric, today.
Yeah, yes.
We had some youth climbers in a training camp this morning climbing on these very same problems. We've been here since 9.
I'm so tired. But you know what? I'd rather be nowhere else.
This is the place to be, tired or not tired. Danny's got about 1:10 left. And then once Danny's done, we're going to welcome our second climber onto the mats. And then slowly over time, we're going to have all 4 problems being climbed at the same time. It's one big parade. 1 minute left. Let's see if Danny can pull this move out. I think this is one of the hardest moves of the blue tape circuit. So if he gets this, which he just did,
He did.
that was
What's the opposite
timing.
of commentator curse?
That was a commentator blessing.
A commentator blessing. Blessed
A
Danny.
blessed commentator. Okay, so now we talk about the second half of this problem because we won't get to talk about it too often. You have to sink your feet down as he's just going to dyno right past it.
I think that will go too.
I think that will go. You've got to get your feet down to the beige triangle. Those things are in for all problems. If they're the wood or beige, the color of the wall, you can use them for all problems on the wall.
He's got this move figured out.
He does. Yeah, he's got it unlocked now.
20
seconds
seconds
left.
left.
This will be a bit of a buzzer beater. Oh,
Yeah,
manages
there
to
he
take a
goes.
foot and a hand. That's one
Some
hand in
more
the finish.
coordination. This is not an easy handhold to
So
match.
this is Danny's nemesis here, is a crimp. Danny hates small holds for his fingers. He's just got to be able to match it for
Oh, there he
long
is.
enough to show control, and that's
There
it.
he is.
With 3 seconds left, he falls to the floor. Hopefully he's okay.
There he is.
Yeah, he's
on his
good. All right, Eric, who do we have next?
Next up is Sarah.
Sarah, I know her.
She works here. I believe this is her
She,
first
she
time.
owns here.
She owns and works here. This is her first time doing one of these.
It is.
So, welcome, Sarah.
Welcome, Sarah.
How long have you been climbing, Sarah? Longer than my skills show. Oh, that's a little bit.
Are you having a
self-deprecating.
conversation with Sarah? But she's not here?
Just her sheet right now.
Ah, I see.
She'll be climbing the green circuits. And a fun fact is she's Canada's only classifier
Classifier.
for paraclimbing.
For paraclimbing. Sarah has done some IFSC paraclimbing competitions, and she's been the classifier, so the person who decides which categories people fall into. This is really cool stuff, considering paraclimbing is now in the Olympics in 3 years, 2028. That's 3 years from now.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
cool.
2025, Eric. Can you believe
My
that?
goodness.
So Sarah's starting us off on the green tape circuit here, and we are starting with a little jump. So the idea is to get all the weight balanced on. Ooh, she's got a hand on that. That will definitely go. Get all your weight balanced onto that left foot. If you're looking for an extra boost, you can push off of the beige triangle, the flat face, and that'll give you a little bit of extra hops to get to that jump. Once you get to that jump, 2 hands on that hold, there's a little bit of a paddle, so we have to move our hands quickly out to the zone hold, which again is marked with that small piece of red tape.
There we go. Looking good. She's got to figure out that foot position, I think, and do the old commit.
Yeah, it's one of those problems where you start gaining confidence as the attempts go on. It looks really, really far, but the more you jump towards it, the more you realize, I can most likely do this problem.
It's pretty cool setting stuff like this. It's a very learned process. It's not just about, like, if I'm strong enough, I can do this. It really is about
For sure.
figuring things out and learning them on the fly, which is easier said than done. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's one of the cool things about bouldering. It encompasses mental game. It encompasses confidence, tactics, route reading, all the things beyond just pulling on bad holds.
A lot goes into it, that's for sure.
Tons. What time were we here till last night, Eric?
We were here. I was here until midnight. I believe you burnt the midnight oil.
I did.
Even longer than that.
Yes.
Closer to 1, I believe. Is that right?
I got out of here around 1 a.m. and then got right back in for 9. So I am feeling it, but you know what? Beach day tomorrow, day off tomorrow.
Beach day tomorrow.
You can't ask for much more.
Can't stop this guy, that's for sure. 9
And-
a.m. training camp was definitely a choice. 3-day long, but we're here, and you know what? We're better for it.
We're better for it. We've grown. We've learned.
I sure have.
And I also want to thank Tyler and Chris. They were 2 other setters who helped put all of this stuff on the wall last night, staying till the midnight hours, yelling at
Dedication
walls.
here on the Reach team, that's for sure. We care.
We care.
We care about this. We care about you, chat.
How are you doing, chat? No
How you
one's
doing?
no one's sounded off.
Absolutely no one. It's dead in the chat.
Dead in the chat. We got 12 viewers though, something like that. I don't know. I just read 12 somewhere.
Yeah, there's a 12. Is it 6? There's a 6 and a 12 on our screen. It's one of them.
Well, if you're in the chat, say hi.
What up, chat?
Love to hear from you. Sarah has about 2 minutes left. Still hasn't found the extra right foot. Now, it looks like you're just jumping off of 1 foot here, just with the way it's set, but you can get that right foot up to the volume, and that'll help boost you up to that first hold there. So she finds her right foot up just a little bit higher. Ooh, jumping from lower. That definitely could work. So we blocked the second hold. So you can see the hole that she's jumping to at the top of it has a little bit of a extra blue blob. That's not one that's meant to be grabbed. In fact, it is meant to make the hold worse. So it forces you to swing a little bit further and hopefully catch the zone hold as a paddle. If we unblocked it, it was really easy for you just to stop on it. So
Just to give her a big hang.
give her a big hang. 1 minute left for Sarah, and then we're going to welcome Danny as well as our next climber. We'll have 2 climbers on the mats.
Exciting.
The sports action only intensifies from this point forward.
Big moments. Let's put another stream of Subway Surfer on the screen so we have more things to look at. For our ADHD viewers out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and we'll get some podcasting going as well. It's going to be a long night, everyone. Ooh,
Buckle
Sarah
up.
opting to go as static as possible,
There
and
we
that helps.
go.
That helps to get a hand on. Now she's nodding her head. I think she has a better method to do this. 30 seconds left. That's enough time for one more go at it. She's
And one goes all
contemplating.
It's gonna take.
One goes all you need. Okay, so she's going to balance out and probably opt for the press method again. It is a good way of getting to your target, but it's a hard way of jumping out. You see that she's like fully extended right now, completely extended. It's hard to get the jump that you need to
Hard to
go
jump
there.
off of straight legs.
Yes.
That is for sure. All right.
All right.
To a close here. 5 seconds left. Looks like she's not going to try again, which is a good call.
That's
Save
a
your
great call.
energy.
Yeah, 3 more
comp
problems.
Tactics.
That's it.
No shortage of that.
All right, let's switch to our next screen. Eric, who's our next climber?
Julia's our next climber. She also works here. I don't think she owns the place, though.
No. Not yet.
Not
Could.
yet. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows what the future holds? She's been climbing for, and I quote, a lil while.
I read that. It's Lil apostrophe. So
that's actually my street name as well. Funny coincidence.
Lil while.
She's been climbing the white tape circuits. Fun fact, she has 2 fake teeth.
Two fake teeth.
Which ones?
Which
do you
ones?
think?
I don't know. It's a good. Let's just start guessing since we're here.
A molar.
A molar.
Left upper molar.
What is
Canine.
Canine? Yeah.
Nice.
That was one. I just didn't want to be wrong and be a fool in front of the chat.
Incisor.
Yeah. Okay, as we were talking, Julia just flashed the problem, so
let's
she's
go, Julia.
immediately done.
Nice.
Danny is starting on problem number 2, and this one is, I would say, the wackiest of the evening.
This one's whack.
This one's really ridiculous. There is a crack in the middle there that he's looking up, and you didn't see it, Eric, but he looked back at us and smiled, because I'm assuming he's not going to enjoy this. You have to wedge your fist or your hand, and see he's kind of wedging with he's air wedging.
Air wedging.
Air wedging.
My favorite kind.
And hope that sticks, but not sticking too well, because you don't want to get stuck in there. You can't get stuck in there.
No, this is actually pretty nice. Some jams are not so nice where you can't get stuck, but this one is all dual texture. We actually have those holes flipped around back there, so you're kind of jamming against like a smooth plastic side.
Exactly.
Kind of nicer for your skin.
Yeah.
And also it will kind of pop you out if you do end up like going a little bit haywire up there.
Totally. Yeah. We've seen a lot of kids kind of fly out of that thing this morning, and none of them got stuck, so that was good. And
No
they
one's
also fit
hands
their
got
hands in
stuck.
it.
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good, like equitable crack, which is pretty hard to do.
It is, because everyone has different hand sizes, and cracks can only fit, 1 or 2 hands.
Yeah.
Let's zoom in on Danny here. Problem is, though, Danny has his nemesis to get to this crack. So he's got 2 pretty bad blocked crimps. You can't see them with this camera angle. They are tucked away under this big stack of volumes. They're pretty bad, and it's on a big overhang. So in order just to get to the crack, which is somewhere you don't want it, somewhere I don't want to be, you have to go through bad crimps, which is somewhere Danny doesn't want to be.
Everyone hates this climb for different reasons.
Exactly.
Oh, he's opting with the face out beta here.
I like the face out beta.
Did you do this to start? I actually wasn't really paying attention.
He didn't do this first
there we
time.
go.
No, he did the face in.
I think that makes more sense.
Yeah, he's got to sink really low and swap his feet, because his feet and his center of gravity is way too far to the left from those crimps to make them any good.
It's very interesting. We were kind of going through it with the kids today. One hand in the crack is not quite enough to move through here.
Yeah.
You almost need to get your hand in the crack and then make one more little move with your hips to sink super, super low and right.
Exactly.
So you can actually engage that crack. Otherwise, you're sort of like jumping to the next crimp.
Yep.
Which doesn't really feel great with your other hand in a crack.
Not even a little bit. I tried this problem last night, and I only gave it like 3 good tries, and then I was like, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this again. I'm not a huge fan of crack climbing, if you couldn't already tell by all the things I've said about this problem, but I do think this is a really cool problem, and it's popping up in World Cups, and I believe they had one in the Olympics, one of the Olympic years. They've set a little crack climb like this.
Crack is back.
Crack is back. I mean, I guess it really never left, because the big pieces of rock are stuck there for like millions of years, so...
Well, yeah, if you want to be technical about it, I guess.
I do want to be technical about
Nice.
it.
It's going to be one of those nights, huh? Actually, rock has existed for a long time.
The Rock is older than us. Like both The Rock and Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Nice.
Both older than us. How old is Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
I'm going to guess he's probably pretty old. I'm going to say like 60?
No way.
I don't know, man. I think he's pretty juiced up, so I think like that Hollywood juice has got him looking better than he actually. I'm going to say low 60s. That's my
Low
final
60s.
answer. Hey Siri.
Pause while I Google this, or just keep vamping about Danny while I Google this.
I was going to keep riffing. Here he goes. He's opting to dyno to the crack. That's a mistake. Usually, I'm pretty open to some new whack beta. I think dynoing to this crack is a mistake.
Speaking of mistakes, Eric, you're wrong. The Rock is 53 years old.
I stand corrected.
You should.
I'm sorry, Dwayne.
Yeah.
I'll see you again in 10 years, I guess.
Exactly. Mid-60s. Anywho. I used to watch a lot of wrestling when I was a kid. This has nothing to do with the current thing that we're doing right now, but just letting chat know.
Did he have like a move, like a signature move?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't that.
It was not that.
He had the signature, the people's elbow.
That was him?
That was the people's elbow, yeah, it was
No
him.
way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow. That's some good history for me.
There you go. Wrestling history and a little bit of climbing on the side. All right.
This stream has it all. Buckle up, folks.
Speaking of buckle up, we're going to welcome our next climber, Larry,
Oh my
to the
goodness.
mats. Oh my goodness, Larry. I think we're just on 1 and 2 right now still.
I think so,
Let's
yes.
go back to it.
Sarah's
Boom.
on 2, Larry's on 1.
Nope, that's 2 and 3. I knew I was going to push the wrong button eventually. I pushed the right button. Sarah's on number 2. Larry's on number 1. Larry's been climbing for 8 years. Larry always writes a really long fun fact, and this time he came equipped with a full 8.5 sheet of paper, a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper with 2 photos on it for visual aid, for me, I guess. I'm going to try and read this as best I can while you watch some climbing. Buckle up and enjoy the ride, everybody. When Larry curls his thumb, his index finger bends involuntarily. This is because the tendon that flexes his thumb is connected to the tendon for his index finger. This is known as Limburg-Comstock variation, and about 30% of people have it in one hand, and another 15% have it in both. To check if you have it, do the following. Number 1, open your hand and straighten your fingers.
Okay.
Number 2, curl your thumb towards the base of your pinky while trying to keep the other finger straight.
Gotcha.
If the tip of your index finger bent involuntarily, you have the variation. It is a persistent evolutionary trait. Our primate ancestors had one common muscle to flex all fingers, including the thumb. The flexor tendons were strongly connected. Over time, humans evolved a separate muscle to flex the thumb. People lost the strong connection between these tendons, but in some people, a weak connection still remains. And if you're just tuning in, good night, everyone. We're done. That was, we got to put a limit on those fun facts. I feel like a word count will be enacted for the next Onsight night.
I thought handing out stock pieces of paper with a very limited amount of space would be enough.
No, because that just forces people to bring their own paper.
No props.
You think I could write about Limburg-Comstock syndrome on this one tiny sheet of paper?
You have to write very small.
All right, let's talk about black tape number 1, as we're about halfway through Larry's time here. It is a dual texture boulder. So you are stepping on non-textured surfaces, very slippery surfaces. Eric, you set this one. You can kind of explain it better than I can.
I did, yeah. So
ooh, nice.
All these holds, they're textured on one side and non-textured on the other side. We have this trick. We've used this trick before, I believe, in other comps. We basically just put these holds on upside down. It forces you to sort of rely on your feet, but not. It's always in the back of your head, like they could go at any moment. It's very hard to feel when your foot's going to slip on these ones.
It really is like standing on ice.
It really is. It just feels like any wrong moment, any like tiny little thing could send your foot flying off. It really forces you into your hands more, and it basically just gasses you out the whole time. You're squeezing on the slab. You're underclinging, you're putting pressure into your feet, all
for sure.
Being absolutely terrified.
It's a very technical balancy slab, yet one of our kids today at the camp came down from it after sending it and was like fully out of breath, like hyperventilating, like they had just ran a marathon.
It's a workout.
It is, yeah, it's all in the core. And Sarah is starting up on number 2 with the white holds.
Yes.
This is our power boulder. So it's very physical, overhanging. You're kind of on your arms a lot more than your feet. There's 2 ways to do this first move. You can kind of reach through and eventually like paddle over into this elevator doors sequence, like you're trying to pull open a set of elevator doors. Or you can just jump into that. I find the jumping to be obviously more coordinated, but at least you're hitting those holds with bent arms instead of straight arms, so you have a little bit more power in that position.
Yeah, well, the way these holds are shaped, too, they're a little bit better getting up high on them versus, like, being in the middle.
For sure.
You get a little bit more downpull out of them, so it kind of helps jumping right up to them. After that, a little bit just a swingy move. Not a whole lot of feet in this problem. Kind of just crossing your center line, coming in, coming out, and then going up at the end. Everyone's favorite.
Yeah, everyone's favorite is going up. Everyone loves going up. Larry's got this like really cool double clutch move going around the corner here. He moves 2 hands at the same time, yeah.
Doing those moves on a dual text foot is not easy.
No, not at all.
Look pretty easy. Larry
has been climbing at Reach since we opened, and he's very well attuned to our shenanigans.
Oh, yes.
Nice, Sarah, so close. Larry, sorry, I'm getting mixed up between Larry and Sarah right now. That's where my brain's at.
Sarah and Lara.
Sarah and Lara. Larry knows like coordination, the stepping on dual texture feet that we said often, the like trusting volumes. He's really spent a lot of time like honing in on his skills, and it pays off. It pays off when you do that in the gym.
Does. With our sets here, sometimes knowing what to do is harder than actually doing it.
For sure.
And if you're sort of in tune to our shenanigans, you will sort of breeze through that.
And we have lots of shenanigans. I think every single Onsight night, we're like, what can we do that's brand new that no one's ever done before? And nice, so close from Sarah. Just needs a bit more foot tension there, but really close. Okay, we are on 3 seconds left. Danny is going to be on number 3, so I think we're going to go to all 4. And there we go.
There we go.
Who's our next climber, Eric?
Brad is coming out into the mats for
Brad.
problem 1. Brad is also very in tune to our shenanigans. He's been here for a long time.
Brad participates in our shenanigans. He's a setter here.
He is, yes. Never set for one of these before, I don't think. Is that?
No, we set one. He has set one before.
Oh, he has.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go, Brad. He's been climbing for 6 years. He'll be doing the black tape circuits. And a fun fact, he's psyched. This is a good moment in time.
A good moment in time.
Let's go, Brad.
Fantastic.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that you're happy.
Yeah. Ooh, Danny on prob number 3.
This one's a little whack.
This one's very whack. It's, again, one of those moves that we hope no one's ever done before. We want you to coordinate and run to the right to the big blue blob, and then in one single move, coordinate and run again to the left to the smaller blue blob with the red zone tape on it. Julia on number 1 here. She's on the Lachey.
Yes.
The Nick Lachey, if you will.
Nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. This is a swinging move where you have to come down. There we go, just like so. You have to come down onto the volume and grab the zone hold and bring your hips as close to the wall as possible. So, oh, nice from Danny. So that you can, stick that hold, stick the zone.
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't have an end to that sentence, but
Stick
I certainly had a
that
beginning.
Sometimes you just got to figure it out on the way. Enjoy the journey, not the destination.
Start a sentence and just keep going.
Keep going until it goes somewhere, hopefully.
And Brad's up on problem number 1. He's trying the dual texture. There it
Yes,
is.
there he goes.
There it is. Oh,
he's
and
trying
that's
to stop.
exactly what we want. And we're kind of cheering behind the desk right now, Eric
Yes,
and I,
yes,
because
yes.
we worked on this for a long time last night at midnight.
So much tinkering. Thank goodness the tinkering paid off.
It was like turn the volume 5 degrees so that you can't stop on the first volume. Turn it again 5 degrees. Turn it back another 5 degrees. And that went on for an hour and a half, I would say.
Yes, and that attempt, I think, just proved that they're in a very good spot
It's
right
in a really
now.
good spot, yeah. I think you just have
Thank goodness.
to keep going from that position and then coordinate back to the left. As we watch Julia get a bit more swing.
Yes.
That was more swing. That's what she needed. She just got to
stuff.
be a bit more accurate on that hold. It's kind of precise.
I think this one, number 2, the one's Julia doing, is
Yep.
probably one of my favorite boulders of this night. It's a very cool Lachey. I think it's a very good level.
Nice.
I think we talk a lot about introducing skills and movements here. I think this one does a very good job of that. You can kind of hang out on that Lachey hold for a
Ooh,
little
Danny
bit longer.
stops.
Oh, he does stop.
He does stop.
And now I'm sad again.
No, now we're back to sad.
Too
he's,
bad.
He's contemplating going straight to the finish, which we thought would happen.
If he, that,
And
there he goes. My
he's
dreams
able
are
to get it.
crushed.
Yeah.
I quit.
that's it. We're done. We were happy. We were celebrating. And just that's the life of a
Good
setter.
job, Danny.
That's the life of a setter. Sometimes you're just like celebrating your wins. Other times you're in crushing defeat mode and you just want to go home. And that's where we're at right now.
He's having fun on my boulder wrong, incorrectly, and I'm upset about it.
You're supposed to climb it the right way.
Anyway, back to zone 2.
Yeah,
here.
my bad.
Using this momentum move to kind of like swing and Lachey out here, not quite releasing like we have in some other circuits here, kind of just like going with one hand.
Ooh, so close.
Very good, very helpful with momentum. Not 100% necessary, but
Yeah,
it really
yeah.
does guide your hand into this.
You will
Very
see
cool.
we have 2 different Lacheys here, a white tape and a black tape. The black tape will be climbed by Larry and Brad in just a few minutes.
2 ends of the spectrum.
2 ends of the spectrum, yeah. The black tape, you have to Lachey into a run, so you have to continue running. Ooh, Brad is just reaching past. That's close from him.
There's the foot.
Yep. Off the dual texture. Once you breathe or sneeze or lose any tension, you're off that foothold. It's like standing on glass. We can take a breath as our climbers take a breath.
Everyone gearing up for the next attempt, except for Danny.
Except for Danny.
Who
Oh, I
ruined
guess
my
we can go to
boulder.
1-2. There we go.
Oh, there we
Oh,
are.
nope. That's the wrong button again, Brandon. Come on.
There we are.
I try to be a professional over here. We have 1 minute left. Brad doing a really interesting start there.
Come on, Julia.
Come on, Julia. Big swing. Ooh, she needs a little bit more swing, and then she's got it. She's got 40 seconds left. That's more than enough time. It's a pretty quick boulder.
Don't need much.
Yep. She's chalking up. She's got the last attempt energy. I can see it. I can
think
sense
so.
it. Whenever it's your last attempt, you always put that extra like 10% in, and that's exactly what you need.
Last go, best go.
Exactly. Come on, Julia. You got it.
I wish every go was my last go, but not like that.
Do you think they call it last go, best go because you send it on your last go?
I kind of assumed that.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said that.
Ah. Aha!
Oh, there
Last
it
go,
is.
best go.
Come on.
13 seconds left. She has 1 more jump. She just has to launch off that left foot
It's
and
not
hit that
easy.
jug with 2 hands. Come on. Come
No,
on. So
that's
close.
okay.
So close. Fantastic
Good
work.
stuff, Julia.
That was great.
Last go was indeed the best go.
Like we said. Like they say.
professional commentators. We can tell the future.
That's a Take That, ESPN. Our next climber on the mats is Tyler. Tyler has been climbing for 12 years.
Wow.
12 years. I've known Tyler for 12 years.
That's a lot of years.
That's a lot of years. Fun fact. Oh, sorry. He'll be on the black tape as well. He's this long stream of black tape climbers that we have. Larry, Brad, and then Tyler. Fun fact. He is too old for this circuit. His words,
what does
not
that
mine.
mean, Brandon?
I don't know. This circuit doesn't have enough hand jams and crimpers.
More crimpers, please.
A couple crimpers and hand jams. It's too bad Larry's not on the hand jam climb after discussing his thumb and index finger for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Interesting.
But we do get to see our first climber on black number 2.
Yes.
And green number 3. Sarah's making some progress on green number 3. Already at the zone hold. Just needs to get her hand on it. There's control there.
Making pretty light work of this so far.
I like this one a lot. It is set by Tyler. It's a very complex climb. You're in this sea of red volumes. And you just have to figure out, like, what holds do I grab in which order? How do I press? How do I pull? Which directions do I push with my feet? Lots of things to think about on the fly. And then you have this risky finish where you have to balance on a volume to get to your last hold.
I think we talked a lot about, like, some risky climbs and some intense climbs. I think this is a capital C complexity climb.
Capital
here in
C.
Zone 3.
Capital C in zone 3. That rhymes. Sarah just needs to flag out. That's a flash.
There it is.
That is a flash from Sarah.
Good job, Sarah.
Solid work from Sarah.
Oh, and Larry almost got in that hold.
Yeah, Larry flew.
This Lachey is pretty crazy. There's a lot going on in this. It's not quite just a simple
Back to 1 and 2.
Lachey. There's a little bit of coordination happening here. And it does not stop after you catch that hold.
Yeah, so you're kind of swinging on 2 black holds. You'll see as his left and right arm on the left and right volumes. You have to swing. In a single swing, you have to match the left hold. You have to throw your hips towards the wall like we just saw Julia do. Then you have to run across the big rectangle volume. You have to jump up to the first black hold. And then hopefully you have enough momentum to swing back and kind of paddle your hands to the second black hold.
And after all that work, you're rewarded with the finish hold being so unbelievably atrocious.
It's terrible.
There's
It's
nothing holding
bad.
up there. It's basically just a big orb.
It's a big
big
orb.
sphere. Nothing to hold, nothing to pull. You got to like just push your way into it.
Ooh, close from Larry.
Whole bunch of body tension. Let's see if he gets there.
I believe.
I believe.
Larry's really good at these laches, these paddle moves.
Quite good.
Yep. I even like this first move because it kind of throws you off. Like, you have to go for 2 holds at the same time. And it's hard to look at both of them because you obviously can't. So you have to look right in the center and guess where they are. So there's some accuracy required just for the first move.
And it doesn't quite send your hips in like the way you want it to go with no work.
No.
You have to work a little bit.
Ooh, Larry's going to
point
match.
The right direction.
He's trying to match early, which is doable, but requires quite a lot of strength. So it's hard to get.
Yes. That is
Ooh,
hard
but he got his hands on.
looks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the hold you're grabbing onto and matching is a big pinch when you try and like swing off of it because your hips get in front of it and you have to like pinch really hard to pull yourself back.
It's pretty much a direct side pull. So once
It
you
is.
sort of like swing forward, you're basically just holding on with pure pinch power.
Yeah. Yeah, which is like pretty brutal, but again, we make the black tape circuit really hard because these climbers are really good. We do it out of respect.
How's Tyler doing on zone 1 here?
He's having trouble getting around this corner, this first arête. Really haven't talked too much about this move, but it is very, very tricky. Your hips are on the wrong side of the arête. The hold you're going to, which is right by his right hip right now, you're going to it with your right hand as you go out with your left hand, and you're balanced on a really bad foothold. So it's hard to trust your feet and move slowly. It's hard to want to coordinate yourself at the same time, like 2 hands at the same time. This is a hard move.
Quite hard.
Quite hard.
Trusting that foot, bad hand. Really easiest with the hips, though.
Yep.
Trusting that foot, getting those hips through. Looks like he was trying that little coordinated beta that Larry was trying before.
Yeah,
which
for
I
sure.
think will work for him. Looks like his foot is sort of off the left side. We'll see if his
Ooh,
next
Larry.
attempt here.
Larry's
Ooh.
trying to go for that finish.
Larry doing something wacky.
Wait until he realizes what that hold feels like.
Whoops.
I'm not saying can't be done. I'm just saying don't do it.
Please don't do it.
Please don't do it.
For your own sake, Larry.
Yeah. We already saw one problem get broken tonight.
I can't handle another one. This is really about me, actually.
Yeah, this is Eric's Onsight night. It was a birthday last month. Whose birthday was it last month?
I believe it was our birthday last month.
It was the gym's birthday last month.
Shout out us.
Shout out the gym. We turned 2 years old, which is crazy. Officially, we've been in this space for 3 years. Just took a year to build it. But time flies.
Time definitely does fly. It's been a good 2 years. Here's 2 more.
Speaking of, yeah, just 2 more.
Just 2 more.
Speaking of time flying, our time is up and our next climbers are on the mats. This is the first time we'll be seeing all 4 problems going at the exact same time. Our next climber on the mats is Alyssa. Alyssa has been climbing for 8 years. She will be on the blue tape circuit today. And fun fact about her, she just graduated and she's looking for a full-time job in mechanical engineering.
Nice.
Happy to provide my resume to anyone interested.
Any mechanical engineers in the chat?
Aren't you a mechanical engineer?
I am.
Nice.
I am.
Do you want to hire Alyssa?
Sweet degree. I do not own an engineering firm, unfortunately.
That's too bad. I thought you did.
I actually work at a rock climbing gym.
When I first met you, you said, "Hi, American. I own an engineering firm." So that's.
I must have been riffing then.
You're lying to me.
Straight lying to your face.
Everything I knew about Eric was a lie. Oh,
I use my degree as a placemat.
there you go. And hopefully Alyssa doesn't have to do that either. As she just about sticks the zone on her second go. That was really cool. It's a new beta there. We got Danny cruising past the zone. He's got on this friction slab. You really got to trust your feet and stand for this one.
There's a little dimple in that guy, but it's quite small.
It's just scary, this problem.
It's
it really
very
is.
Scary.
We see Brad trying to do some shenanigans.
He is massive. Danny just reaching
Danny
past
reaching
everything.
1. Yep, that's 2. That's 3
2
tops
and
for Danny.
3.
That's a great circuit for him.
That is a great round for
Yeah.
Danny.
Oh, Brad getting his hands on the first Lachey move. That's
looking
great.
Really good, Brad.
Yeah. Well, Danny just cruised that. Julia cruised number 3 as well. We missed her climbing because we were riffing about mechanical engineering.
I gotta stay focused here.
Yeah. Once again, Eric, mechanical engineering getting in the way of your life.
Just can't stop talking about gears, mechanics.
Fulcrums. Is fulcrums part of it?
Sure, there's levers somewhere. Pulleys, pistons.
That should be our new slogan. Reach under climbing. There's levers somewhere.
Levers somewhere.
Ooh, Alyssa did really cool beta there. She just
wow.
back flagged into the volume to her right. And now she is managing to get down to the volume really casually, too. She's reaching just straight to the second last hole. This is going to be a top for her unless I curse it, which I hope I don't. I didn't.
There it is.
Let's go. That was a fantastic climb from Melissa.
That was
I think
a
that
very
was like
cool beta.
Yeah, 3 attempts and new beta for that climb has entered the chat. Hello, new beta.
How are you?
Brad just, again, can't understate how coordinated that first move is, going out to those 2 holds at the same time.
The whole wall is overhanging. Even the little base plate that he's starting on is also overhanging, so it's basically just jumping backwards.
Exactly.
You're looking straight up, jumping to a roof.
And trying to hit 2 holds at the same time.
Cruised at that time, though.
This is why climbing's the hardest sport in the world. Take that, canoeing.
Yeah.
Hear that, canoers?
Second place. How's that silver medal taste?
Exactly. Top 3 hard sports. Climbing, canoeing,
Gymnastics.
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 That's it. You heard it here first.
Specifically, the one with the pommel. That one.
The one with you mean pommel.
Yes. Sure do.
Sure do. All right, Brad is able to stick this dyno, and he's opting for the same beta as Larry with the match. I think it's possible. You need a ton of momentum.
I think so.
It's really hard. Yeah, see, he said it's bad. He said it's bad.
It's very bad.
It's bad. When Brad says it's bad, you know it's bad.
You know it's bad. Can we switch right to zone 2, I think, for the cam here?
Oh, true.
Get a nice
More like
zoom up.
More like zone true.
Nice.
Thank you. That one is free. The next one will cost.
Wow. Generous.
Do people donate money to this stream? Is that what happens?
I'm not sure. Can we make it happen?
Nice. I'm just going to say it. Thank you for the $20 dono.
Wow.
Whoa.
Amazing.
$2,000
Thank you for the
from
bits.
anonymous contributor. 40 seconds left. This might be one of Brad's last attempts. I think he can get 1 or 2 attempts on this.
Again, it only takes 1.
It only takes 1. There you go. Oh, he's opting. I like
there
that
it
beta a lot
is.
more. His hands are backwards. He wants his left hand low and his right hand high.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because you're trying to throw off with your right hand. I'm trying to make the motion, but you can't see me do it. But it's like, imagine trying to push the volume away and your hands are crossed. You'll get way more push with your right hand above your left. You'll be able to push the volume away from you. Does that make sense? Do we understand that?
Makes sense to me. I hope it
Okay.
also makes sense to the viewers.
I hope so. Sound off if that made sense. Also, thanks for the $2 million donation.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
We're rich. That Lachey really does not send you in the right place.
No.
You do a lot of work to sort of like huck yourself to where you want to go.
Exactly. Our next climber, starting off in zone number 1, is Christian. Christian's been climbing for 1 year. He'll be on the black tape circuit as well. Fun fact about Christian, he's never had a churro he didn't like.
Very true, Christian.
Very true.
I feel like I've also experienced that. Maybe not. I've definitely had some old churros in my life.
I'm sure there's got to be an old churro somewhere that you...
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe he just hasn't experienced that yet. I've lived many years, many lifetimes.
Exactly.
In these 28 years of mine.
I've lived 1,000 lifetimes.
Think about how many churros I've had.
How many churros do you think you have in a regular person's life?
In
an
life?
average person's lifetime,
Depends on where you're born, I guess.
Does it?
I think so.
I was born with a lot of like street festivals and rib fests.
So there you go.
So, churros and those what do you call them? Bloomin' onions.
No,
Yeah.
I've never had a bloomin' onion.
I will crush a bloomin' onion right now.
They look crazy.
Yeah.
They're basically just onion rings in a different form. Is
It,
that right?
it's essentially just an onion ring, yeah. Just a lot of them. And they're bloomin'.
I hope to one day experience a bloomin' onion.
It's
in
a
all
single onion that's just like essentially deep fried. And like cut up to make it look like a
Exploded.
flower. Yeah. Looks like it exploded, exactly.
Yeah. Sarah, right up to zone.
Sarah's on zone. She's got to get balanced over that right foot, and she manages
good.
to do that.
It's a very
This
committing
problem,
sequence.
yes, this problem is it's not physically demanding, but it's very mentally demanding. It's very, I don't want to say scary is the wrong word, but there definitely is some intimidation factor.
And I think she's experiencing that right now.
I think she's, right in the moment and blaming me, even though, Eric, who said this problem?
I believe that was me, actually.
Yeah, that was Eric.
We did work on this end section together, so
Oh,
we're
sure.
definitely partly to blame.
When it's a problem someone doesn't like, then it's our problem, you know?
That's correct. I'm a master at diverting the blame.
You gotta. Ooh, that was a really good attempt from
Really
Sarah.
good.
Just
I
needs to
think-
kick herself over, and she's got that crimp for sure, so.
Absolutely. Fear is a big part of these, especially in the slab, I find.
Yes, definitely. You have to trust your feet. You have to put a lot of trust in what you're doing, so.
Sometimes we set a move nice and low, and it's not so bad. Sometimes we set that exact same move nice and high, and it's terrifying.
6 feet off the ground does a lot. I like when you're on this slab because if you look to your left, you can see the third draw on our roped lead wall. It's like directly at eye level. So you're technically halfway up our roped wall, but on a boulder.
On a boulder.
On a boulder. All right, Christian is getting started here. Just trying to work out this first sequence, top left corner of your screen with these white holds. This tricky step across move.
Let's talk about zone 3 here. I believe this is the first time we're seeing this problem, the black tape.
Yes, yeah. So this problem is set by Tyler. It is a very physical problem. You're just trying to compress these like dual textured dishes. Basically give this like a squeeze. But the holds are really, really bad. So you're relying on friction, you're relying on having good skin, and you're relying on being really strong in an open-handed grip. So you're also on some pretty small holds here. You can see right by the point of the triangle, the lowest right point of the triangle, you see a black dot. That is a foothold. It is very small.
Barely.
And Larry has to trust his entire weight on it in order to get that zone hold, get secured in that zone hold. Up close from Sarah, just needs a bit more push over that foot.
Christian's looking like he's figuring out some beta over here. Making a little bit of progress. I
Yeah,
believe
he's
that's
got the zone. That's the zone right there in his left hand. So zone, we didn't really talk about that, but zone is like a checkpoint. If we're scoring this to Olympic standards, if you get the top of a climb, it's worth 25 points. If you secure a zone, it's only worth 10 points. All points count. All points, matter in their score. So accrue as many points as possible. But for every attempt that you take, it's minus 0.1 of a point. So you get deductions for all the extra attempts that you take.
That sounds like a lot of math, Brandon.
That's a ton of math that I'm not doing right now, and I refuse to do, and I don't think I'll ever do.
Nice.
I think we're going to say goodbye to Eric in about a minute.
I think so.
And
Danny
bring
looks like he's
Danny
here.
back on because he's back. He finished his circuit, and he's got his breath back.
It's been a pleasure, though.
It has. We'll have you back.
I think so.
I think so. Tyler just working out this. He's facing the wrong way, so I don't know where he's going.
Yeah, where is he going?
I don't want to say he's too old for this circuit. I'm joking. He made the joke, not me. He's just trying to skip up to top.
Explain what?
Explain what? You falling?
The beta's wrong. Explained.
Explained. You can't explain that.
Here's Sarah up to that spot again.
Up to the zone, just needs to kick herself all the way over that right foot.
Another mental
Get a bit
battle.
more trust. Very close.
Very, very close.
She's got, oh, that is time.
That's time.
That's time. All right, we're going to do a big shuffle over here.
All right. It's been real, guys. See you later, chat. Maybe see you next month.
Goodbye, Eric.
We're here every month at Reach Indoor Climbing. I'm only here some of the time.
What a good sign-off line. All right, I'm moving over mics. We're going to welcome in Danny, and we're also going to welcome in our next climber. Our next climber is Linnea. Linnea's been climbing for 3 years. She will be on the black tape circuit as well. Geez, this is like a string of black tape circuit climbers. We got Julia just finishing up on problem number 4, bottom right corner of your screen. Let's focus in on her as she finishes up this climb here. She just needs to stand all of her weight onto that left foot. Again, this is like the green tape circuit that we just saw Sarah climb, where it's just very in your head. You just have to trust the feet that you're standing on, stand all the way up, and the last hold is kind of wedged in that dihedral there. See if she can do it, and then I'll introduce Linnea's fun fact.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Danny.
I'm here some of the time.
You're here pretty much all the time, except when you're climbing.
Except for the first 40 minutes.
Great climbing.
Thank you.
That was
a personal best.
That's fantastic.
Three tops on the blue is a personal best for me.
Absolutely decimated our beta on the number 3, but that's okay.
I'm sorry about that. I could feel as I was doing it that was not how it was supposed to be done.
The only person that's upset is Eric, and he's very. He was crestfallen, I would say.
He definitely gave me a nasty look when I walked over here to take over the mic.
100%. Yeah, he's going to feel that one for quite some time. So.
Our 2 climbers on the top of the screen, Linnea and problem number 2.
Alyssa.
Linnea and Alyssa, matching outfits.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was coordinated.
That'll get confusing.
Yeah. That'll be really hard for us.
I can only see the screen. I can't see the wall anymore.
Do they have the same? I think one has 2 braids and one has 1 braid, and that's how we can tell.
That's easy.
Alyssa has 2 braids.
That's super chill.
Linnea has 1 braid.
Okay, that's to be really easy.
They are otherwise indistinguishable.
Fun fact about Linnea, she forgot the mugs today. We have prizes at the end of the night for a raffle, and Linnea is supposed to bring some mugs to raffle off, and now we don't have them.
Well, there you go. That is a fun fact.
That is the most fun fact we've had all night.
Very revealing.
Aside from Larry's, of course.
Yes, I had a look at Larry's before the stream. I was unfortunately not here for the revelation. Did everyone just take a coordinated break?
I think
they
so.
They all did. They all just
so.
stepped off the mats at the same time.
Oh, and in the bottom right corner of your screen, we see Chris's son, Bodhi,
yes, unfortunately,
on problem number 5.
It's not really possible to get that section of the top rope wall out of the frame.
That's okay.
Without losing part of the other boulder.
Bodhi gets his 15 seconds of fame right there.
This is the first time this has happened as well.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we've never had someone on that wall at the same time as the stream was running.
That's okay,
but
Bodhi's
there you
super
go.
cool.
That could be you.
That could be you. Just top rope next time that we have an Onsight night.
Okay.
All right.
Here goes Alyssa.
Alyssa. No one's really gotten into the crack quite yet.
Oh,
except
look
for
at
right
this,
this second. Yeah, it's really disgusting.
Where's her foot? Oh, see, I couldn't figure. Yeah, I
yeah.
could not figure this out.
Oh, jeez.
I could not figure out that sequence. I had a suspicion that my foot was supposed to end up there, but my fingers
you could
are
get
not
your feet up there.
strong
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. We were talking about like getting your center of gravity shifted under the crimps a little bit more. So like maybe foot swapping on the big banana down and right.
Whenever I did that, my fingers failed me.
Valid.
I got weak little fingers that will not hold on to the wall.
I also have weak little fingers, and they're very tired after setting last night. Julia having another go at this last move here, just standing up. She could stand up and also tip into the wall, too. That is a way of doing
this looks familiar,
it's
kind of a tip into that last hold.
Exactly. It's big, it's committing, but the hold and the position is there.
So close. Just getting
very,
the
very
weight
close.
over the foot is scary,
She's
but
got a
once
minute
it's up
left.
there, it's pretty good. Okay, I'm getting a first look at the black tapes here with Linnea.
Yeah, there's some wacky black tapes this time around. I heard of some strong youth climbers coming by tonight, so I had to. I got scared.
Would you
I
call
got
them
intimidated.
some whack tapes?
Some whack tapes. It's the first zinger of the night. Julia.
No zingers in the. Oh yes,
finishes
Julia
the climb.
with the
Let's
top.
go.
Fantastic. Yes, showboat it. Showboat it a little. Okay, here goes Alyssa back into these heinous crimps that I found to be very horrible.
Terrible crimps.
Really making good use of them. So it's a jam. It's
it
like
is a
crack
jam.
climb.
You can either jam your hands sideways. You could jam with a fist. So like I don't know how to explain this to chat right now. You can jam with your fist in either direction, knuckles facing towards you or thumb facing towards you. But you're making a fist and you're trying to jam it between those two yellow dual texture holds.
I did read that as a crack climbing thing. I've never done any crack climbing, so I don't know how to do it really.
Yeah,
but I looked at it and thought, oh, they want me to use that dual text.
The one
do
thing,
some kind of a jam.
The one thing we said about the blue tape circuit is that it challenges a lot of new skills that a lot of climbers probably won't get in a climbing gym regularly.
Yeah.
So there's like some coordination stuff, some like foot catch stuff, some hand jamming. It's a lot of new things for blue tape climbers.
It was a fantastic circuit. I love that first boulder, which was so weird and tricky.
Yes.
Really, really fun, tricky coordination move.
Yeah.
It took me many, many attempts. I think I lost a whole attempt in attempts if we're doing a whole point.
For sure.
In attempts if
yes.
we're doing Olympic
It was certainly
scoring.
over 10.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Ooh, cool from Larry.
Wow.
Okay, we have a lot to talk about. We have Gwen, top left corner of the screen. Everything's good. The camera just went down, but it's back up. We're good. Now we're fine.
It just blinked, the camera.
We're fine. And
No
Gwen is fine
problem.
because she just topped her first problem. She's been climbing for, it says 10 years. 10 years. I thought she was 9. I could be wrong.
Someone might have thought that was the age category.
Could be, yes. She's been climbing all her life by
All
the
her
sounds
life.
of this. She'll be on the white tape circuit. Fun fact about her, it just says awesome.
Awesome.
Agreed, Gwen. You are awesome. Problem number 2 is Christian. Christian's on the black tape. Lachey. Problem 3 is Tyler. He's working on the compression squeeze physical problem.
That
Ooh,
sounds
almost got
like
the zone
Tyler.
there. Yeah, definitely. This is Tyler said he was too old for the black tape circuit because it has. Go ahead.
Christian
yeah,
campusing through to the.
Yeah, this one has
to
a big
the
Lachey.
Lachey.
Big Lachey.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about problem number 4, bottom right corner of your screen, the one that Larry's on. Hopefully this is a move that no one's ever done before, so they have to kind of figure it out on the fly. What you have to do, I'm going to try and speak quietly, you have to start your problem with your right foot up, left foot down. You have to walk your left foot over your arms. And then you're basically like threading the needle. So your leg's going to go in between your arms, and then you're going to like launch yourself towards zone and the catch hold at the same time as you release your hands.
So your hands stay on the starting hold.
Hands stay on the starting hold, but your feet are above, right?
Your right foot goes in between them and
your
onto
left
that.
You step your left foot, so you kind of like human pretzel yourself for the setup for the launch. And then you rock back and rock forward into the wall. Get out of the human pretzel, grab zone, and stab your foot down into that triangle on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to read that.
It is a hard read. It is a very hard read, yeah.
That's a tough one to read.
And that's the thing about the black tape circuit is we're trying to challenge not just the strength of the climber, but the ability to like think in the moment and problem solve.
I think that would never occur to me in a million years on this problem.
I've only seen it once in an Instagram post, and that's kind of where I stole it from.
Nice.
Shout out to whatever account that was. Is that plagiarizing? That's technically plagiarizing. It has to be.
You would know better than me when it comes to setting routes what constitutes plagiarism and
I think
what
we have like an
constitutes
unspoken law as route setters to just like credit people when we can give credit. But
so that Instagram
everything's
account
fair
then.
game. Yes, yeah, which I did not do. I broke in an unspoken law.
Come at us in the comments.
Please, if you know the Instagram account, please tell me as well, because it got pretty bad. Oh, Larry's going for like a shuffle into a shuffle. Possible. I've seen some breaks to this.
Double shuffle.
I think it's easier to break if you're short because you can fit into that really scrunchy human pretzel box a lot easier. Fortunately, all of our black tape climbers tonight are very big and tall. So I don't think it's going to be that easily breakable.
Here comes Christian into the Lachey in
Big
the top
Lachey.
right.
Oh, he's got a hand on it. It's cool. So everyone's
That's
opting.
a long way. So this is all one move to the next hold?
Yeah,
It's
so
a paddle
how
kind
we
of?
wanted it was one hand on either jug, swing, and then on a swing, match the left jug. On the
pull.
same swing, pull and run. On the same swing, jump to the first tsunami. And on the back swing, paddle out to the second tsunami, which is the second last black hold near the
And
top
then
of your
you
screen.
catch your foot on the zone hold.
I think between the compression and the opposition you have with those two tsunamis, those two matching holes at the top of your screen,
you can just hold
you can
it?
just hold that, yeah.
I think
That's my
maybe
guess.
you can.
Well, a lot of these climbers are pretty strong, so. Ooh, Larry getting close. He's opting for a different method. He's just jumping. He's
just jumping straight across.
hoofing it, if you will. Ooh,
He's
jeez.
getting close.
He's actually getting really close. It's making me very nervous.
That foot is
So close. Luckily, that zone hold is quite bad.
It's pretty egregious looking.
It's pretty bad, yeah. Christian going for another swing as our time runs out, and we welcome our next climber. Next climber is Matt, Gwen's dad. Gwen, who you just saw. It's her dad. Matt's been climbing for 7 months.
Too bad.
That was not his fun fact. Both the dad thing or 7 months. Anyways, Matt's on the green tape circuit. Oh my goodness. Matt has tricky to read writing.
I was in a movie with Vivica A. Fox, and I shot 73 today.
That was a golf thing. He told me earlier.
Got it.
I believe he's still in his golf polo if you look closely. Is that a golf shirt?
Do you know if that's good or bad? Do you know what that means? Shooting 73?
73, I have no idea.
Okay.
No, I usually shoot much more than that. if I ever were to play golf, if they allowed me on the golf course.
Yeah, you're banned from several golf courses. Now, okay, this problem number 3 on the blue tape, which is being brushed by Alyssa right now.
Yep.
I'm curious about what the actual beta is.
So you're supposed to.
Did I have it right originally? Go straight up?
No. So you're supposed to not stop on that first volume where your right foot is. You keep going out to the right, and then on the backswing, you
go
fire
through
over to the
next.
left. Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Got
so it's supposed to be run and then run in one direction. And I was saying to Eric and to chat, 73 is amazing, says Hurricane Katrina. Oh, hi, Katrina. 73 is amazing in golf. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. I lost my train of thought. I said to Eric, we were turning the volumes like 5 degrees in either direction to try and make those volumes worse for your feet, so you can't stop on them for too long.
Right. It was hard to
yes.
stay there.
And that's why we
But,
celebrated, because you were on it for a second, and then immediately you fell down, and we're like, yes, we did it right. But then you found a way to stop.
Yeah.
So that's okay. You can't win them all.
I'm sorry about that.
You can't win them all, unless it's golf, because 73 is amazing. So Linnea going for this swing. I think you got to do it like if you can't hold the pinch, which I cannot. So in forerunning, I tried really hard to hold the pinch, both hands on the left hold.
Ooh, Alyssa's going to stop as well.
Ooh, Alyssa's stopping. I think she's opting for another run to the left, or if she might be going straight up.
Going straight up.
Yep. My goodness. This problem's broken.
Broken.
Eric.
Sorry, Eric.
We tried our best.
Well, I feel a little better that it wasn't that I didn't break. That I'm not alone in the breaking of that problem.
It's all good.
It feels like
it's all good.
I feel guilty when I do it, but if everybody's doing it, then that's my mindset in life.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a really healthy way of thinking.
I just heard Brad's foot fire off a bad hold
Yeah.
and like snap down to the ground. Okay, who do we have left? We have Linnea on problem 2. She is able to skip this jump completely. Look at that. That's egregious.
What was I couldn't even make sense of what she did.
She just like staticked up one hand, and then because she could span both those holds, she just like matched it. That's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Matt was able to get the zone top left of your screen, get all the way out to the zone hold on prob number 1. I want to see how he did it because we were talking about prob number 3 in the moment. So let's take a look at Matt, top left corner of your screen. He's able to balance over, kind of similar to what Sarah did, and then he does the jump. Nice,
good
nice.
hold.
Skips the paddle completely. Just
No
able
feet
to,
there for that.
Yes, no feet. And then we come over to some pretty bad slopers, so some open-handed holds.
Oh, just lost the foot there.
Yeah, that are hard to control, especially with no feet.
He'll have a zone for that, though.
He will. And that's worth points. I don't know how many points at this point, but I'm not doing that math.
Yeah, we don't keep track of attempts. This is old rules. Zone
Old
and
rules.
top, that's it.
Yeah, we judge people based on the number of thumbs up the chat
And then
gives.
we just go count back.
Exactly.
If you registered first, you win.
Yeah. Which I believe it was me, because we were testing a new registration system. So
So Brandon technically
I win
won.
again. Oh my goodness, every time.
I want to see what. I'm not sure if Linnea is going to do it again. She thought about it,
She
but
thought
it looks
about
like
it.
maybe she's conserving the energy with the amount of time she has. I was
Number
curious
2
to see
and
that.
3 and 4.
Oh, that's better from Brad.
That was Matt. But yeah, that was better from Matt.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh, Brad's doing something completely different. Nope, he says no to it.
A shake of the head.
Shake of the head. 10 seconds left. Let's see if he wants to get to zone one more time or if he's calling it quits. Either way, a fantastic circuit from Brad. Tops are hard to come by in this month's black tape circuit.
How many have we had?
0.
0 tops.
No
Wow.
tops in black tape so far. Yes, so that's how hard
And
to
Larry
come by.
already climbed.
And Larry climbed,
All
yes.
right.
Yeah. So we shall see as the night progresses. And Brad comes over and gives us a fist bump.
That was a hard round.
It was a tricky round, a very hard round. Our next climber on the mats is Torben. Torben's been climbing for 4 years. He's also on the black tape. Everyone is on the black tape tonight.
Everyone's
That's really
jumping
cool.
to the black tape.
I like that a lot.
Right in time for it to be soul-numbingly difficult.
Exactly. Yeah, my bad. Really shutting down the black tape climbers tonight. I heard there's some very strong youth athletes coming. We'll see as the night progresses. I got scared, and when
Next
I
month,
get scared,
all blue tape climbers.
yes, 100%. No one's running black tape. Torben's on black tape number 1, getting his hips around the corner for this first slab climb. Gwen is on white tape number 2. The red holds here with the lache that we saw Julia do earlier.
Did we get a fun fact from Torben?
Sorry. He can't come up with one. So really that's,
Very nice.
again, putting it on us.
Very nice.
Putting the onus on us to make a fun fact for Torben.
Torben's great-great-grandfather
Yep.
invented
Yep.
liquid paper.
That's good. That probably was invented around the time of Torben's great-great-grandfather,
Probably.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what happens when you don't have a fun fact. We make one up.
I haven't used or thought about liquid paper in a very long time.
No, I think none of us have.
No.
I think that family fortune may be drying up some.
Oh, just like the
just
liquid
like
paper.
the liquid paper.
Oh, my God. That's 2 zingers, if we're keeping count. 2 zingers, 1 evening.
2 zingers, 1 evening, which is, of course,
That's the
the
name.
alternate title of this stream.
That's the name of Danny and I's comedy tour. We get on stage, we tell 1 joke each, and then we're done.
We're out of there.
Get out of here. Oh, goodness. All right, Tyler's just trying to figure out what in the heck he has to do to get over
I'm
to that
predicting
zone.
that we're going to see a lot of that on this problem this
For
evening.
sure we will, yes.
Because
He's got it. That's a stand up and then probably a stand forward. He's making eyes.
That was quite an.
He is making
was-
eyes at the commentary desk. And
I got some of that, and it's not my fault.
Yeah.
I was on the receiving end of some of that spite in his eyes, and I don't think that I deserved that.
I've known Tyler for 12 years. 12 years. And I've never gotten that look in 12 years.
Torben making it quite a long way across that.
I believe that was zone.
That black tape traverse. Definitely that was zone.
Gwen just
had that
almost
foot slip.
getting to that lache hold. It's a lot of monkey bars, a lot of swinging with no footholds.
Yeah, this is a tough white tape, eh?
It is, yeah. I'd say it's the hardest of the
There's,
round. It's definitely the most physical.
Is it a lache into the?
It is, yeah. It's a lache drop down. We saw Julia do it earlier. She got it on her very last go and then buzzer beater timed out, which we
Awesome.
love to see. Christian's up on problem number 3. We haven't seen a zone yet of this problem. Very physical.
Yeah, the
Christian
foot
spends a lot of time on
wants
the
to
kilter
go,
board,
eh?
though, so he's well versed in those like physical boulders.
This is his kind of problem
for
for
sure. Yeah. You just got to get into that foothold, that small foothold that's barely visible on your screen. He's got to be able to trust most of his weight onto it so he can get a bit more pull out of that zone hold.
We love to see the brushes come out. Gwen dangling from that tiny little hole.
Trying for the monkey bars.
So close.
You almost need a lache just to get to the lache.
You need a mini lache to get into the big lache.
How many laches can we set in an evening? That's the question of the night.
Torben back on the zone hold. Standing on dual techs.
Let's go, Torben.
It looks like all the way up standing on dual techs.
Tyler just gunning for the zone hold. That is bananas, that beta.
Come on, Torben. Top left. Look at this.
Oh, nice. This is progress
Transfer the
on
weight over. Standing
Yeah.
on nothing there. That's
You've
all
got to
dual tech
completely
slippery.
turn yourself.
Okay, he gets
You have
the
a good
hand
foot
up.
coming up, and then it's a jug, so you just got to gun it. This might be
So
our first
close.
top of the
Last-
evening. Everyone
last
pay
move.
attention to the top left corner of your screen. Come on, Torben. You just got to go. It's a good hold. Come on.
Trust the feet. Trust it.
So
Oh,
close,
there
so
he
close.
goes.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a really good attempt.
Huge attempt from Torben, yeah.
The most progress I've seen on that boulder, but I was not here for the first little bit.
Definitely is. No one's been able to get to that. I've always wanted to use this word in a stream. Penultimate hole.
Have you been? You've had that one chambered for a while.
I have, yeah.
But
how long have we been doing this? A year and a half?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah,
Have you?
so-
Have you not said? Have you never said it?
I don't think I've ever said penultimate.
I'm gonna comb through the archives.
I have.
I'm gonna see if we find the word penultimate.
Actually, my fun fact of the night is I took a vacation to Kentucky and got very sick immediately. I was bedridden for 5 days. I didn't have any Wi-Fi. All I had were streams, like past Onsight night streams that were saved to my hard drive, and I spent 5 days, 20 hours a day, watching Onsight night streams. So I can tell you, I have never once said penultimate.
I can think of no worse cure for delirium
Yeah, I felt way worse.
than mainlining these streams.
Just back to back. Sometimes I just repeated the same one a couple of times. Oh, it was great. Love it. All right, our next climber on the mats is Neve. Neve is a member of our competition team, our youth competitive team. She's been climbing for 11 years.
Whoa!
That's a lot of years. That's a lot of years to climb. She'll be climbing the blue tape circuit. Fun fact about Neve, she was just at a camp. I believe her favorite camp. I don't know if I'm shutting out the name. I don't know if that's like too much fun fact.
Is it on the
It wasn't.
name?
So I'm not
yeah,
gonna shout
then
the
let's
name.
leave it off.
It was a cool camp.
She was at a camp. Was it your camp?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then no.
I wouldn't have called that a cool camp.
No shout-outs.
No shout-outs.
For non-Reach related camps.
No.
As far as we're concerned, Reach Camp is the only camp.
That is the coolest camp. Yeah.
Mark is one move away. Oh. He's going to have another attempt at this. Alyssa is cruising. Problem number 4 on the blue tape circuit in the bottom right of your screen. One move away.
One
I
move,
believe that's a flash
2
for
hands.
Alyssa.
You just call Matt Mark? I think you
Yep,
did.
I did. I
That's
called
good.
him Mark.
That's fine. Whatever.
Shouldn't have had a name that starts with M.A. if
You're
you
gonna
didn't
bowl
want me to call you Mark.
You're gonna bowl a 73 in golf. We're gonna make fun of you a bit.
Mark bowled a solid 73 earlier today.
Mark hit 73 home runs in golf today. That's bananas. All I can say is touchdown.
Brandon knows about one sport, and that is climbing.
That's climbing.
Now, I can see how this move that Neve is doing could be quite difficult for a shorter climber.
Yeah, so we were talking about this, and I was saying the exact opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't think it's harder if you're tall or short. I think the box you're fitting in at the catch move fits most people, 5 foot to 6 foot 1. I think generating momentum, though, as a shorter climber is going to be harder.
Yeah.
But staying in that box is going to be a little bit easier.
Using the heel.
Yeah, because you noticed when you were catching that toe hook,
I
your
really
knee was
wanted
bent.
yeah,
you wanted
for
to use
sure.
your heel, so that box didn't fit you quite as well as it's going to fit Neve.
That's true. I guess I'm more thinking about the movement across, but once you generate the momentum, you can make it. Easy
Yes.
flash for Alyssa.
We did
says
not talk
Mohammed,
about
and you're
Alyssa's flash
absolutely right.
yet.
We did. I called it live.
Oh, nice. I just didn't listen to you. I was too busy. I was
What are
hung
you
up
doing
on
when I'm
you
talking?
calling Matt and Mark. Alyssa, opting for the black tape circuit now. You can do that as a climber in Onsight night. If you're participating, you want to switch circuits midway through, you're more than welcome to. Get the best bang for your buck. Climb all the circuits. Leo, who I see is in the chat, who is missing tonight. I believe he's out of town. I believe he's in Montreal. I've been seeing a lot of Rose Block videos from Leo. He climbs every single circuit. He climbs about 16 problems in a night, so that's a lot of climbing. Matt's on the last move here. Top right corner of your screen. Just needs to pull through. The hold's pretty good. The crowd is really backing him right now, really getting behind him.
Let's go.
Oh, so close.
Oh, man. Brutal for Mark.
Yeah. I believe that was his 73rd attempt.
That's what it means, right?
That's what that means.
73 in golf?
You're just working out the start move here. Alyssa on the black tape number 4 now, just kind of figuring out what this problem is asking of her. As Eric was saying earlier on in the stream, 70% of this circuit is figuring out what you need to do. 30% is doing it.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I would
On
say
the
for
black
the
tape?
black
'Cause
tape
you think
and-
once you have the beta, it's
Exactly.
a lot more doable.
Yeah.
It's like the moves are not crazy. It's just the read is really,
The
really
read
hard.
is really, really hard, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly for black tape number 1 because you're constantly doubting your feet.
Yeah.
Black tape number 2, you're not really sure where to stop on that paddle or how much momentum you need. Black tape number 3, I would say that's just more physical. You know what to do.
Just
but
the
black tape
power
number
is
4, you
crazy.
look at and you're just straight up puzzled.
Yeah,
on
what
one.
you described is total nonsense to
Yes. Yeah. And I thought about this all last night. I was like, how am I going to explain this problem on stream when they can't see me? But imagine your leg is through your arms onto the second triangle, and then you're pulling yourself out of a human pretzel. Matt is speed climbing this.
me. Let's go,
3
Matt.
seconds left.
Let's
2,
go. Throw
1.
it up there.
That is
Almost.
time. He's
Gonna
not going to be
have
able to
come
have enough
down.
time to do this. Our next climber on the mats is Angie. Angie's been climbing for 10 years as well. I think Neve was 11. Neve's got her beat by 1 year.
There you go.
There you go. Angie's going to be on the white tape circuit. Fun fact about Angie, she ran a 50-kilometer trail race last year. If I ran that
What?
last year, I would still be feeling that.
I'd still be running.
Yeah. Never ending.
That's insane. 50 kilometers?
50 kilometers. That's more than a marathon.
I
That's
think
crazy.
I would
Gwen
simply
flashes
expire.
number 3,
Gwen has
bottom left.
already flashed.
She's
That
just
is under 40 seconds.
under 40 seconds.
Took Gwen to get through that problem.
She's got places to be. Torben going for this Lachey. Deciding
he's
between.
doing the way that you described.
yeah.
Looks like.
I like this way a lot more because it's less in your hands, so you can focus more on generating momentum with your hips.
Oh, but he didn't match the hand before
He
the
didn't. Yeah,
the
he's trying to swing all the way back. Ooh, we got Christian. He's on his right foot, but he sees that his feet are backwards. You need to get your left foot crossed through and then step down. Gwen is opting for
bumping up
problem
to
number
the,
3 for the green tape.
To the green tape circuit.
I believe, was that a flash from Angie?
I thought she came down.
Oh, maybe missed the first move. Yes. Yeah, my bad. I just saw her walk away, and I was like, I think that might be her being finished.
I
I'm watching
don't
the replay on the screen right there. Yes. She's just working on that first
Yeah, I
move.
don't think she came from the top
Yeah.
for that, yeah. Oh, look at Gwen.
Gwen, able to squeeze through the sea of red holds.
Just got to walk those feet up.
Very close from Gwen.
Good effort.
Mm-hmm.
Torben switching to both hands, but yeah, you end up kind of facing the wrong way.
You
eh,
do,
when
yeah. You
start-
really have to pinch like hard in order to get the swing you need. So I'd say it's more physical than it's technical if you're doing it that way. More physically demanding. Where are we at?
We just had Angie come up.
Yep.
So we're there.
We're there. Cool. Sweet. And I get a new list given to me now. So
Had a lot of new lists tonight.
yeah, I was saying to Eric, this is the first time we've been sold out before the event even started. So I don't know. Are we turning away people at the door? Yes, we are
Wow.
turning away people at the door. That's a good problem to have, but I'm sorry for all you that were turned away at the door. We're gonna throw open our registration system, a couple weeks in advance, and
Yeah, so you're going to want to register in advance for the next one, guys.
exactly.
If you're watching this and you think that this is something you'd like to try, we are at Reach Indoor Climbing in Aurora, and you can be in the next on-site night. You're going to have to register early. Once it opens, follow the Instagram so that we can keep you updated on when that's going to be open.
Next month I'm gonna be 34 years old, Danny.
Wow.
I know.
Practically dead.
Trust me, I feel it.
And if you want to try these boulders, you can come into Reach anytime and try these boulders. These are going to be up for at least another week.
For sure. We normally keep the on-site night boulders up for a couple of weeks, and then we take down one side at a time. We'll be backfilling some more boulders on Wednesday as well. So if you're in the area, come try these. There's some really cool climbs up. There's a reason we stayed up until 1 a.m. putting these boulders up. It's because we put a lot of thought, effort, and care into them. And hopefully it shows. I don't know.
Gwen is making awesome progress.
Oh, Gwen
on
gets his
green
own.
number 3.
Just needs to press all her weight onto her right foot. Christian is trying for the right foot method.
Torben coming through to the Lachey holds again.
Yep. See if he
Oh,
swings.
Gwen is really fighting. Come on, Gwen.
This one's a wrestle. You
What a
really got to
tough
push your weight onto your
position.
right foot. Oh, close for Gwen. Very close.
A good zone.
Good zone.
A
Yep.
really good zone.
So, Andrew, we're talking about this first move here because we saw a couple people on it earlier today, but you really need to fire your hips back and away from the wall and then forward into the wall. You need some momentum built to make that move happen.
You're talking. Sorry, which move are you talking
That was
about?
first move of top left, prep number 1.
Angie's climb.
Angie's climb, yeah.
Here goes
Hopefully she puts
Torben
one more
again.
attempt in it.
Big swing.
He's hitting the volume a little bit too low with his hips in front of him. You kind of need to match that hold.
I think cutting loose of that right hand grants you a lot more room to,
It does,
to
yeah.
pull into that.
For sure. Then you can, what I was saying to Eric is throw that volume away, like throw it to
Yeah.
the side and get a bit more momentum going out to the right. Christian opting to try and crimp a foothold, but that foothold sucks. It's really bad. So hard to do.
That's going to do it for this round of climbers.
That is.
A well-fought circuit for Christian.
I have.
Say goodbye to.
Oh, I have the right one. Yes,
Yep.
I do. Yep, cool. Okay, our next climber is Jack. Jack, another member of our youth competitive team. He's been climbing for 6 years. He will be on the blue tape circuit as well. And fun fact, he forgot his water bottle, which,
No.
as his coach, not very surprising. But also as his coach, he second attempts this coordination
And
move,
he did not use the heel.
which is also not very surprising because Jack is very good at coordination. So 2 things to know about Jack. Forgets his things, loves coordination.
Wow. That was quick.
That was
And
very
he,
quick.
he didn't see.
No, he just
I
shuffled
think
right
I
over.
tried that once without the heel and thought that's not going to go without
For sure.
the heel.
It's a hard hold. Like that hold is completely flat.
There's
Yes.
you really need something else
So
to make good use of that with the hands.
Yeah,
but
the
he
moment
just,
you get on the right side of it, it just becomes awful. Really
Yeah.
hard to hold. But
he
Jack
got
is very,
he shuffled his right foot all the way out to that volume.
Yes, yeah.
Immediately.
Jack loves coordinating and doing the coordinated movements. I'm excited to see him on the Lachey in 10 minutes. I think he's going to have a great time with that.
We've got Eric replacing some tape.
Yeah. No blood technicals yet tonight.
No blood technicals.
That's too bad.
Can't use our musical stinger, which I have not made yet.
I'll just sing. Wait until my rendition of blood technical.
Oh, Neve going for the high right foot.
Yep.
Look at this.
Oh, she's got her hand in the crack. She's fist jamming now.
Come on, Neve.
She's
Wow.
trying
That
not
is
to fist
such
jam.
an awkward position. It's
Yeah.
so uncomfortable.
I had such a bad
That-
time with that jam.
Where the seam where the walls meet,
Yep.
the higher one is angled really steeply
Yeah, it's very
toward
steep,
you. It's
very
it's not straight up and down the wall. It's like being in a cave.
Exactly.
So it's pushing you away from the holds and off of the wall, and it's really uncomfortable, that position.
We got Matt on problem 3, just trying to navigate through this sea of red volumes. Speaking of number 3, hi Tyler. Tyler in the chat, the person who put up these holds on problem number 3, who was stuck at the gym with me until 1 a.m.
The doors were locked.
Yeah,
There was no leaving.
there's no leaving. But he brought snack-size McFlurries for all of us, so
Ooh.
it kind of made the night go significantly better.
That is the way to do
I had
it.
the Biscoff McFlurry.
Biscoff?
Yes.
What is that? Is that
So-
like a
I believe it's an Italian cookie, I want to say.
biscotti?
No,
That's definitely an Italian cookie.
that's definitely okay.
Maybe
Biscoff
Biscoff
is just
is a brand
cookie.
name
It's
of
a
an
brand name
Italian cookie.
Yes, it's like a cinnamon-style crunchy cookie.
Never heard of it in my life.
Imagine
okay,
an
Neve.
Oreo, but with no filling and
Up it.
completely different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then you'll get a Biscoff. Oh, that one got me.
I don't know if you've ever ordered a McFlurry that was anything bigger than a snack size, but it's always a mistake.
Yeah,
I once
for
ordered
sure.
a small McFlurry, and I could not. I was eating it for like 3 full days.
Yeah, yeah. I was climbing Belgian, says Tyler. Thank you.
Belgian.
Yeah.
Biscoff. All right, well, I got to look that up. Never heard of it in my life. Neve really makes those crimps look good and usable,
Yep.
which I did not find them to be, but she's
See-
just up there. Look, she's hanging. She's campusing them.
The thing
Get
that
out of town.
infuriates everyone about the youth team
Oh
is
my.
how they can make really bad holds look really
She
good.
was campusing on those.
and how they can flash everyone's projects.
Oh, I'm furious about that. That was amazing. She just
Furious
lost feet
and
just
hyped.
hung there on those 2 crimps. I can't explain to you how bad those crimps felt to
Yeah.
me. You can't even see them. They're under the volume. But they're just very small finger edge holds that you can just kind of lock the tips of your fingers into.
Yeah.
And and she was just able to hang from them. That was amazing.
Yeah, Neve very handy with crimps. got Matt on number 3. Still trying to navigate this press sequence here. He's got his hands and his feet in the right position. If he can bump his left foot up, he'll be able to get a bit more push out to the right from his left foot. He's got to go into this elevator doors, sneak his left foot up. There you go. This looks promising. 20 seconds left. He's got one hand on the finish, 2 hands on the finish. That is a top from Matt. Nice.
Awesome.
What a good sport day for Matt.
I think somebody called top on the second to last hold for him, but he thankfully ignored them.
Ignore that. Judges just trying to throw off our climbers.
Yeah.
It's mental warfare
It's
out
an
there.
added element of difficulty.
Oftentimes when climbers are on the wall, I'm like, hey, get off. Hey, you're done. All right, our next climber. From Jack to Zach, it's Zach. That took all of 5 seconds for me to construct, and I regret it wholeheartedly. Zach has been climbing for 6-ish years. Maybe that says 5-ish. I don't know. He's climbing the blue tape circuit. Fun fact about Zach, when's the album coming out? No idea what that means.
I will confirm that is definitely a 5 and not a 6.
Okay, that's good.
5-ish years.
Good. When's the album coming out? I don't know.
Funnily enough, I actually do have an album coming out on September 26th, but I
Perfect.
don't know if that's what he's talking about.
No, he's talking about my album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The Bear Claws.
Yes, yeah.
When is that coming out?
I have no idea. We're working on it. Like every week, we do a little bit more work on it. So
Meanwhile, Zach has just flashed this problem,
he's
I
flashed
believe.
the problem.
Yep.
Zach, if you
That
get
was
4
pretty quick.
flashes, you'll get the first copy of the new album. How about that? First copy out goes to you. 4 flashes. You've heard it here first. Right. We have Gwen moving up to boulder number 4, green tape. She flashed the white tape, made it look very easy, and did it in under a minute. Torben on problem number 3. We still haven't seen a zone of this problem yet. Very, very challenging compressy problem, physical problem. And Angie on number 2. This is the Lachey problem, the campus monkey bar swinging problem.
2 very quick flashes this round. Oh, look at this drop knee that Gwen is attempting. Wow.
That's cool.
That's flexibility.
This is one of my favorite parts of the wall in our gym. It's like a little dihedral. Both sides of the wall are untextured, so you really can't press on it. You have to rely on whatever holds we give you inside of that corner.
Gwen's just willing that foot to get. Yes,
Yep,
there
able
she
to get the
goes.
hand-foot match. That is a zone. She needs to push all her weight onto her right foot and balance on that little sphere.
Yeah, that's
That
going to
was
be a
good.
tough
That looked
move.
really good.
She did
Angie's
really, really well
able
to
to
get
get
up there.
to the Lachey hold. So now she needs to generate a bit of swing, which you can see she's doing now. Face her hips towards the target, which you can see she's doing now. And hopefully swing right to the zone hold. Feet first, hand second.
Gwen getting right back on the wall. Little rest from Torben and Angie. Having a good think about it.
A good think.
Gaining some strength back. Oh, Gwen's figured that move out.
Yeah, she's
That
got that
looked way
dialed down.
smoother.
One of my
Awesome.
favorite parts about competition climbing is watching people like learn moves in real time. First time you get on it might be, really good balance from Gwen. She's
That
on the
was
zone,
awesome.
walking her feet through.
So close now. It's
Just needs to get on the other side of that zone hold, all the way on the right side. She's got a foot she's going to reach out to. It's a big foothold, so it's a really big
balancey
target.
game from here.
You just want to move nice and slowly. 1 millimeter at a time. There we go.
Angie holding that swing really nicely.
Nice. Really good work from everyone on the mats right now. We've got a lot of action going on. Gwen's on the last move. Angie going for the swing. So close from Angie. And really close from Gwen, too. Very good attempt. Very good learning in the
Definitely.
short time that she had on this boulder.
She's looks like she's heading back. She's got maybe just enough time. She made such good progress on that. Really impressive stuff.
Solid work.
Torben has been on there for a while. He's been trying to work. It looked like he was trying to skip that first hold almost. He was getting his right hand up to the zone.
So initially, fun fact, this problem, the zone hold was a little bit better oriented, but at a youth training camp this morning, they were able to go right hand to zone and skip a lot of the compression. So I had to make this hold significantly worse in order to block that break. I think this problem would have been flashed quite a few times if we had left the zone in its
Right.
state that it was in at 9 a.m. So it is a lot harder than where it was this
Much
morning.
more difficult now.
Exactly
Gwen,
what Torben's doing is what we don't want to have happen.
Gwen has cruised into this position.
Yeah, lots of learning from
And this is
from
a
Gwen.
big move for the last bit, getting all your weight onto that right foot. Yes. It's an awesome, awesome attempt from Gwen.
Lots of learning, or LOL, as I say
LOL.
in my books.
Lots of learning.
Lots of learning.
And that's what that's going to mean for sure. That's going to do it for this round.
That's gonna do it for
looks
this
like.
round.
And we're welcoming somebody new. Who are we bringing up?
An old favorite, an old friend, Camilo.
That was a quick edit. Downgraded from a favorite to a friend very quickly.
Just like so. Camilo's been climbing for 2 years, all of them here at Reach. He'll be climbing the blue tape circuit, and fun fact, he likes pockets.
He likes pockets.
Unfortunately, there are none of those in this circuit, so that's too bad.
Oh, he likes. You know what I was thinking of, like on pants.
Oh, like on pants. Yeah.
I really was.
Camilo, known for his cargo pants, and he's got Neve on the coordination
Neve with
boulder.
a big wind up.
Matt on number 4, just getting started out in this press chimney.
Pretty awkward this move on the green tape.
Yeah, definitely. You're just doing a lot of pushing and pressing and trying to navigate, and it's I would say more awkward if you're taller because you have more space to fit into a small box.
Mm-hmm.
That's a zone from Matt.
Oh my!
Oh,
What's
as Tyler
going on?
comes by,
someone's bringing chalk.
and offers up a chalk bag.
I'm not sure that this is the.
Something tells me
Oh,
that didn't
my
help
goodness.
because he just bumped his unchalked hand anyways.
I think the sheer confusion of what was happening just willed Matt through that sequence.
IFSC, are you watching? You don't have judges like that. Judges that bring chalk bags out for the athletes.
All right, Camilo winding up.
Not only do we have the best commentating team, but we have the best judges too.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Jack isn't doing Lachey. Jack is doing the blue tape crack climb.
Yeah.
And he's trying to
something
skip.
that I, in a moment of extreme frustration, also tried at the very
He's trying
end.
to go away from the crack.
Thought maybe I could just jump to that.
Yeah, just launch.
But no.
When in
That's
doubt, just skip everything. All right, Matt on the last move. He's got one hand on the crimp. He finds balance. That's 2 hands. That's 3 out of 4, I believe, for Matt. What do you think's better, Danny? Golfing a 73 or getting 3 tops, 4 zones in an Onsight night?
I would have to go with the 3 zones because golf bores me senseless.
Take that. Take that, golfers in the chat.
I'm starting beef.
Starting beef.
I'm starting beef on behalf of Reach with golf.
With just golf in general.
As a concept.
Oh, there goes the camera.
Oh,
It's
Camilo's
back.
almost found that foot.
Very
He's
close.
having a very similar first boulder to how I felt on that thing, just over and over again.
Yeah, you do
almost,
like a
almost,
little bit
there
of
it is,
learning every
almost.
single attempt. A little bit more, a little bit more. And then by like 1 minute when your heart's going, that's when
Yeah.
that's when you really
Oh, I
get
got
close.
my cardio in on that one today. All right, Jack, show us what this is supposed to look like. I'd really love to see this sequence.
Yeah, I think this is the hardest boulder of the round. Well, clearly it is because it's the only one that has been topped so far in the blue tape circuit. It's just a very
Definitely,
novel concept. Like it's something that you don't climb in the gym too often. So close from Camilo again. So you don't get a lot of practice in crack climbs in climbing gyms.
Mhm.
In climbing gyms that don't have wacky setters that stay up till 1 a.m. setting
Yes.
nonsense.
But I've said it before and I'll say it again. Best setting in Ontario, probably in Canada.
Shucks.
So come on out to Reach
Gee
and try
whiz.
the cool boulders. Katrina retracted.
I
Felt bad about that.
I was looking at the chat as we were talking, and she called us lame initially and then redacted that message. So,
Changed her mind.
oh, we got. Matt asking if the bag assist counts as any deductions, and I'd say that's -1 top. That's what I would say.
That's an instant DQ.
Yeah.
An instant Dairy Queen.
An instant Dairy Queen, which, to be honest, sounds really nice right about now. It's very warm in here.
Yeah, if anyone's coming in, bring some DQ.
Yeah, if you're coming in, please DQ for Danny and I with some Biscoff cookies.
Yeah, bring a box of Biscoff and some DQ. All right, let's go, Neve. Big move.
You absolutely don't have to feel bad, Katrina. We are very lame.
No, yeah.
I think very self-aware about that.
No,
too.
I think you were within your rights. You were well within your rights.
100%.
I really
yeah.
want to try this boulder the way that Eric wanted it to be.
Yeah, it's pretty
done.
fun to
Now
do it. It's my rule for all like paddles or momentum-based moves is like if you're strong enough to stop, you'll just stop. So we try and set it for an intended audience. I think if we were setting this black tape, that hold for your hands would be a lot worse, and that volume would be a lot worse. But we wanted to see his problem go.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it was also a reading issue. Once I got into that position, I thought, oh, I must have done this right. But then I didn't know what I didn't know how to.
100%
I
how to
thought,
get
oh,
out
I
of
can
it.
just get up there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We didn't welcome our next climber to the mats. Top left corner of your screen, it's Aaliyah. Aaliyah's been climbing for a year and 10 months. She is climbing on the blue tape circuit, as you can see. She's on the black holds. She owned 3 fish and a frog, and the frog ate her fish.
That's.
My question is, why would you keep them in the same enclosure?
How did the frog get in there?
Yeah.
How big were the fish? I have a lot of questions.
How big
We're going to
was
have to bring
frog?
Aaliyah over here after her circuit and ask her some
just
questions
ask,
about these fish and frogs.
One thing I thought of earlier, we saw Christian, right?
Yeah.
We did not get a doo-doo the clown fact.
That's right. We didn't get a doo-doo the
It was
clown
not a
fact
doo-doo-
from
yeah.
Christian. What was his fact? You've crumpled it up and thrown it on the floor.
I've crumpled most of the
We will never
facts.
find it again.
Yes, I can find Larry's again. It's a full 7-page document, so I can easily get that one.
No, we don't get to deepen the lore of Doo-Doo the Clown.
Yeah, it was
for
too bad.
Christian. I'm a little bit devastated. Oh, look at what Torben is
Whoa.
doing.
Torben's pistol squatting on a really bad foothold, and he was trying to grab
Yikes.
another foothold that is like flush to the wall and not at all a handhold.
So I think Zach has already missed out on your offer to if he flashes everything.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, that he
Album's
gets
not
the
coming
album,
out.
So
Yep.
there you go. Another fun fact: it was very exciting a couple of months ago to watch Aaliyah climbing, representing Team Canada in the World Cup on the speed team in China.
Yep.
That was spectacular.
Once in China and then again in Salt Lake City the next month. So she's been to 2 World Cups now, and she's hoping to be a part of the national team moving forward for the seasons to come, and hopefully eventually the Olympics.
So awesome. And that's Aaliyah on the top left of your screen, working out problem number 1 of the blue tape circuit. She almost
Very
had it
close
right
to
there.
that
Held that
coordination,
for a
yes.
second. I'm not sure. So Zach is still on. Have we had a top on number 3?
We have maybe had a top on number 3. Who's on number 3 right now? That's a great question. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Did Angie top 3?
Yes.
I think that's what happened.
Yes, I believe that's
Yeah.
what happened, yes. Very bad at keeping track of 4 people at once. It's quite hard.
It's tricky
quite a
when there's
challenge.
4 at once.
Plus, we've got to be funny,
Oh, Aaliyah!
entertaining. Oh, so close to
Oh.
Malia.
Aaliyah was right there. And there, yeah, she's using a toe. I think, did I end up using a heel? I actually have no idea what I ended up
You towed.
using.
You
Did
used
I
to toe,
toe
yeah.
as well?
Yeah. Ooh, close. So one of the big things with this first move, on problem 1, is swinging into the wall, not just swinging to the right. Ooh, so close. The more momentum you generate into the wall, the more time you have, more time you're giving yourself to catch that toe hook.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if Zach can make sense of this crack sequence.
Zach is quite good with crimps, so he's making this intro sequence look pretty easy too. As I say that, a commentator curse him on the ground. My
and he
bad.
looks at his fingers in dismay.
And he's like,
as you
crimps are my least favorite holds, is what's going through his head right now. But
For reference, those are the holds that Neve not so long ago was hanging off of
Yes.
campusing with no feet at all.
I say this because I used to coach Zach, so I knew how he climbs and
Yes.
climbed, and he's good at crimps.
Oh, Aaliyah trying
Leah's
to go
trying to like
straight
shuffle through. That's cool. But the hold you're ending on, closer to that corner of the wall.
More of a foot.
Yeah, it's more of a foot.
Yeah.
Actually, it was meant to be a hand for the shorter people. You come down to the volume with your feet and go to that small crimp with your hands, and then you jump straight up into that slotted hold. So a little bit different from how you did it earlier today.
That would be hard.
Yeah, tricky.
That would be hard to do. Look at her go! Oh my
I
goodness!
love that beta.
That
That's
was
so
so
cool.
impressive.
That's every beta at once. That's a toe catch. That's a shuffle.
Running back up with 10 seconds.
That's so cool.
Wow.
3 seconds left. Great work.
She's gonna make that work after the comp.
Oh, I believe it.
I would
believe
love
it.
to see that beta go.
All
Who
right.
are we bringing up?
We are bringing up our next climber, Elizabeth. Elizabeth's been climbing for 10 months with a question mark. I don't know. You have to guess it, chat. You guess how long she's been climbing for. We don't know. She'll be climbing the green tape circuit. There she is, top left corner of your screen. And a fun fact about her, she used to be a fencer or do fencing.
She used to do fencing.
Used to do fencing.
Very exciting.
We got golfers. We got fencers.
Golfers and fencers. I wonder what a 73 in fencing is.
You stab your opponent.
73 stabs?
73
Whoa,
times.
big fall from Jack.
Whew.
He's trying to palm press on that foothold.
Jack's known for 3 things: forgetting his water bottle, coordination moves, and enormous falls.
Big, impressive
like the most
falls.
outrageous falls you've ever seen. Neve is shooting me a look.
Ah.
I'm waving at Neve. Oh, close from Jack. I think if we're going to see that like redirect, that swing one side to another, it's going to be Jack tonight who does it.
Elizabeth is really, really making good use of those slopers.
Yes. Yeah.
That was so awesome to stick that.
I believe that might have been first go. She just
I think
needs to
this
get
is a
into
flash. Now,
compressed box.
this is a tough last position, and she is going to flash.
That is a flash from
Problem
Elizabeth.
number 1 on the green tape, and
Really well done.
I believe that might be the first top we've seen of that problem.
I think it might be, yes. Yep.
Awesome
great work
stuff
from
from Elizabeth.
She's a
Camillo.
member of our youth team as well. There's a lot of them coming in tonight.
Yes.
Ooh, so close from
Neve
Neve.
has read that.
She just needs
I
to get
think exactly right. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. You just need to get up and over your feet, trust the foothold that you're standing on, and then you continue to walk your feet up.
I was able to kind of reach.
Jack's able to stop.
I think he is going to go to
He's
the
going
left
to zone.
still.
Yep. And then we got a little pop over. We get to see the last move. Yes,
Oh,
that's the move we
yeah.
wanted. That was the move we wanted.
Awesome.
We love to see it.
Awesome stuff from Jack.
I hope he just did that to make Eric feel good, because
He looked at it and said, I could break this.
he could. Yeah.
Or I could go do it the cool way.
I really like that last sequence.
That's
you have
very
to come
cool.
back to
Catching
the hold
that
and
hold
re-catch
again.
it.
Yeah. Really hard to account for, how do you make it good enough that you can do the move dynamically and bad enough that you can't stop?
Exactly.
It's a really tough equation. Yes!
There we go from Neve. Amazing work.
Awesome stand up from Neve. So close to the end here.
All right, she's got to walk her feet up, trust her feet, walk her. She wants to. She said she doesn't want to. Currently
There's a lot
arguing
of
with the
back and
crowd.
forth. The crowd.
Everyone is
willing
yelling at her, and
on,
she's yelling at
Neve
everyone.
Yelling no back at them. That was fantastic.
That was
nice
really good.
big stand up into the undercling. That's a big move to the top.
Neve puts a
from
lot of
there.
work into these coordinated moves and into everything she does, really. Like, you constantly see her on the speed wall many hours a week. You constantly see her doing these coordination moves, just attempt after attempt after attempt. So if there's one person who has the commitment to get this move done, it's definitely Neve.
I think she's going to have time for another attempt. Going to take a nice rest.
Yep, more than enough time. All of our climbers
we're
resting
down
right now.
to 2 and 4. We're
2 and 4.
down to. There hasn't been a lot of switching to do.
No,
because
no.
everyone's been staying on the mats
These are some hard problems. What can I
with
say?
some tough boulders. But we've got a couple of tops, so we can punch in here and see, get a better look at Camillo struggling in the same way I did with these 2 crimps.
Valid. Neve pulling on for another attempt with 1 minute and 13 seconds left. Able to get this coordination move. Big stand up into an undercling. Really good from
Yes.
Neve. Yep, we love that. Really cool looking move.
See how quick she's
Just needs
made.
to walk her feet up to where her hands are now. With a smear.
Yes, come
There we
on.
go. One hand.
One hand,
2
2 hands. Big
That's
top
it.
from Neve. That's awesome.
Great perseverance, great commitment from Neve.
That was spectacular. She's singing about not liking the boulder on the way down. That was fantastic from Neve.
Camilo's got
An
maybe
awesome
one more
circuit.
attempt, but I
Camilo's gonna
believe
have
he's throwing
30
his hands up in the
seconds.
air.
I'm not sure if he's coming back.
He's throwing his hands up in the air sometimes.
I was done with this one.
Saying Ayo.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
I'm going to not go.
What is saying AO? I don't.
I'll throw my hands up in the air sometimes. Ayo. That's
Baby,
going to be on
Let Go.
YouTube
That's
forever.
what it is. Baby, let go.
Yeah. That's
I
going to be on
think.
YouTube forever now.
Could be Let's Go.
Do you get copyright struck from
Singing it?
singing horribly?
Hey, man, you can get copyright struck from anything at all.
Nice.
On
Come at me,
YouTube.
YouTube.
There's no way of knowing. All right.
All right.
Who
next
are we
climber.
welcoming?
We've got Max.
Max.
I believe this might be
Mark?
Max's Mark. We got Mason. This is Max's first time doing an Onsight, I believe. He's been climbing for 1.5 years. He'll be climbing on the white tape circuit, and he likes portaging. Portaging.
Nice. Now that's a fun fact.
That is a fun fact.
Take note.
I wonder if
People
he
who
just
climb
likes
in this stream who are watching it back later. That's a fun fact.
Exactly. Didn't have to take 10 minutes to read it. Wasn't about an injury or something, some medical anomaly that you have.
Oh, that was my fun fact.
Yeah, it was your fun fact. I know, I was calling you out.
I think that counts
Yeah.
as a fun fact.
I talked about tight esophagus muscles because that's what you have when you can't burp because I
Is
have
that
it
the
too.
idea?
Yeah,
Is that the issue?
that's
Oh,
the
okay.
issue.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I believe it leads to like grinding of the teeth and like tight jaw muscles too.
I do all that.
Yeah.
Angie cruising through this last white tape problem.
Let's just talk about our jaws while these people climb. Angie just needs to get balance over this left foot. We saw Julia do it earlier. It is a very committing hold, very committing move to get into this corner here.
We have opened the garage
back bay
door,
door.
and now my camera is blowing out
Nice.
from all of the daylight that's come in onto this wall.
Got a nice little cross breeze going on though, so give it a little, take a little. Aaliyah on problem number 2, just getting through these crimps here. She's got the cross, which is what we intended. Cross your hands to get a little bit more to the right when you get into that crack.
I think I am going to go fix these cameras.
That makes sense. I can vamp.
But yeah, you be right back.
I'll work the crowd. What's up, all 12 of you watching? We got Max. He's on the green tape problem now, so clearly he upgraded past the white, and he's just working on that paddle. We got Zach working on this coordinated move. Ooh, he's going for like a palm press move. I really like that. I like that beta. It's creative and inventive. Oh, Sarah is on the mats now for truck. So close from Angie. Fingertips on that last hole. Just needs to stand up. Max stuck the paddle. Able to hold the swing, top left corner of your screen. He's got to heel up where his hands should be, so he's got to drop his feet down onto the wall, start smearing, and just really trust the smears as he holds on to those slopers. Angie's still navigating the last move of problem number 4. She's got her foot in the right spot. She's got her eyes on the hold. She just needs to stand up first and then tip over second. Obviously easier said than done when you're trying to trust all your whole body weight on the hold the size of a toonie, let's say. It's called a toonie. But I think she's in a way better position now. She's rocked over her foot. She just needs to keep bumping her right foot up. She's got this. A little bit of commitment. Stand up all the way onto that left foot. Aaliyah back on problem number 2. Still working through those crimps. Danny's back.
I'm back. We've set up the stream in such a way that it's a feat of athleticism to get back into our chairs.
I call it problem number 5. All right, let's see what Zach does for this attempt here. He's really opting for that palm press. He's got it chipped
on the
out.
starting holder or on the volume.
We thought maybe people would do that. We thought maybe people would jump straight up to the zone, which I think I saw you do
That
once.
was the first thing I tried, and
Yeah.
then I thought, I don't think that's going to work. Or at least I don't think that's the way to do it.
It's a really bad hole doing one, too, that's for sure. We've got a minute left for our climbers.
1 minute left. Here comes Aaliyah.
Starting off this climb. These crimps have proven to be really difficult. Really hard to get balanced underneath them.
He's got the high foot.
I think her foot's a little bit too high. She might need to swap out her feet first to get into the crack and then bring her foot up once her hand's in there.
I would love to see that sequence go.
Zach looking for any way out of this beta. I think he was looking at that zone hold early. See if he tries to go up straight to it. No, but very close for that position there. That was good. One more attempt from Angie.
It's going to be down to the wire.
Yep. She's got to get her feet sorted and stand up pretty quickly. She's got this. Stand up all the way. Come on.
Oh,
She's rocked over with a couple seconds left. I think that's going to be time. Yep, that is time. All right, well, a great circuit from Angie. So we say goodbye to her. We'll say hello to Kurt. Kurt's here.
Kurt!
Kurt!
Uh-oh, Kurt's not supposed to be climbing.
Longtime friend. Longtime reach climber. Longtime Onsight nighter. He commentated a couple times. He's been climbing.
Is Kurt going to be climbing one-handed?
He will, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So that's kind of the fun fact, I believe. He's been climbing for over 2.5 years. He's climbing the white tape circuit with one arm only because he has a finger injury with his left hand. Unrelated to climbing, believe it or not, the finger injury.
Wow.
Jack flashes the blue tape circuit within like 10 seconds.
Yeah, you look away for a minute, and Jack has
someone's
already
on the
flashed
wall.
the,
Yeah.
the
Kurt
boulder.
flashes problem number 1 with one arm.
A one-armed flash. That's maybe his new nickname.
Yeah. His fun fact is he was on jury for a murder trial.
Wow.
Final one-armed. It's also his final one-armed on-site night. So we say goodbye to one-armed Flash after
Excellent.
tonight.
Okay, well, we got the nickname just in time.
That's good.
Oh,
also,
Elizabeth cutting loose with the feet and holding that
really
swing.
good on the last move here. She's got to swing up to that last hold. This is where easy,
Yeah.
casual.
I think that might be the first top of that problem as well.
That was, yeah. Elizabeth's going for all 4 today.
Elizabeth crushing the green tapes.
Also, I just want to talk about how a murder trial is not a fun fact.
I think that is a fun fact.
Is it?
See, this is where we differ on our. I just think.
Are you a true
when
crime
people
person?
say, "Oh, I have no fun fact," or
Yeah.
"Oh, what I'm 20 or whatever," that's like that's not a fun fact. I have a dog. That's not a fun fact. You
Yeah.
know? But I was jury on a murder trial. That's a fun fact.
I was
That's a fun
convicted
fact
at a
about
murder
yourself.
trial.
I was
Is that a
convicted
fun
of
fact?
murder.
Where does it end? Where's the line for you?
Tonight I shall kill again.
I'm just reading this verbatim, chat.
Oh, look at this.
Elizabeth's going
upgrading
on to the blue tape circuit.
I'm not sure who's still on the wall.
Camilo's on number 3. Jack is trying to
getting
go
on.
for the black tape circuit.
Oh yes, okay.
And Elizabeth is going on the blue tape
That's
circuit.
That's why I'm confused because Jack finished number 4 and then got
Jack
back
is
on.
going to do some nonsense for this problem, so we might as well watch. I think it would be a good thing to watch because he's going to
Absolutely.
pull some very funky beta, and he's going to make it work. You heard it here first.
Absolutely, we're going to stay with number 4.
I think I mentioned this as well, but Elizabeth, a new member of our competitive team, really interested in speed climbing.
Awesome. Welcome, Elizabeth.
And Jack is an OG member of the Reach
Camilo
competitive
trying
team.
to static that move.
I believe it's the long arms for sure.
With long enough arms, you can static just about anything, can't
Anything's possible with long arms.
you? A long enough set of arms can break just about anything you can set.
I'm stuck with these short, stubby. I have a -1 wingspan, so
Oh, really?
yeah. Yeah, it was a curse.
Well, it hasn't held you back.
Mom, Dad, if you're listening,
Thanks for that.
thanks for that. Good attempt from Camilo. He's reaching for a foothold, though, which is kind of facing the wrong way.
Bit of a frustrated arm shake there.
Yeah.
It does feel like it does look. It's funny that that foothold. We've seen a number of people try to use it in some way as they go across.
Yeah.
And it does kind of feel like maybe that's going to be what it's meant for, but
For
it
sure.
is not.
Yeah.
I think committing and getting 2 hands on that big hold is going to make a big difference.
Jack walking away from the black tape. We still haven't seen a intended way or a successful way of getting to that zone hold. But we do have some more black tape climbers coming up tonight. So
Well, let's take some calls, Brandon.
some calls.
Yeah, the number's flashing on your screen right
Yeah.
now.
Call in.
live.
Give us your thoughts.
Bring, bring.
Hello.
Oh, hey. I just wanted to say I think Reach is great.
Nice. Oh, we got another $2,000 donation.
I think Camilo can static that for sure. And I love Reach. I just love Reach. Hey, is your refrigerator running? All right, bye-bye.
This is low even for us. Like even by our standards, this is bad.
Nobody's climbing. Nobody will climb things.
Fair. Valid and fair. All right.
Listen, if you don't climb, we take calls.
That's all we do. Yeah. Carl's our next climber on the mats. He's been climbing for ages. He'll be on the green tape circuit, and fun fact about him, nothing new today.
Nothing new today. See, now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, when we say fun fact, we really mean, how's your day going?
Put your murder in there.
Put your murder trial. Carl, what's going on in your life? Tell us.
Carl also not willing to tell us how long he's been climbing for.
Yeah.
Just going with ages.
Very little information from Carl. Yeah. If you want to guess anything about Carl, you're welcome to.
Whoa, was that a break of the Lachey? I think that was a Lachey break on the white tape circuit.
On the white tape?
There,
He was just able to reach through, eh?
Sorry?
He was
just
able to
reach right
Cool.
through, I think.
We were talking about that. If you do have the span, you'll lachey and reach from hold to hold with your arms. We think that's cool because white tape circuits are meant to introduce movement.
Yeah.
So you're still getting the lachey move by swinging your hips from one side to the other, but you might not necessarily be letting go and letting your body swing into the wall. Wall was the noun
Wall.
I was looking for. So
Tough noun, Wall.
Gwen says, fantastic setting team. Thank you, Gwen. We appreciate that. We worked pretty hard for this set this time around. I'm feeling very tired feelings right now. But it's all worth it when we see all the climbers climbing on these problems and doing some cool moves.
All right.
Speaking of which, Zach's on the last move of this blue tape. This will be the second top of the night for him. Absolutely cruised
it.
it.
Top for Zach.
And a single tear
single
streams down his
tear.
face. Zach is leaving us pretty soon. I think he's off to somewhere out west for school.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well.
We wish Zach the best. And visit us,
About
please.
to see another top on this second green tape problem.
Oh, sick.
And that is awesome from
Max.
Mark.
Matthew.
If your name starts with M-A, you're going to be Mark.
You're going to get it, yeah.
Oh, Aaliyah very close to that first
Oh, and that is a
sequence.
top for Max as well. Nice.
I said that a minute. Oh, you're watching the YouTube.
Oh.
Which is on a delay.
Oh, my bad.
We were just talking about Max's top. You corrected me on his name when I mentioned that he down. You only have your only thing that you can hear is when I have an error. If I say something wrong, you can pick it up and correct it instantly, and everything else just bounces right off of you. that I talk
Aaliyah
about.
sticks the move, though. That was kind of cool. See if she uses the zone or opts to the finish. I had a really good disguise of being tired up until this point. I was able to hide that quite well.
Now that's what you wanted to happen on that boulder.
Yes,
is
you can't
wanted,
stay on it for
to
too
not be
long.
able
You
to
just
hold
got to
that
go right into
position.
the next swing and then just run it out.
So maybe we'll see Aaliyah make an adjustment there and try to do it Eric's way.
I hope so. I'd love to see Nintendo Beta. Oh, I think Zach's getting on the black tape slab,
Yeah,
which is cool.
That's why I didn't do the edit. He kept looking at it, and I thought
Zach
maybe
is
he
a
was gonna get back
phenomenal
up there.
slab climber. Great coordination from
Oh,
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah making that so smooth.
Like palming down on a foothold. Can you believe
and there's
that?
the foot high.
Ooh, I think
What's she
she
gonna do?
could just go to the finish from this position.
Yeah, I think she hasn't seen how close it is.
Yeah, she's got to look up at the finish because
Yeah.
she's able to stop. She was strong enough to stop there. She could just go right up.
Yeah, if she gets a look at how close she is to that top hold, I think she could just whack a hand up.
Exactly. That's all climbing is, just whacking a hand up.
Whack up a hand, whack up a foot.
21 years of coaching, and I could have just told the kids and adults, have you tried like whacking a hand up?
You tried just whacking a hand up there? That's why you're the coach, and I do the cameras. This is amazing, though, this swapping the hand to where, or the foot to where her hand
Really
is.
cool. Yeah.
So close. Okay, here comes Carl into these weird slopers, no feet.
He was able to static the heck out of that paddle dyno. I love it.
This is a really powerful sequence.
It is, yeah. Your feet are just like smearing against the wall, and your hands aren't very good.
Oh,
and they get
little
worse
foot
and worse
slip,
and worse.
But he's held it.
He's got to get
Come
that
on,
right foot
Carl.
up. There it is. He's got to get that right hand solid. Back flag with his left foot if he can. You'll see his left foot creep
Oh,
underneath
what
him.
a fight to make that top.
Fantastic
That was
work
awesome.
from Carl. Yeah. Second top of the night on that problem.
Yeah, that's been a tough one for our
Ooh.
green tape climbers.
Aaliyah threw a lot of momentum behind that last attempt, and she got a good hold of that zone, but I don't think it was enough, and I think her time is running out.
That is going to be it for this
Round.
crop,
But we got crop. What a crop.
the
of
current
climbers.
crop of climbers.
Our next addition to the crop is Jason. Jason's been climbing for many years. So arbitrary.
Jason
these
and
climbers.
Carl, both very dodgy about
Yeah.
telling us how long they've been climbing for. For some reason, that's a secret.
It says how many years you've been climbing, and it just says many years, you know. Green tape circuit for Jason tonight. Fun fact about Jason. Oh, I love this. This is a very fun fact. Reach is my favorite gym in the GTA.
Hell yeah.
Let's
Now
go.
there's a fun fact.
Danny is yawning at that fun fact.
I chose to power through it for some reason.
Elizabeth getting a flash of this red holds problem. She's 3 for 3 now. And I believe these are all flashes.
Let's wait till two hands are on. You almost commentator cursed Elizabeth
No,
there. But
I had
you
full
kn-
faith
You
in her.
knew that she was going to
I know when a climber's about to flash, like Camilo over here, who's also going to flash this problem once he gets his left foot up. One hand.
That is
Two
a flash
hands.
for Camilo, and I believe a flash
And a flash
for
from Jason.
Jason.
Flashes all around.
Flashes everywhere. Okay, we're
Let's
gonna be
focus in
looking
on
at 2
Kurt.
and 3.
Yeah, on problem number 2. Because he texted me earlier today, and he's like, are there any problems that would be good for me to climb one-handed? And I immediately thought about this problem where you're lashaying into the wall, swinging on your arms, monkey bars. And I texted him, I've got some bad news.
And he is now discovering what
And he's
that
now
bad
discovering
news
the bad
is.
news, yes. So he is on a 40-degree incline with one arm. I want to see what happens. We'll see.
Oh
my
my
goodness.
I'm a little nervous for that left hand.
Yeah. He might injure another arm with this one. It's just going to be a massive horizontal dyno to the wrong side with one arm. And then you got to do it again.
Yeah, this is rough.
It is very rough. Fortunately, the next problem, number 3, I think will be a good fit for Kurt. But I still want to see some really strong attempts from him for the next 2.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a lot of climbing with one arm since the finger injury. We've done a lot of work on like how to build momentum and how to land lightly on the holds by using hip-generated momentum. And I think he's going to be a really coordinated climber at the end of this once he gets his left hand back.
We all should climb with one hand for a couple of months.
Next time you're at the gym, chat, anyone listening,
Give it a try.
give it a try. Try climbing one-handed. It's a really cool way to build coordination. Really cool way to learn about balance as well, because you're not always climbing fast. Sometimes you're climbing slowly and putting most of the weight into your feet. It's a useful training tool. But what do I know about climbing? All you got to do is whack a hand up.
Just whack a hand
Just
up,
whack
man.
a hand up.
Listen, I guess you could do all that stuff.
Or, hear
but
me
you-
out.
Seems like you haven't considered whacking up a hand.
That's, to be honest, literally what Kurt needs to do right now.
He really does. Oh, look at Elizabeth trying
Straight to zone.
the straight to zone beta with the added twist of putting a foot on that
That's pretty cool.
starting hold,
Yeah.
that starting hand hold.
Like she said in her bio, she's just climbing for, I think, a little bit over a year and already able to like read very complicated sequences. So we see Jason hop back onto blue tape number 1 with the toe catch. Ooh, just about
Pretty
sticks
close.
it too. Very close. 1 minute
Pretty
left. I think he's
close.
going to get this. Jason and his whole family, who will be climbing up next pretty soon, all from the Ottawa area. travel quite a distance to be here.
Amazing.
Well, I'm assuming not just to be here, but
Why not?
well, let's just say it. Yeah, they traveled just for this.
All the way from Ottawa
Yep.
to climb in this competition. Oh,
Ooh.
lost the right foot on the way over there.
Yeah. 30 seconds left. That might be it
I think
for
that's going to
all
be
of our
it for
climbers.
Jason.
Yeah.
Everybody's taking a break. We have to take a call, Brandon.
Oh, my
Nobody's
goodness.
getting on the wall. I think we have to go back to the phones.
Bring.
Yes, hello.
Is this the Reach Indoor Climbing podcast /
You are caller number 2.
Oh, my goodness.
You've won a brand new Subaru Outback.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, courtesy of Reach Indoor Climbing.
That is the most climber-specific car you could have named.
We all do tend to drive the Subarus, don't we?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, next
We're hanging up on
climber.
that caller.
Oh, that's okay. It's Jasmine. Jasmine's been climbing for 4 years. She'll be on the white tape circuit tonight. This is her first climbing comp ever. That's really cool. That's so exciting.
Welcome.
And she also skis.
Also skis. That will serve you well in the climbing world.
I
All about
skied-
balancing.
Yeah, for the first time in January this year, and it was a nightmare.
For the first time in your life?
First time in like 20 plus years.
Wow.
So let's say yes.
You're talking about winter skiing.
Winter skiing,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, because the last time I skied, I was a child, and when you're a child, you have way better balance,
It's
and you're not
true.
afraid of things.
Yes.
I have terrible balance as
Rubber
an adult,
bones and no
and
fear of
I'm
death.
afraid of everything.
Yeah.
So. Jasmine,
Wow,
afraid of
everybody-
nothing.
Everybody is doing everything right now. This
Yes.
is, everyone's on
Jasmine
making really
getting
good
zone.
progress.
Carl getting past zone. Max navigating, just
Okay,
touch the
Max
zone.
dropping, and that's a flash for our-
Jasmine.
For Jasmine.
Yep.
First
First comp and a
first
flash.
comp, first attempt.
We love to see it. Carl is just hanging around. Needs
This
to get
is
his feet
Carl's
somewhere.
flash attempt
This
as
is
well,
also
and
Carl's
he's one
flash.
move away. Up goes the right hand. Can he get it set? Yes, he can. That's a flash
2 hands
for
for Carl and a flash.
2 tops so far for Carl. Max is getting back on the wall. Look
Just
at
gotta
this
get into
weird,
this-
weird sequence.
There's a lot
he's
of
just
different ways to
gonna
climb it. That's
hold
cool.
that. Yeah,
I like
okay,
that a lot,
cool.
yeah. One hand on the finish. Just needs to get his feet sorted out. This is riskier than it looks.
There's
That's 2
the
hands.
top for
Nice top for Max. Leah's pass zone here. She managed to read the stand-up, the fast stand-up.
Yes,
Nice.
and
Really
sticks
good
it.
tension from the feet there. Awesome. Just needs to find a way to walk her feet up now. Most people who opt to do this move smear their feet into the wall to walk their left feet up. See what Leah does here.
Oh, so close.
Coming back, taking a little rest.
Yeah, once you get that stand up into the undercling, it's nervy stuff to the top.
Yeah,
The
this is a
top hold.
challenging move, especially if you're shorter as well, because your hold is right above your head. If it's like under your face, then it's easier to smear into the wall.
The top hold is not fantastic.
Yeah. Leah's still taking a break. Half of her time left. We were about 2/3 of the way down our list, just like that.
Whew.
It's been a very busy night. I feel like I haven't stopped talking,
No. No, you haven't.
which is probably a bad thing for the people listening at home. Sorry,
All right,
everyone.
Aaliyah.
All right.
Cruising through the opening sequence. Oh, using the
foot as a
using
hand.
the foothold
I like that a lot.
to move the left foot up.
Yep. It's not a good hold that's in her left hand
No,
right now,
I
but
could not make any use of that.
she's
But look,
making it
she's
look
used it all the way up into
very
that
easy.
undercling.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So she has to match her hands and smear her feet into the
Yeah,
wall.
walk those feet up
Yeah,
and get the
that's good left
get
foot
the left
placement,
foot up.
And that puts the handhold under your face, which is good for smearing.
Got to get that.
No.
She's gonna regroup and try it again.
Yeah.
She's got a minute and a half. There is enough time for another attempt. She's gonna need to
She's got the time.
rest. think
This is a
about
very
it.
scary move up at the top. You
It's
are
nervy. It's
yeah.
nervy to get up there.
about 14 feet off the ground, trusting your feet on texture alone.
Top of the slab wall.
Basically, if you look out to the wall, you can see it in the top right corner of your screen. The last hold is parallel to the balcony, to the upstairs balcony. So you're pretty much on our second floor.
You're a long way up, and it
By the time
feels
you're at
like
the
a
top.
long way up when you're up
Absolutely.
there for sure. You're
Yeah.
kind of you feel every foot between you and the mats.
That was poetic.
Yeah,
That was beautiful.
Well, that's me, man.
I think I'm crying right now.
The poet laureate of the climbing scene. All right. I love the way she does that move with that left hand in the
Really
in the
cool left
foothold.
hand, yeah.
Makes it look so smooth.
Okay, so now she's got to trust her feet into the smear to get her left. Ooh,
There's
opting
the
for the
foot
high step.
up high.
Yep. She can do it now. Just
Come
press
on,
into your left
Aaliyah.
foot. Stand,
Yes.
stand, stand. Come on.
Yes.
That's one hand to the top. That's two hands
That's
to the top.
a top for Aaliyah.
That is a top for Aaliyah. Really nice perseverance.
Awesome stuff. Little better every time. Learning something new every attempt.
I love the getting on the ground and regrouping. So
Yeah.
quality of your attempts improve.
Resting well. Kept her head. That was a great climb from Aaliyah. Who are we bringing up?
Our next climber. On to the
Yeah, I
mats.
thought you might give me more information.
We're bringing up our next climber,
Okay.
obviously.
Asked and answered.
It's Sophia. Sophia has been climbing for 10 years. She'll be on the black tape circuit tonight. Fun fact about her: she's from the Ottawa.
From the Ottawa.
From Ottawa. Another member of the family that you're seeing, kind of the crop, as Danny explained them.
This new crop of climbers.
Sophia trains at Coyote Rock Gym, which is a really cool gym out in Ottawa. That's actually where I had my first ever competition.
Wow.
Fun fact about me. But
And that would have been back in the late 80s.
Shut up.
One of the first competitions ever, I think.
It was 2004. And shut up. Sophia is on the black tape circuit. She's a quite accomplished youth athlete. I believe she's gone to nationals quite a few times. So she'll be making hopefully some quick. Oh, as we see Kurt flash problem number 3 with one arm.
Elizabeth is
Elizabeth
about to
flashing problem number 4.
Awesome. Cruised that problem, Elizabeth did.
Crazy. People are climbing fast. Okay, we're on problems 1 and 2 now.
1 and 2. I think Elizabeth is going to get on the blue tape.
That's true. Yeah,
so
Elizabeth's
we'll
trying
stay
the blue
with-
tape.
We'll stay with all 4.
Jason's upgraded to the blue tape as well. He's on the crack
Did he
climb.
do the green already, or did
He
he
is
just
not.
switch to the
I think
blue?
he just permanently switched.
Very nice.
Yeah. Which is good. I think the blue is going to give Jason the level of challenge that he wants.
Elizabeth tall enough to do this the way I did it.
That's amazing.
Cheat a little bit. I say cheat. It's not cheating.
It's not cheating, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Right from that foot, too.
Is she? I wasn't able to do that. I had to settle some feet, but yeah. Oh wow!
Oh, my goodness.
Look at this.
Just needs a second foot up. There it is. And a
Elizabeth
hand.
flashed
There
the
it
green
is.
and the
Flash
blue
of the green and the blue. That
on
was
number
crazy.
4.
Really good work from her.
Flash the black tape. Show us how to do this sequence that Brandon's
Yeah,
talking
seriously.
about.
Sophia just trying to navigate around this corner with the dual texture holds. Starting with the toe work. That was the intended start. Then you swap to a toe on. Ooh, she's aiming for the coordination move as I'm getting in Danny's way. Behind the desk. Is that
All good.
a quick edit?
Yeah.
We love a quick edit.
I bet nobody even noticed that I just edited something.
Oh, if you go back to all 4, you'll see Kurt. He flashed the green tape
Oh my goodness.
with one hand.
Oh no.
We got people flashing everything here.
People come down and then they go right back up. It's impossible to edit this
I believe
thing.
that was a Chumbawamba song. Get right down. Get back right up again.
Oh, it's so humbling when you accidentally do a Chumbawamba.
I can't even count on one hand the number of times I've done a Chumbawamba.
It's nothing like an inadvertent Chumbawamba to bring you back down to earth.
That poor band. They made like 2 albums of like protest songs.
Did they really?
Yeah, it's all like against, I don't know. That's the bad
we
thing.
don't even
because
know what
all
they
I
were
know is I
protesting.
get knocked down.
Could
and I
have
get
been
up again.
protesting anything.
Literally anything. Yeah.
They take some whiskey drink. They take some lager drink. So probably Irish, right?
It's
Probably
certainly
the UK,
Irish.
right?
Certainly
Yeah.
the UK. Yeah.
Definitely UK based. Okay. Sophia making it a long way
Yeah,
across
able to
this
get-
black tape. This
To the crimp. She needs to match the crimp and get underneath it. The feet are
look how
quite
good
bad.
she's using
Oh
the-
my goodness.
the double
That's really
the dual
good.
texture. That was an insane
She's
foot
stepping on
swap.
it like it's nothing. Like it's a
Like
regular
it was like it was a
hold.
full foot.
Yeah.
That was like a full-on foot swap. One move from the top.
Just needs
we
to
have
bump
not
her
seen
hand
a top of this problem
or
yet
match.
tonight.
opting for the
just
match.
lost the foot for a second.
So the
What has she got?
sequence
She's got
there is
under
to
a
go.
minute left.
It's to go up with your left hand first. You want to go like cross up across your body with your left hand to the really small bad hold,
and get a
that
foot
way,
on that right.
Exactly.
Yeah, on
and
the
then
other
you can
side,
pull
which,
through
which
with
is
one hand.
blind. I think you probably can't see it beyond all the blue and the black.
I can just talk to you here.
Okay.
The Quinn Heads Unite in the chat is about Quinn, who is climbing much
see.
later
Got
in
it.
the evening.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Stick around, Quinn Heads.
Yeah.
Quinn is on the way. I believe that while we were confused about the order of the stuff, that Sophia just topped that problem.
Sophia topped it?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Quinn Heads. Do you see what you just did? Oh, yeah, I just
Yeah.
saw the replay. Yeah, Sophia topped.
Sophia,
That
that's
is our
the
first
top
top
of the whole black tape circuit
So
that we've seen all night
remember
long.
what I said? I said we've got some youth athletes
Yeah.
climbing that I'm very afraid of.
And
Sophia
there
is
you
one of
go.
them, and the next one that I'm afraid of is Marcus, who is on problem number 1 as well.
All right.
Marcus has been climbing for 7 years. Another very accomplished youth climber. He is also from Ottawa, obviously, part of the same family. He also climbs at Coyote Rock Gym in Ottawa. Shout outs to Coyote.
That was amazing what Sophia just did.
Yeah,
Go back and
incredible.
watch it again. That was incredible.
Hopefully we see similar performance from Marcus on this climb. I think they're really going to enjoy these black tape circuit
I
climbs
think
tonight.
Max is about to flash this
That is
white
a flash
tape
from
problem.
Max. Carl is on his way to a flash as well. 1 hand, 2 hands from Max. Really good climbing from him tonight. His first on-site night, and I believe he was able to get all four white tape problems. Carl navigating through.
Carl looks so solid on these moves. Just always very measured and smooth.
He's a very technical climber.
Yeah. Really
That's
takes
what
his
happens when
time.
you've been climbing for a number of years, as we've heard Carl say.
I believe it was ages. Or no,
Ages.
many years. I
Many
think he
years.
said, yeah.
Jasmine's on the Lachey here, just trying to
Now,
navigate
Jasmine
this move.
is trying to go straight to the top
Oh,
from that
geez.
Lachey.
That's awesome.
She
That
was
is a-
eyeing up that move, and she threw the hand out toward the top, which would be
That
an
is a
awesome,
bold move, yeah.
Awesome move.
Max opting for the green tape circuit.
Okay, Marcus traversing this heinous black tape.
He is around the corner, and now he's crossing into his small crimp.
Oh, just lost the foot
Yeah,
on the
I
way
think his
across
feet were
there.
a little high. If you're going to do the cross, you keep your feet low, but most people actually opt to match the zone hold and go out with their left hand.
Oh, another top for Max.
Dang, Max is on fire. 8 tops in a 4-problem round.
Means I think we can punch into 1 and 2,
I think so.
but we better keep an eye.
So we got Jasmine and Marcus. Jasmine once again at her first rock climbing comp tonight. What a cool way to start a rock climbing comp.
She really held that. That was awesome. A great recovery there.
Yeah, swung on one arm.
And then she's made it back.
Just swinging
over.
around like she's on the monkey bars right now. Marcus making that first traverse look super easy. Let's see. He's going to either go with his right hand, hopefully drop his left foot down, or he's going to opt for the left hand Gaston, which I think is the easier way. There it is. Yep, that's the easier way with the left hand. And I spoke a little bit too soon there, unfortunately.
Oh, someone's back on the wall.
Max is on problem number 4, blue tape. He's just getting his money worth today.
Just working on all the different difficulties.
Why the heck not?
And I think Jasmine has had a look at it, and I think she's seen the red holds out to the
Out
left
to the side?
now.
Yeah, cool.
She's been eyeing up that top hold, swinging on the Lachey hold, which I think is a really far move.
Honestly, I want to see it.
I would love to see
Yeah.
it.
Just navigating this cross through. Her arms are a little bit backwards right now, but she's able to recover.
Oh!
So close. Marcus again getting through that initial opening sequence. See what beta he opts for now.
Ooh, he's done the cross
Nice back
with
leg.
the high feet.
Oh my
wow.
goodness, that's a lot of tension in the crimp. Okay, he's going up right hand as well. Let's see if he can make this work. I want to see what Sophia did, but I don't want to go back in time.
Yeah, I feel like it might be hard to
Matching
see
his
that.
hands.
Wow!
Nice. Really good
Oh
work
my
from Marcus.
goodness.
And just like that, we've got two tops in the black tape circuit And
That was amazing.
my predictions are correct. My fears, if you will,
Yes.
have been validated.
Yes,
This is why I
absolutely.
set this circuit
is why
so
it's
hard.
set so hard.
Yeah. Excited
Gotta
to see what
set
they
for
do on problem number
separation.
2.
That was very cool. That top hold is not so great, I'm guessing. I mean, it's
no.
a good hold, but not so good that doing...
To be honest, it's probably the best hold on the problem. It's just you're in such a compromised position with bad feet and bad
Not
hands.
so good that what he just did on it would be easy to do.
No,
But
hanging but from one arm
swinging
on anything.
One arm on that thing.
is quite hard to do.
It's not going to be an issue if Aaliyah runs speed. Like, you're not going to hear it. She's not going to be in sight.
That was awesome from Marcus and from Sophia, and we are going to welcome a new climber.
10 seconds left. We welcome our new climber onto the mats. It's Miguel. Miguel, a new member of our Reach Adult team with Aaliyah and Kurt and some others that'll be climbing tonight. Miguel has been climbing for 6 months. He'll be climbing the green tape circuit. Fun fact about him, he has nightmares about dinos.
Well, I got bad news for you, Miguel.
Yeah, you are immediately
Which
on a
tape
dino.
circuit is this?
Green.
Green, yeah.
So, yeah, he's immediately faced with a dino. I believe he says that because he was working on this, like, yellow holds coordination dino. You might have seen him on it. It was like a paddle dino on the overhang.
Okay.
He
Yes,
put, like,
yes.
8 sessions worth of attempts into it. It was, like, a phenomenal effort, and he ended up getting it on the very last day he could have before it came down. So,
Yeah, you will be climbing those in your sleep.
And you will have
Kurt
nightmares
is
with
going
them.
to flash it and
With a
give us
smile.
a great big smile.
screenshot that, profile picture that, done. Sophia's on the Lachey here, just trying to suss out the movement. She's opting for matching the
Two
left-hand hold.
hands.
She's got a big swing going. This looks really promising. Just needs to bring her hips over her feet.
Wow.
Ah, nice. Really good. Get a little bit closer to the wall, and she's got that. Jason on problem number 3. Trying to figure out some way to do this. There's a lot of different methods. Ooh, he's going
Miguel.
for the palm press method. I like that.
Also
I like that a lot.
stopping on the paddle dyno. Oh, a big throw to the sloper,
Nice.
and that's going to be a
That's a
top
quick top
for
from Miguel.
Miguel.
Nice.
I want to say a flash, but I didn't see the right
It's
side of
either
the screen
first or
there.
second attempt, yeah. He's been putting a lot of work into his movement skills, both on and off the team practice. So it's cool to see it paying off. Way to go, Miguel. Kurt just skipping right to the black tape circuit with one hand. If he gets this one-handed, I will give him my car.
He flashed the white tape and then said, "I'll just do the black tape."
One-handed. Why not? Yeah.
Okay.
What will
let's
you
see
give him if
Sophia.
he sends this climb?
What will I give him?
Yeah.
I will give him a high five on his
Nice.
good hand.
High fives are worth a lot in Danny's books. I've never gotten one from him, so I can't tell you what
They
it feels
don't
like.
come easy.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it, Sophia.
Come on, Sophia.
Big swing.
Big swing. Close. Just needs to get into the wall more. So she's hitting that volume with her hips back. She needs to throw herself forward and get underneath that black hold on the left.
It's going to be hard for her to decide to adjust to your method of swinging.
For sure.
Because she's able to make so much momentum
Yeah.
the way that she's doing it.
And I think,
but
to be honest, that's a problem right now. She doesn't have enough momentum
Yeah.
carrying her.
yeah,
so
you could make more the other way.
You
but
can,
she's still
yeah.
able to make so much that she probably thinks that's the way
yeah,
to do
so
it.
it's kind of telling you that like you're just not, pulling
Yeah.
hard enough, or
Mhm.
whereas I think the correct method is to change the beta a little bit. It's a hard place to be as a climber in a comp. You don't get to see other people try this, so you don't get to see intended beta or any other beta. But as I said before, a very accomplished youth athlete. So
oh,
she's
look
been
at
in this
this.
position
As we
before.
say it, she's changing the beta.
And there's the beta.
And that's what we want
And
to
that's
see.
exactly.
So close.
I just clap my hands really loud. I get very excited when I see this get close. So
That's
I think she got a
awesome.
lot of good information from that. I think she learned that she can generate more momentum. She can get herself under that hold. And she also learned that that hold isn't very good.
Mhm.
It's kind of sloping and facing the wrong way. So if you pinch very, very hard, you can stop. Or you can continue your long dynamic move journey into the next hold. Let's see what she does. And swing. Yes!
Wow!
So
oh,
close.
My goodness.
I am so excited.
That was amazing. I can't believe how long she held that for. That hold is not easy to hold that way.
I want to see this move go down really badly.
She's
Jason
got
takes a big tumble
A
down.
minute left. Let's go, Sophia.
Come on, Sophia. amazing reading from Sophia. Like I can't stress that enough.
adjustment
To
to
be able to
this.
adjust that from like I'm not strong enough to I can just do it.
We were
You know,
just
the thoughts in
talking
your head?
about how hard it would be to make that adjustment at this point. And look
Yeah,
at this.
And there it is. That's the
Sticks the move.
That's the move.
Let's go.
Amazing. Sticks the Gaston, the mantle, has one
move
hand on the
left for
finish.
Sophia. Come
This
on
is
now.
a very hard finish hold to hold with 2 hands in control. It's a really hard pinch. She needs to get her feet out to the right. There's a big jug down and right that she can sink into,
She's
and you can get a bicycle
Thinking
there.
about what to
She's
do with
thinking
the
about it.
feet.
Yeah.
Another heel hook. Taking a rest like
Oh,
a
no.
lead climber.
Come on, Sophia. You only
Come
got
on,
15
Sophia,
seconds.
find those feet.
You can do this. All about with body positioning. Clearly, she's demonstrated the pinch strength with the
She's
tsunami
getting
hold.
the right
Yep.
foot out.
Yep. Come on, come on. 5 seconds left.
This
Get
is
the
going to be
flag.
a buzzer beater. Let's see
Come on,
it.
Sophia.
Come on, Sophia.
Just slam your hand into the side.
Oh, so close. What a fight from Sophia. That was amazing.
That was the coolest thing I've seen.
Wow.
That's great.
And to hold that pinch out of the lache,
Yeah.
to change the lache method.
Yeah, to go from like I'm not, pulling hard enough into I just need to change my method. I can't stress how challenging of a thought process that is as a competitive climber.
So difficult to make that change. And then to hold that pinch and to be up there for so long. That was just amazing. Awesome stuff from Sophia.
All right. Next climber on the mats is Dom. Dom's been climbing 2.5 years. Sorry, I just stopped reading and started looking and started talking. Anyways, he'll be climbing the blue tape circuit. Fun fact, he shaved his head weekly for 1.5 years, and he stopped for 3 months.
That is a flash from Jasmine
Jasmine flashes.
on the white tape circuit.
What a crazy climbing family this is. They're
Fantastic.
just showing up from Ottawa and flashing all our problems.
Just crushing. Okay. Marcus
Let's see
has
what Marcus
also
does here.
switched to this two-handed swing.
Wow. I love
Really
the way he was
smooth.
able to like
He,
I
like,
can't
he was
think-
basically almost standing on that
exactly,
volume.
yeah. He got
without
so much
even
time for his hips to come in. The way I describe it to the teams that I coach is like, those tubes that you flip upside down and they make that noise?
I actually don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Those
Well, I'm going to have to
tubes.
show you those afterwards. You want that sound in your head when you make that lache. You want your feet to hit and then your body to go up into the wall. And if you do that, you've done the lache properly.
Well, this is the kind of invaluable coaching that you could be receiving.
$120 an hour for a
at
private
Regis
lesson. I just want to stress that. Marcus,
Yes!
Yes, and he does it.
Wow!
He does the paddle. Oh my gosh.
The intended beta.
We love an intended beta.
Let's
we love
go,
it.
Marcus. Okay,
You
now
see
can
that?
he
Okay.
find this top position?
Let's see. He's got to get his feet down. He's going for
Oh
some
my
drop
gosh,
knee, but
an egregious drop
yeah.
knee.
If you get a bicycle, so you need your right foot on the jug out to the right, and then you need to squeeze the bottom of the volume with your left foot, and you're kind of squeezing between your feet.
Oh, also
So
looking
close
for
for
that
Marcus.
toe.
Get
He's
his
got a lot of time to work out that top position.
yeah.
He made that paddle
That was
dyno look
third
so
go.
so smooth.
That was third go.
third attempt. Unbelievable.
I don't know how old Marcus is, but he's like a youth. So I
He's
want to
a
say,
youth.
yeah,
He's like a youth.
He's like a youth.
He's like a youth, you know?
I had a thought. It was a good one, and they just absolutely steamrolled over it. So whatever. Good climbing, Marcus.
Dom is also
I was saying to
working out
be able
this-
to read that climb
Yes.
in that short amount of time with that many years of climbing under your belt
Yes.
is like pretty outrageous.
incredible.
Yeah.
uh,
Speaking of reading climbs, we
the,
got
the mental part of the game. Oh, he switched up his swing though.
he did switch a swing. Seems to not be a problem, but I like the swing he did earlier because he was able to
Mhm.
get way further under that hold and
Yeah.
have to pinch way less.
Both climbers taking a little rest, regrouping,
Why not?
thinking about it. With a minute 20 on
We can
the
go to
clock.
number 4. Yeah. Carl's on number 4.
Oh, Carl climbed down so controlled. I thought he'd done it. Maybe
Yeah.
he did the white and then he switched. I
No,
don't-
I think he got into this press and then he opted
Oh.
to climb down. And then I
he
think
was.
you
he
thought
cl-
that
he
it was
came
top.
off the mats like a person who had just topped the boulder.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, here goes.
You could probably get
Marcus.
past the judges if you do that
Yeah.
and just be like, "No, I topped it."
No, you weren't
Confidence
looking. I
walk
topped
it. Yes,
Yes,
Marcus.
there he goes.
Really good climbing again. 50
All
seconds left.
Into this
This is a
horrible
really
top hold.
complicated finishing position. You've risked so much to get here, and then there's just like so much more already. Ooh, I like. Whoa! Look what he's doing. That's sick. That was a top.
That was a top?
That was the first top. Yeah. He
Oh
went
my
like
goodness.
so. He went double toe hook, and Danny was mesmerized by Aaliyah off screen doing some amazing speed
Someone
climbing.
started climbing on the speed wall, and
Yes.
it
He missed the top of
freaked
this.
me out.
But Marcus was able to get 2 toes on the second tsunami hold, like double toe hook, and then he kind of just like hung from his toes in
Whoa.
his hands with the pinch.
Well, that's very frightening.
Wild times.
So now we're on 4-1.
We're on 4-1 with our last attempts. Dom has been getting very close to this move. As we say that, yeah, exactly.
So close.
He's been landing a little bit late.
It's
so what I mean by that,
really hard to find that foot.
your
It's
toe
really,
needs to
really
land
hard.
as close to your right hand, your left toe, as possible. You want them landing at like the same time, ideally. And that's time for Carl and Dominic. And we will welcome our next climber on the mats. It's Emma. Emma has been climbing for 2 years. Emma will be climbing the blue tape circuit tonight. And fun fact, she recently acquired our new pet hamster named Pastiche.
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 What a name for a hamster.
That's the kind of name you only say quietly in a whisper and fast. Pastiche.
Pastiche. Because, I mean, you know, a hamster is kind of like a pastiche of a rat, I guess.
What's a pastiche?
A pastiche is like a pale imitation.
A pale imitation.
Like an homage
I see.
to, but in a...
So you're saying a hamster is an homage to a rat?
yeah. It's kind of like it's the poor man's rat.
Poor man's rat.
I didn't mean to flame Emma's hamster.
Pastiche,
just
if you're listening, I'm so sorry.
I'm just reading into the name. But it is a lovely name. Pastiche.
Lovely name. Sophia on prob number 3. Could be our first top of number 3 tonight. Jason on the last move of number 4 here. 1 hand on the finish, 2 hands on the finish. Really good work from Jason.
Top for Jason on the blue circuit. Emma working out this dyno. Okay,
Sophia pulling on to
onto
number
the
3.
power boulder.
Going
Can
right
she
hand up
show
to
us
zone.
Something new on this problem.
And that does count as a zone. That is control of the zone, so she does get it, but it's really hard to move from it.
I think
That's the move
I
we want.
think that was strategic climbing.
That was,
I think
yes.
she was getting her zone points.
Yeah, that was very measured. You can get those
Yeah.
points early on the board, and then you can focus on getting to the top.
Miguel just campusing through this
no
green
feet
tape
required.
section.
Oh.
I think this top is going to be really hard to campus.
Miguel, feet required. There we go. There's his feet. Good. Now he's able to pull through. 1 hand,
There's
2
the
hands,
top
and a
for
top for
Miguel.
Miguel. That's 2. That's 2 out of 4 for him.
Okay, Emma. See if she can find the toe.
Yep, just needs to tip over that
quite.
foot a little bit more. Commit to that right foot without looking at it.
Oh, that is a brutal move. You can feel how bad that hold is and how much you have to squeeze.
It's a bad time. I put a small hold. I think you felt it on the inside of the hold.
On the
The zone of number 1.
oh no, I was talking about Sophia's.
Oh, true,
problem,
okay,
But
my
yes,
bad.
no, I was using that. Yes,
Yes,
on
yeah.
the inside of on number 1.
Woo! Jason doing really cool moves.
Okay, I'm not sure if he just threw in the towel or not. No, I think
no,
he's,
he's
going
still
back
going, he's
up,
still going.
chalking up, brushing.
He's just trying to get his climbing dollars worth, his time worth, getting as many cents as possible. That's what I'm trying to say.
Emma also is kind of bouncing off the top of the heel hook hold or the toe hook hold.
I think that works for a lot of our younger climbers, shorter climbers.
Have more distance to cover.
Exactly. Yeah, you can get a little bit of a pop off that hold, but I think Emma could just. Oh, Sophia's able to get her left hand up.
Oh my goodness!
She needs to press out of that right hand and then bump her left hand again.
Oh,
That's a very hard hold.
Press out of
The right hand.
like you're pressing down on
Yes,
the right.
yeah. So she has
you
her
turn it
zone
into a
left.
press,
Exactly. Turn
and
to a
then you
mantle
bump-
and then bump your left hand again. Because the hand that she's on, the zone, it used to be good. This morning, great hold. This afternoon, I turned it. Bad
Brandon
hold.
came in and ruined everything.
I did.
Whoa!
Nice move from Jason. And a great top as
Held
well.
that move dynamically.
That's so cool. Great movement from him.
All right, we're going to focus on 2 and 3 in that
2
case.
and 3. With 1 minute left.
Or 1 and 3, rather.
1 and 3. Number 3 proving to be our most difficult boulder so far. $30 left. Likely be her last attempt. Oh, I lied. This will likely be your last attempt. So close.
Oh,
That's a bad hold too, and it's fiberglass. So the thing about fiberglass holds, if you use them a bunch, they end up heating up. They gain a bunch of moisture, and they get worse and worse as the day goes on.
great attempts from everyone coming off the mats. And who are we welcoming?
Our next climber is Sergey. He's been climbing for 18 months. Climber here at Reach. He'll be on the blue tape circuit tonight. And fun fact is his shoes have holes.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Uh-oh, I'm developing some holes in my shoes.
Be a good time to talk about, not a sponsor, but maybe one day. MSR Shoe Repair.
MSR Shoe Repair has a bin at Reach.
Our good friend Scott.
Come in and drop off your shoes. I'm actually putting my shoes right into the bin after this comp today.
He resold a pair of my Vans, like a brand new pair of Vans, so now I can set in Vans. And I don't have to put on climbing shoes.
Why did your brand new pair of Vans need resoling?
We're advertising, yes. This just chirping from the commentary, from outside the commentary box. Let me tell my stories.
Tyler's off-screen eating a tiny salad,
Yeah,
just heckling the commentary.
literally the world's smallest salad I've ever seen in my life. Like, it looks like 7 leaves of lettuce and like 1 piece of cabbage. And he's anyways.
That worth the plastic container that it's in there, Tyler?
You could have just opened one hand and they could have served you the salad. There's no dressing on it.
Just pour it right into your hands like you're an Oliver Twist.
Jasmine
flashes.
setting number 4.
Problem number 4. Jasmine has cruised the
Cruises
white tape
circuit.
circuit. Had
Absolutely.
an awesome circuit.
Marcus trying to get up to zone with his left hand. Close for him. I'm no physicist, Danny. But it looks like Sergey is on the black tape problem and not on blue tape.
And you would need to be a physicist to determine the difference between blue and black?
If my calculations are correct, I would say that he's touching black tape holds.
That does seem that way. But we should consult with a cosmologist just to be sure.
Hey, physicists in the chat, sound off. Dom's climbing through the crimps here, just trying to get underneath those holds. Marcus strategically getting that zone early.
That's so that the siblings, I think you said,
Yeah.
it's a family climbing together who both did the strategic zone
For sure.
climbing some next level moves there.
It's as if they train this sport regularly.
Yeah, it's as if they're total pros. All right, Dom, show us how this blue tape number 2 goes, because so far no one has been able to show us what the hell to do
Yeah, it's so
from here.
out of the 2 crimps, I think the right one is better than the left, but you need to cross into the right one ideally so that you can get closer to the crack. You
Yeah.
can get your center of gravity shifted more to the right. But like I said, the right hold sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, good. They did give Tyler good news, chat. If you're wondering, they
If you
gave
were
Tyler
invested in
some
Tyler's salad.
dressing.
As we all were invested in Tyler's salad. He was eating it with no dressing, and now the dressing has been added. So.
Yeah, it still is the world's smallest salad I've ever seen in my life, but that's okay.
Okay, Sergey pulling back on to black tape number 1.
Getting around this corner, very, very tricky. It looks like he's trying to reach out to that left hand hold, but it is far away. You have to either go dynamically as like a catch with 2 hands, or you cross your right hand in early and just shift all your weight over your left foot. Marcus. Now, I would, suggest to our climbers on black number 3 to get a brush out, and he does.
Just
I
as you say.
I called that. Yeah. Now is the time to brush.
We've been eerily on the ball with these 2 so far. We've said,
Yep.
oh, maybe they'll do this, and then
they do this.
and then they do it.
Well, they're wearing earpieces that are connected to the stream right now, so they can hear everything we say.
Yeah, which is a problem.
Yeah. It's called
Although
coaching.
the stream is delayed by about 20 seconds, so it's still kind of weird.
It's still crazy. Yes. Marcus, in 20 seconds, you're going to send this problem.
Okay, here goes Marcus.
Let's see it. Once you brush, you send. That's the rule.
Oh,
Dang.
big throw up.
I wanted to call that.
To the left hand. That start position is no slouch either on its
No.
own. I mean, that looks really, really horrible
Yeah.
to start the problem that way.
It's just a lot of weight on the left foot, which
Yeah.
is pushing you away from the wall. You have to find a way to use it to pull yourself towards the wall. Trying to skip the zone, but I don't know if that way goes. It might be possible. Anything's possible. It just is really, really, really hard.
I think Marcus is going to call it a day on that
I think
one.
that's it for him.
Dom's going to give it one more shot with 18 seconds on the clock.
Let's go, Dom.
Yeah, I think, like you say, you want your left hand on the rightmost
For sure.
crimp so that you can reach it. Look at this. Oh, come
Yes.
on, Dom.
That is a crazy dynamic into crack.
Maybe a zone, maybe into the zone. Hard
Questionable.
to say. Hard to say
Questionable.
whether the judges would give the zone for that.
I would
but
give it, but I'm also way too nice of a
a
human being.
really good effort.
Yep. Our next climber is Christelle, another member of our Reach adult team. She's been climbing for 9-ish years. She'll be on the blue tape circuit tonight, and her dog's name is Goose.
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 Goose the dog.
I wonder if that's a Top Gun reference.
In many
or
ways,
just
a goose is a pastiche of a dog. Brandon just threw the fun fact to the ground in disgust at my joke.
You just cut me off just to say that, you know? Like wild time. Sophia on number 4. Let's see what she reads. She's reading a stand-up, and she's going to crimp.
Crimping the
Nothing.
foothold.
I can't stress enough how nothing that hold is.
Yeah.
Miguel on prob number 3. Entered the sea of volumes. Christelle having a go at prob number 1. Just sussing out her feet. She's got her feet in the right position now. Miguel's doing great. He's looking like that's the top. That is not the top. He's got one more hold to go.
The tape marks the end of the climb.
Yeah. Now he's got one hand. You just got to match his second hand on it. Don't rush it, Miguel. Take your time.
Finds the feet.
There it is.
That's the top.
That's a top. Okay, that leaves us with Sophia, Christelle, and Emma. Sophia's opting for a right foot up. She's able to get balanced, but then loses that balance. So this is where I was talking about crossing your left foot through your arms. It seems because it is unintuitive. Doesn't make any sense
It's
to
not
do it.
something you would really think of.
But it puts you in the right position at the end of the move.
Hmm.
So hopefully this is a brand new move for Sophia. She's never tried something like this. And she'll either learn it in the 5 minutes or maybe we'll chat. We'll talk after the round. Ooh, that was
Going
close.
dynamically.
I don't think you want to go that dynamically because you're falling away from the wall when that happens.
And that zone hold is egregious,
It's
as
so
we
bad.
talked about
Yeah.
earlier.
If it was like a really in-cut jug, then I think you could do that, but it
Very,
is not.
very hard to hold on to.
Oliver Climber's having a think on the mats.
Oliver Climber, my
Oliver
favorite climber.
Oliver Climber.
Ollie Climber. Oliver Climber.
Oliver Climber.
Yes! Wow.
Sibling to Oliver Twist.
Sophia, yeah, but they don't share a last name.
No.
That's how siblings work.
There was a huge
got the same-
family fallout
same
falling out
first
that
name.
happened.
These parents named all their children Oliver and gave them all different last names.
Very confusing on birth certificates.
Okay, Sophia, show us how it's done.
Oh,
That was
really
very
good.
controlled.
Yeah, very close. So the foothold she's going to with her right foot is like kind of a spike, and you can't look at it. You have to stay close to the wall.
You can't look at
You
it.
can't look at it. Don't look at it because you have to look at your zone. If you look at your foot, your hips go too far back. Ooh, close from Christelle. Able to get that toe in. Understands what needs to happen. She's nodding her head now. She's saying, okay, I got this. Let's see it, Christelle. Come on. Ooh, so close from Sophia. 1 minute left.
Such a hard problem to read.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, that's the biggest challenge of this problem in the circuit. I think once
Emma
you
controlling the
nice,
swing on
Emma.
those crimps, that was
So
crazy.
close.
That was a huge swing on those really bad crimps. And
yeah,
she held
really
it.
good work from her.
Oh
Ooh,
my
so close from
goodness.
Sophia. Really committed to that foot, didn't look down at it and kept her hips in. Oh, so close from Christelle as well.
Both of them rushing right
We got
back onto
progress
the wall
happening on these
with
boulders,
30
and
seconds
this
on
is
the
when
clock.
stuff gets exciting.
Oh, just missed the foot.
Just missed the foot. Come on, Christelle. So close. Just missed the toe again. 20 seconds left. That's
20
more than enough
seconds
time.
enough.
So close from Sophia.
That's as close as we've seen to that move
Yeah.
going. Right back on 13
This
seconds.
is exciting. Come on,
Trying
let's
to
go.
stick the
Close
zone.
from Emma as well.
Yes!
So close, Sophia. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, I really thought
One more
Sophia
attempt
had
with 3
that.
seconds left.
3
Let's see.
seconds,
Come on.
why not?
Oh, that was really
Just
close.
missed it.
Very good work from Sophia on that climb. That was a really good circuit from her.
Amazing circuit from Sophia. First black tape top of the night.
Yep. One top in all 3 zones, 3 out of 4 zones. Okay, our next climber is Owen. Owen has been climbing here for a year and a half. He'll be on the blue tape circuit tonight. And this is his first time doing the blue tape circuit tonight.
Wow, good for you, Owen. Owen perhaps was bullied into this
I actually
after the last.
believe it
yeah.
was in a result of our bullying, yes. In one of my...
If you top all the climbs in your circuit, you
Yep.
get bullied into doing the next circuit up. That's just the way it is.
In one of my like sick vacation hallucinations of watching these streams over and over again, I remember watching Owen flash all green tapes last time.
Sergey reading this very nicely. Oh, deciding against it.
Yeah. So Sergey, yes, I
Switching to
imagine
the
he was going to
under.
opt for this beta here. Quite strong Sergey. He spends a lot of time on the kilter board practicing. Ooh, and he's close on that too.
Almost got a hand to it.
Yep.
That's interesting that he started the swing what you would call it the right way.
Yes.
And then switched to the other way. That he thought he might. That he felt like it would be stronger the other way.
I wouldn't even say right way. I just think like it's the intended way and the way that involves maybe a little bit more momentum and less.
Lets you
less
build
strength,
a little
yeah.
bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think he thinks the other way feels better.
I think so. It gets you a little bit closer, like visually, to the hole you're going to,
Yeah.
so it looks like the better option. Owen's getting close to that that zone move. We got Marcus. He stood up on that foothold. Looks like he's trying to shuffle over.
Very similar read to
Yeah.
Sophia's read. And also making it look like it might actually work.
Yeah, I think if he stays close enough to the wall, doesn't
I
look for
think
his foot.
I think Sophia will get it that way
Oh, for
after
sure,
the comp.
yeah.
I think she was really, really close to it. So I think that they could make it work this way. It's just a really, really tough,
I'll probably get to chat with them both afterwards, and
low percentage move.
maybe I'll say like, "Hey, have you ever tried this move? That doesn't exist." And I
Have
saw
you ever
on
tried this move that
Instagram.
doesn't exist?
Thank you. That was a heck of a sneeze. Don't know if you heard that, chat. But I'm sorry if you did.
Brandon shook the walls with an off mic sneeze at the same moment that I decided to take a bite of my sandwich. So we both had to sit here in silence. Look at this. Owen gets the
Last
Top.
hold. He gets the top.
Gets the top.
There's the
I
top from
almost
Owen.
said it prematurely, and I stopped myself
It's
to
a bad crimp up
avoid
there.
the,
Well, you
the
know how it feels.
commentator curse. do
I
know how
almost
it feels.
cursed you off it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got one hand on it. I was like, wait, Danny hates crimps. Don't say anything.
And I didn't have my feet settled. But yes, Owen
Ooh, Dom's getting close on
has
that
made
move.
that work.
Marcus is fully stood up.
He's
Oh, my goodness, that's the
gonna
first
count.
zone. That's the
That's gonna
first zone of
count
the
as a
night.
zone.
That
Wow.
is great. Okay, now we can talk about the last half of this problem. It's very hard. You're going to an upside down sloper, like
Oh, what is that?
180 degrees. It would be a pretty bad hold, but it's upside down, so it's even worse.
You know, I haven't even
And
looked at the top
the
of
goal-
this yet,
yes.
and it's just, oh
You're
my
doing
God.
two
So it's
things.
compression, stand up and press into
Yeah,
it?
you're pinching and pressing at the same time as you're standing up. And then you're going to try and match your hands into compression. Dom gets the first move as well, close to zone for him. Once you get,
Everybody's working it out.
I've got too
Okay.
many things to talk about now. So once you get two hands up there, you kind of scoot your feet up, and then you're doing this big, desperate move into a crimp slot.
Okay, Sergey,
One hand.
back on to
Hanging by one arm. casually. Able to get the swing. Just needs a big lache. Bring his hips over. Ooh, that had all the right momentum. He just wasn't facing the right way.
Marcus so quick through the zone.
Just
there.
learning. Absolutely
Just
learned that problem.
stood up onto that foot and tipped over like it was nothing. Okay, big step up. Yes.
Nice. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
almost
nothing to
there.
that hold. So what you have to do is you pinch, and then you continue standing, and then you swap that pinch to a press. So you start by pinching, then you end by pressing.
Because the start of this thing wasn't difficult enough.
I didn't want it just to be like, you figured it out, you get the problem, you know? There's still more climbing. Nice. Dom got the move. He's looking maybe to skip up to finish. Nope.
Going out to
Oh,
the left.
so
Oh, there
close
goes
for
the
Dom.
foot.
So close.
Oh, no. Marcus
10
struggling to
seconds
repeat
left.
this move with 10 seconds on the clock. Oh, just lost the foot.
That is really good climbing from Marcus.
What a great
Yeah.
effort from Marcus.
round
An
from him.
amazing circuit.
And that is time. We're going to welcome our next climber. We've got Connor. Connor's been climbing for 6 or 7 months. It looks like both numbers. It looks like when you cheat on a math test and you rate like a 1 that looks like a 7. You know what I mean? So he's been climbing for a number of months. He'll be on the white tape circuit. And fun fact about him is he refuses to use chalk. Reasons unknown.
Reasons unknown even to him.
Even to him.
Is that reasons unknown is part of the fun fact?
It's part of fun fact, yeah. Yeah.
Very
He doesn't even
interesting.
know why he doesn't like chalk.
I don't know why I don't use chalk.
Just doesn't use
Why
it.
would I know that?
Exactly. Ask me. Miguel on problem 4, Emma on problem 3, and Christelle making those crimps look very easy.
Look at what she's doing with those.
Christelle can casually
Oh.
grab crimps. Very casually.
Emma winding up for this dyno out to the right.
I think she needs to get a little bit over her feet.
Yeah.
Stand up into her feet and get herself over to the right.
Miguel's pulling on in the bottom right. And that is a top for Connor.
Connor with no chalk.
Chalkless Connor
Chalkless Connor.
is probably going to do the green tape, it looks like. Having
Yeah,
a
it
good
looks
look
like
at
he's
it.
opting for green tape for sure. Miguel's on zone here, getting his weight shifted around the arete. Just needs to pop up to the finish now, and this could be 4 tops for Miguel.
One more move. Little pop.
Nice.
No problem.
And that's 4 tops. Fantastic work
the
from
4
Miguel.
tops.
The
Hey,
4
we should
tops.
have a little musical sting of the 4 tops when people get
My
4
girl?
tops.
My girl, right?
Probably they did
Yeah.
My Girl. Everybody did My
Everybody
Girl.
did My Girl. Nothing gets copyright struck like the 4 tops.
Oh, man. Their lawyers are on it. They're pretty white hot right now, the 4 tops.
I think they're ready to blow up. I've heard some good things
They
about the 4
probably
tops.
struggle to go out for groceries. Oh, Christelle is getting close to that.
To the crack.
Yeah.
Cool.
We've seen that reaction a lot coming down off the wall, looking
Yeah.
over in our direction with kind of an exasperated, what are you talking about?
It's just anger. Just straight anger. Even when we do things right, we do things wrong, you know? There's no winning.
There is no
Stop
winning
nodding your
when
head,
you're a root
Tyler.
setter. Ooh, Emma closer that time. Kept the foot on.
Oh, Connor getting the paddle, able to just hang on that first hold.
Just campusing through the sequence.
He can use his feet against the wall.
What
but
is happening?
Not,
He's still on the wall.
That's- for
No, come on.
Come
Wow,
on.
that
Come
was
on,
amazing.
Connor. For someone who doesn't use chalk to, like, just campus through those slopers.
Campusing slopers, no
On
chalk.
vert?
Maybe we don't need chalk in this sport.
Yeah.
Have you considered that it's a waste of
It's a crutch.
energy?
It's a crutch.
And time?
It's,
Wow, that's
big
amazing.
chalk trying to steal
Big
your money.
chalk, filling our lungs up. That was amazing. Just straight arm hanging off of those slopers like it was
Why
nothing.
not? Christelle came very close to getting that zone as well. She had one hand. She was kind of like open-handing the left side of the crack instead of getting her fist jammed in the middle. So Emma needing to swing away from the wall and swing in. You can see she has both feet set up on the 2 volumes. She needs to kick back and away and generate some momentum going into the wall because she's able to get far enough to the right of the hold. She's just not able to get into the wall close enough to make that hold feel any bit good. 1 minute left for our climbers. Miguel opting for the blue tape as well. This will be a second attempt. Connor just now getting his feet on the wall. That's a great choice from him.
Finding the smear. He's in rentals.
Is he in rentals?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's cool. We have a lot of
Climbing
climbers
comp
who
in
just-
rental shoes.
Yeah, starting off their journey in competition climbing.
No chalk rental shoes. I mean,
That's sick.
he's just here to put us to shame,
That's
really.
a flex.
Yeah, that's a flex. There's no doubt about that.
No chalk, rental shoes, one-armed,
Yeah.
blindfolded.
Let's go, Christelle. Show us how to do this part.
Yes, so close to getting that zone.
Oh,
4 seconds left. This will be the last attempt for our climbers.
that's going to be it for this crop,
The
as we say.
The cream of the crop. Who's that? Macho Man Randy Savage?
Is that something he said?
That's something he said
cream of
once.
the crop?
He
I'm
said it
not
once.
familiar.
That's okay. We talked about both Randy Savage and The Rock during the
Sure.
stream. Yeah.
One went on to an illustrious career in a lot of pretty bad movies. One, I don't know anything about.
He's dead.
Randy Savage?
Yeah. Yeah, he's dead.
There you go.
He's very much dead.
Well, R.I.P. Randy Savage. And who are we welcoming to
I need a moment.
Dom is cruising through problem
Cruising
number
program
four.
number 4.
We're welcoming Jacqueline, who's been climbing for 3.5 years on the
Oh,
green
yeah,
tape
I struggled
circuit.
to say your name last time, too.
Jaqueline.
I don't know why. Jacqueline.
Uh,
you go, I said it.
Jasqueline.
On the green tape circuit. I wasn't
And-
struggling because I can't say your name. I was struggling because I was laughing about the death of Macho Man
Yes,
Randy
no,
Savage.
that-
Anyways,
we
go
were
on.
laughing about the death of Macho Man Randy Savage. Jacqueline's climbing the green tape circuit, and Jacqueline's fun fact is I already spent all day leading outside, which is awesome.
This is session number 2? That's crazy.
Second session of the day is the on-site night at Reach.
People just challenging themselves, I'm going to go golfing, then I'll do on-site.
I'll go golf a 72.
Yeah, I'm going to climb with one arm tonight. My frog ate my fish, and I'm
frog ate my
dealing with the
fish.
emotional consequences of that.
We didn't get to ask about that.
Oh, true.
Whoever that was.
That's a top from Dom.
That's a top for Dom.
We were counting the numbers there. Who did say that? Was it Aaliyah?
Counting out the numbers?
The fish, the frog and the fish.
Oh, yeah, I think it was Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, you read about the frog and the fish? Yeah, do you just have a very big frog? How did he get into the fish enclosure?
Brandon is shout interviewing Aaliyah off mic about what happened to the fish and the frog, which sounds like an Aesop fable.
All right, Chad, I got some information. I secured some information. Hot off the presses. Aaliyah was told that the frog would be okay to be near the fish. The frog, in fact, was smaller than the fish. And as it turned out, the frog was not okay to be near the fish.
The frog ate the fish even though it was smaller?
It was smaller.
Did
And
the
then
frog survive?
The frog survived, but was much larger afterwards. Significantly
Became a big
larger.
frog? It evolved like a Pokemon?
Yeah, exactly.
What's
It's like one of those,
I would like to know who said they'd be okay together.
The pet store.
The pet store said it.
Yeah.
Well, really, this is on the pet store, isn't it?
Keep this, tiger next to this this potbelly pig. What could go wrong?
Wow. Off camera, Aaliyah just had a really impressive speed run. Just did a little shout interview with Brandon about the fish and the frog.
Yeah, we have not talked about the things going on camera, but all the things off camera. Don't worry, we'll fill again.
All right.
Jacqueline on problem number 1. He's been able to get pivoted over this foothold here. Just needs to either decide to jump from this position or get... Yeah, there you go. That's a good reach. Ooh, with a high foot, too. Now, that's going to be a big swing to hold. She's got to jump underneath that hold and kind of smear her feet into the wall.
Okay.
Owen
Everybody
on number
taking a
2.
good look, thinking it over.
Yeah. Number 2 has not seen a top tonight. I would say that's one of the hardest problems of the night, the one with the crack.
Definitely up there. We have not seen. I don't think it hasn't seen a zone tonight.
It's seen some zones.
It
Yes.
has?
Yeah. Yeah.
You would award zones on
Neve
that?
got a
from
zone
what
on
you
it because she got her hand in there.
see? Okay.
I think Jack might have gotten a zone on it as well. Ooh, Jacqueline holding the swing. Just needs to work her hands out to the zone hold with her left hand. There it is. That's a zone for her.
Okay, big foot Ooh,
Ooh,
drop there.
yeah. I think you can match your hands on that hold to get to the next one out to the left.
It looked for all the world like she was going out to that next hold and was going to be on the wall. And then
Very close. But again, no feet there. Makes for a challenging finish section.
20 seconds left. Sergey's going to give it one more try, see if he can secure a zone on this egregious power boulder.
Egregious.
Egregious Philbin.
Nice. That's a sick indie rock band name.
Yo, for sure. Okay, we should start that.
Yeah.
Okay, who are we bringing up?
Your opener would be Lana Del Rey Charles.
They do only Lana Del Rey songs in the style of Ray Charles.
Oh, guess what, Quinn heads?
Quinn heads.
You waited. Ask and ye shall receive. We got Quinn up next.
Quinn
Has
to
been
the
climbing
mats.
for an exact 1.3 years.
Damn.
He is climbing the blue tape circuit tonight. Fun fact, he's climbed outside all day as well. And he has a hole in his shoe. That's crazy.
Oh, Emma
Ooh,
with a
Emma
foot
coming
slip.
down.
Scare-
She's okay.
That's the slab falls. We're getting the thumbs up from Emma. That's the slab falls that you have nightmares about. That's
100%.
That's the reason we fear the slab.
You're just going to cheese grade yourself down.
Emma saving that little foot pop there. Quinn doing the move very slowly and
Yeah.
almost making that work.
Honestly, doing it a day of outdoor climbing and then doing this would be a nightmare.
Pretty brutal.
Yeah. The only thing I want to do after a day of outdoor climbing is sleep and maybe eat a pizza, and that's it.
Yeah. That sounds pretty good right about now, in fact.
I could go for a pizza. Yeah. Emma on
Guys,
the
if
last
you're coming
move
into
here.
the gym, bring us some DQ and a
DQ
pizza.
and a pizza. That's it.
Emma's got to work those feet up.
She needs to get her left foot up to the zone hold, trusting that right foot.
Connor working out this lachey.
Nice, really good. Nice work from Connor.
That's a top from
That's a top
Emma.
from Emma.
Awesome stuff.
Ooh, and a big swing from Connor. So close to that hold.
Almost got it.
Really close.
Okay, Christelle getting into
Christelle.
this dynamic movement.
So this is like what do I do? We're still trying to shop for beta here.
Oh, trying to go to the foothold.
Could work. I
with
mean,
the hand.
matching that low handhold works for getting your hips in close to the wall, but it's going to be pretty hard to swing yourself to the right far enough.
Definitely.
Quinn is up on the green tape circuit now. Connor able to work his feet down. Yeah, but he needs that swing. I think he needs that swing to go from one side to the other.
That's a top for Quinn.
It's top of the green tape for Quinn. I think that leaves us on to... Well, Quinn might get back onto the blue tape. We'll see.
Yeah,
he's
he
off
is
the
getting
blue
back
tape.
up.
Yeah. It's hard when you did an outdoor climbing day to decide what you want to climb. 'cause
Yeah.
Probably feel exhausted. Connor getting back up to the lachey. Able to swing his feet nice and far. And I think he's going to be able to reach from that
yeah,
position.
I think from there he could
needs
reach
to
down.
he
but
needs to
he's
get some lachey though. He needs to bring his hips over
a little
and,
bit
and
of
swing back.
momentum
Yeah, exactly.
to do it and to do it as a catch.
This is what I like about this problem. What Eric was talking about earlier is
He was so close to
it's
do
pretty
it right
challenging and strength-based to do it that way. It makes a lot more sense just to get that lachey. Christelle trying to skip straight to zone.
there. I think he's figured it out. Looks like he's going to give it a... Oh, just lost
Close.
it.
Just lost the foot tension
foot.
there. Minute and 30 left. More than enough time for another attempt. All three of our climbers pulling up for another
Ooh,
attempt.
Connor trying to do it all in one move.
Yeah.
Christelle is really trying to make this hand to the foothold beta work,
Yeah, for sure.
which would be very cool to see.
Hard to know what to do afterwards.
Oh,
though,
there
with
he-
the hand.
oh, he had
so
it. He
close.
had
with
it.
Yeah, we had a hand on, just didn't
He's
get
got
the
a
foot
minute
tension.
left.
More than enough time. Let's go, Quinn. Quinn is just stepping down. I think he needs to throw himself a little bit further to the right. Oh, and Connor just losing the energy there. And that's one of the challenges with these competitions is 5 minutes. It's not a lot of time, so you can exhaust yourself pretty quickly just by chucking attempts in again and again.
And this is a really physical problem. It's really
is.
on the forearms. This is like just hanging by your forearms for ages is exhausting.
It absolutely
You
is,
get
yeah.
the pump going really badly.
Yeah, and 5 minutes of rest is not enough time to recover. So
No.
we hope the best for Connor in this next 5 minutes, that he can get some juice back for problems 3 and 4.
Get back some arm juice.
Our climbers walk away. And our next climbers walk on. How was that? Was that cool?
That was great.
That sounded cool.
Yeah. Our climbers
like a
walk
little
away.
salute when I said it,
and
too.
our next climbers walk on.
Walk towards the wall. Our next climber is Ethan. Ethan has been climbing for 1 year. He'll be on the green tape circuit. This might be his first time doing an on-site night. I don't recognize Ethan from on-site nights before. So I'm just saying that right now. But fun fact is he solves Rubik's Cubes.
Uh-oh.
Got another astrophysicist here.
I think he's going to be called down here.
I think so too. I think he's using the black volumes, but he's on the blue holds.
Often volumes are in for every climb, so I think he may have just thought those volumes were not part of a different
For sure
climb.
he did, yeah. Jacqueline is almost at the zone hold. It's going to be for her left hand. She's going to fall into it, kind of swing into it.
Owen working out the dynamic movement on number 3.
Nice, able to get the
Bottom
match,
left.
and that's zone in her left hand.
Let's see if Sergey can show us something new on this black tape number 4 in the bottom right.
Yeah, I would love to see that intended beta go. Ethan getting back on problem number 1. Able to balance out to the next hold. I like this problem because at a certain point you have to cut your feet and swing, regardless of how tall or short you are.
Yeah. So now
Ooh.
this problem number 1.
Yeah,
You've described it as a paddle.
it is, yes.
What does that look like when? So you go. I'm struggling to visualize it. This is from here. You would swing
Yeah,
and then
so
paddle to both slopers.
The concept was to not have people do what Ethan's doing right now, which is like
Which is what
teeter over
everyone
the-
has done.
A lot of people, yes, yeah. The shorter people have not. They've been able to
Right.
like jump, hit the hold, and because the top of the hold is blocked, it's really hard to stop with the momentum that you've generated. So you instead bring your left hand out to the zone hold as like a double Gaston situation, and that's your paddle. It's like a
Just
quick.
so right hand ends
1,
up on
2.
the on the big hold that's
Yeah.
blocked, and left hand ends up on the zone.
Exactly, yeah.
I
And you kind
see.
of just like stop the momentum by kicking into the wall. Yeah, it's challenging to make those moves like equitable for all heights.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, but no matter what, you do have to cut and swing at some
Exactly.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of, yeah, he did it slowly, but still did it as a sort of a paddle there.
And what we do with these problems is sometimes we
the
make
hand.
tricky sequences at the start for like shorter climbers, but then they get like an added benefit at the end. Like it's easier to be shorter at the end of this problem because the hold's so scrunched together, and it's harder to be tall at the end of this problem. So we try and make it equitable through the problem itself, where if you unlock a move, you might get a challenging last move because of your height, because of how tall or short you are. Ooh.
Oh,
Owen's
going
doing another
straight
cool
for
beta,
the
yeah.
zone.
He's doing like a 1-2 right hand to the hold before
He
zone.
made that look workable as well.
Yeah, for
That's,
sure. I like whatever people do for this climb. They make it look like it is the intended beta.
Yeah,
So it's kind of
yeah.
cool. No one like accidentally falls into it and is like, how did I get here?
Ethan with a big save there,
Nice.
sliding down the wall. Got to get
Second
a foot
last
up.
hold, gets the foot up.
Oh, just
so
lost the
close.
hand.
And that's what I'm saying. It gets more advantageous to be smaller for the end of this problem.
To fit into that box
fit
at
into
the
that
top,
box.
yeah. Get that high foot.
Ooh, close mowing.
Yeah, just throwing with 2 hands for the zone. I think he's going to have to get a foot onto the to the higher volume to make that work.
I agree. Yep. Okay, last 45 seconds. Likely last attempt for Jacqueline. She's been resting for a while, which is a great strategy for a problem like this.
Yeah.
It is a physical boulder that's quite long.
Give yourself a couple of good attempts and try not to burn out completely. She's held that swing really nicely.
Again, cannot imagine doing this after a day of outdoor rock climbing, but good on her.
Looking for a foot. She's so close here.
So close.
Just dropped that last bit.
I think if she had her left hand up one hold, she'd be able to get that high step with the left foot.
And a day of outdoor
Ooh,
leading is
Owen gets the
that's
gets the
a top
zone.
for Owen.
That's zone for Owen.
Or sorry, top for Ethan and a zone
Oh, top for
Owen.
Ethan. Okay, come on, Owen. Is your last go with this? 7 seconds left. This is
That
going to be a
was
buzzer beater.
awesome.
Come on. Yes. Oh, he just figured it
so
out. You could
close.
see it in the last moment. He just realized to bring his
Yeah,
left
he
hand
touched
in.
he touched that
Yeah.
hold as he went down and went, oh, that's what I was supposed to do. That was awesome to hit the zone that way. We've never seen that go that way so far.
Really cool.
It's the first time
That's
that's
3
gone.
betas for this climb, yeah. Our next climber on the mats is Ireland. She's been climbing for 2 months here at Reach Indoor Climbing. She'll be on the white tape circuit. And fun fact is she has an aquarium with cherry shrimp. Do not let Aaliyah's frog
Keep the
near
frog
near
away
your
from the
aquarium.
shrimp. No matter what the pet store says.
Yeah, it is not okay. That is a quick top from Connor.
Connor is already at
Problem
the top
number
of
3.
this problem.
Christelle is at the zone hold here. Unfortunately, Ireland mistaking the zone hold for the top hold.
Ah.
Yeah, the one that's red tape. Now she's got to redo the boulder, but she knows what to do.
Yes, she made it to the zone quite handily.
Exactly. Got Quinn on problem number 2. Now he was outdoor climbing all day, so I imagine the crimps are going to feel pretty terrible in the hands.
Oh,
So you got to get right underneath those crimps. Connor's trying out problem number 3, green tape. Christelle back at the zone hold here. She needs to bring her feet up and then do the quick stand-up move into the undercling.
Christelle is also using, like we saw Aaliyah do.
Yes, same technique as Aaliyah.
Exactly
Oh,
the same
and
as Aaliyah,
keeps
and
the
making
tension.
it look very smooth as well.
Going for the bold
Yeah,
move of just getting the feet up. She's able to
Right
get her feet up
idea.
slowly. She can get her feet to the crimp and then to the zone, or you can just paste your feet up into the smear. There we go. That's better beta. There you go. That's one hand, that's two
That's a
hands,
top
and that
for
is a top from
Christelle.
Christelle. Amazing read. Really good work.
Fantastic circuit from Christelle.
Quinn is coming close to that crack. Just about got his hand in there.
Lost the crimp at the last moment.
Yep.
Ireland back at the start. Now this is one of those frustrating comp situations
It is.
where you've done it once
Yep.
and you have to go do it again and you're struggling with the moves
And-
that you already did that you know you can do.
Yeah.
It's the mental game. Got to work through that.
So if she can bring herself back and away from the wall and then fire her hips into the wall, she generates a lot of momentum, and that makes that stand-up move feel a little bit easier. Quinn pulling on for another attempt. He's on to the green tape circuit now. He's trying out the white holds power climb that we saw Jacqueline on. Good sequencing from him. Skipping holds. Campusing through. No issue.
That's a top on the green tape.
Oh,
It's got
Powerful
a
high
violent
fives from the
high-five
audience,
goodbye
yeah.
from
That's
one
a
of our
green
youth
tape.
climbers here.
top from Quinn. That took my shoulder back out of its socket. Yeah.
It did some lasting wrist damage, I
My
think.
chiropractor's listening. I'll be in on Monday. I don't have a chiropractor, and they wouldn't be watching.
Yeah. Be busy snapping dogs' necks on TikTok.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, dog chiropractors
Dog
on
chiropractor.
TikTok.
That's sick.
It's the new awful thing.
You thought it was Dubai chocolate? Nope. It's snapping a dog's neck. Cool.
Okay, are we down to?
We're down to our
1
last
and
minute.
2?
We still have Ireland and Quinn. Quinn's back on the blue tape. Ireland just trying to repeat this climb here.
Quinn going back to the blue.
Those crimps are bad. Those crimps are real bad. Come on, Ireland. You got it. Last attempt. Just stand up. So close. There's a small foot on the outside of that red volume. It's really hard to trust. It's just sticking out about the size of a toonie. Oh, Quinn's got the jam. He's jamming now.
Oh, that's a zone.
That is his own.
That would be a zone for sure. Oh, come on, Quinn.
Oh, my goodness. Opting to not bring his feet up, too, and just dyno out of a crack is that's a choice.
That was maybe the most progress we saw.
I think so.
On
That's very
that
close.
boulder, though, getting those feet up on the wall like that.
For sure.
Having the hand jammed well enough to get the feet up.
Yeah. I can't imagine the pain his right hand must be in right now from dynoing out of that crack.
Agreed, confused Olive. Let's go.
Confused Olive. It's our last climber. We can go to all four.
Our last new climber.
Our last new climber is Christopher. He's been climbing for 15 months here at Reach Indoor Climbing. He's climbing the green tape circuit tonight. And fun fact about Christopher, he can say the English alphabet backwards very fast.
Okay. Maybe we'll hold him to that at the end of the...
He can pass any sobriety test at any
as
moment.
long
of
as
the
it's
day.
that one.
I heard him fall.
That was a big fall. I didn't... Yeah.
I didn't see it happen. Owen is at the last hold of problem number 4 here, just stepping up. That's
Ethan.
a great circuit from Owen.
Ethan and Owen topping in unison.
In unison, simultaneously topping.
Their two problems.
Good work from both of them.
I'm not sure if they're coming back or if we can... I'll give them a minute to see if they're going to come back or if we're going to
Ooh, do we have a blood technical?
Nope, that's a zone
it's a
hold
missed zone tape.
tape.
I see.
Has fallen.
Still no blood technicals.
Chris.
technicals tonight.
Chris made that almost work.
Yeah.
He was on the wall and he just kind of just lost it for a second there.
Yeah, it's like the point where you decide to
It's
jump
where
and
you
let your
want
feet
to
cut.
have done the paddle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it dynamically, you probably want to paddle.
Yeah. Jacqueline, way past zone now. Able to get the press. See if she gets the elevator doors. There we go. She's going to use that position to work her feet up so she can get more press out to the right. She's about one hold away from the top. There's one hand. Let's see what she does to match the finish. She got to ideally step out to the volume. There we go.
There she goes.
And there's a top. Nice work from her.
Okay, let's have a look at 2 and 1 in that
2
case.
and 1. Ethan and Chris.
Ethan's being called down. I'm not sure what for. Must have been a start position.
Can't get anything past these judges. The cruelest judges in North America. Except they were giving climbers chalk on the wall earlier tonight,
They were
so
bringing up... bringing chalk on the wall to the
Chris
climbers. Chris has made
nails
that
the paddle
work.
move, yep. Yep, just working his
Well
hands up.
done.
Unfortunately, those slopers get worse and worse, so he's got to get his feet up to where his hands are. If he can bring his right hand in, I think he'll be able to get his feet up. But that
Bring
might
his right hand into the zone hold.
Exactly, yeah. 2 minutes left. That's more than enough time to take a rest. He's been on his arms for quite some time.
When we reference the zone hold, we mean the hold that has red tape.
A small bit of red tape
That's
on it.
the sort of the halfway mark of the climb.
Yes, in the new Olympic ruling, the top is worth 25 points and the zone is worth 10 points.
This bench has been getting less and less comfortable.
Yeah, we used to be sitting on chairs previous months to this, but Danny brought the bench out. And to be honest, I'm kind of regretting it. For two reasons.
The chairs are worse.
No,
I think
this
the
is
chairs
worse.
are worse.
Number one, this is closer to the table. Number two, I keep bringing my arm up, and we keep bumping arms or almost wrapping our arms around each other.
I see that as a plus. But I guess if you see that as a minus, that's fine. I'll try not to be insulted by that.
The rejection I'm feeling from the other side of this bench. I can't melt into this bench the same way I melt into a chair by the end of the night.
You can't. But the backs of those chairs are absolutely horrific, and they're metal instead of wood.
Fair. I just like sink down though. I'm like my head is on the seat of the chair by the end of the night.
Maybe this is just you have the option to bring your microphone down way low.
Fair.
And I don't have that option because mine goes over top of the
But my
computer
leg is
screen. And this is pretty
falling
inside
asleep,
baseball for you folks listening at home.
I just want you all to know how we're sitting right now.
Maybe a standing desk is the way to do
Ooh,
this
that'd be
next
nice.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, Chris.
A couple of treadmills.
Yeah. Like one of those Twitch streamers that does like stocks. Or like business stuff or news. They're always on like
Is that what
treadmills.
they
or,
do?
yeah, they're always on like walking treadmills or standing desks. I watch a lot
Brandon
of.
is basically the Patrick Bateman of
That's me.
of reach indoor climbing.
Name a stock. I dare you. Name 5 stocks.
And he's got a really involved skincare routine. Okay.
All right, we
so
are
we are
done.
no longer welcoming any new climbers to the
Yes,
mats.
problem number 1 is now finished. We have Ireland on problem number 2. We've got Quinn, problem number 3, and Connor on number 4. Quinn, understanding that he's got to get himself all the way out to the right there.
It's a big throw getting your whole body to the right side of that hold. And the hold, it's not a bad hold, but it could be It could be better. So it's a little nervy getting over your foot and getting all the way to the other side of that hold. Because there's a lot of parts that might fly off the wall at any moment.
100%. What were we talking about?
Just agree blindly. It doesn't matter. Yes, Quinn. Oh, so close.
You're absolutely right, Danny. Now repeat to me what you just said, but slower.
No, I'm not going to. You just have to live with whatever you just agreed to.
I can't, overstate how fried my brain is right now.
I said Brandon is going to gift me all of his Black Diamond equipment.
I said you're absolutely right.
And you said 100%.
Ooh, that was a cool method from Quinn.
Yeah, he's doing that foot switch really quickly.
Was that what
Not
we were
really
talking
a foot
about?
switch, but he was popping the right foot off and landing
And
the
then
left foot on
shuffling.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool way to stop. But
But
That's
it's a
when
hard
you
way
gotta-
to stop.
yes.
Then you have to shuffle back.
that's why Eric and I got excited 6
Yeah.
hours ago when the stream started.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about the time you couldn't hold the position there.
almost held
Yeah.
it and then couldn't quite. But yeah, if he does that again, if he shuffles back, then he could do your beta really nicely.
And
Now
go,
shuffle
and
back,
go,
shuffle
and
back,
go,
shuffle
go, go, go,
back.
go.
Oh,
so
so
close. I'm just willing someone to do the intended beta tonight.
We're running out of opportunities.
I want Quinn to make the setters
In
look
fact,
good.
I think this is the last opportunity.
This is actually it, yeah.
It's all down to Quinn.
Michael Jackson, this is it. I thought that was a
Connor
good joke.
mistaking the zone for the top, which has been a problem a couple of times for various climbers this evening, thinking they finished the climb.
Yeah, but it is not the finish.
But
made
he's
a-
not finished.
I made a fun Michael Jackson joke and you missed it.
You said you did?
Yeah.
What was your fun Michael
I said
Jackson?
Michael Jackson, this is it.
Oh yeah, that's top notch. That's really what he's known for. That's definitely one of the top 5 Michael Jackson things. The documentary, This Is It.
I
Quinn
thought it was
holding
sick.
that.
Let's go, Quinn.
Big throw to the top now. It
He's
looks
gotta
like it's
decide what he's
gonna
gonna do.
Found a foot on that start hold. Yeah, he seems unsure of which way he wants to go. Do I go
There's
up?
so
Do I go
many
left?
options. There's so many options. Ooh.
Ah,
He's got to swing his foot back
Very
and then do
close.
another shuffle out to the left.
yeah. Connor, reluctant.
He's
to,
on the zone. He's
to-
in the press.
to swap to get his weight over his foot here and shuffle over. It's a bit of a nervy move. This.
Yeah, I would argue that the footholds here are a little bit better than the ones on the white tape, but they're further apart, so you have to do more dynamic movement to get positioned over the feet.
Mhm.
Ireland on
trying
the
to get
swing.
this lâché going.
Yep. Able to swing, get her feet down to the volume so she's able to generate momentum that way. But that's a hard lâché. I think this has proven to be the hardest problem in the white tape circuit.
We've definitely we haven't seen a lot of tops of it.
No. I don't know if we've seen any tops in
We
it. to be
did
honest.
we saw Julia, right?
Julia topped it. No, Julia got the lâché but didn't top.
Oh, didn't get the
Yes,
top.
yeah.
Oh, okay. But landed the lâché.
Yes. Yeah. Really good work from Quinn. I love that shuffle move. That looks really cool. Getting your body on the right side of that hold, that's what we want.
Once you unlock that, it's a nice feeling. He's looking at the top hold, looking at the
If
left
he gets
hold.
his right foot on that foothold, I think he can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, fingertips on
Bit
it.
of a scary fall
Fingertips.
there, but he's okay. Kicked out from the wall.
10 seconds left. This might be the last attempt for Connor here.
Just going to have to make a move.
He's got to, yeah.
He does get to the foot.
He gets to it. He's
but
gotta make
it's
space
going
for
to
his
be
other
too
foot.
late.
Yeah, that's
gonna
time.
be time.
That is time.
Is that not time?
That is
Nobody's
time.
calling time.
We're calling time.
Is there somebody on? It's time.
Someone
Time.
call him off. There we go. All right, Chris on problem 2. Ethan on problem 3. Jacqueline on problem 4. Ethan with a quick flash. One hand on the finish.
Tell Quinn to do a heel hook into a Gaston, and he'll send it.
I'll let him know.
All right.
I'll let him know.
We'll see. We'll see if the heel hook Gaston beta unlocks it.
What's he climbing next? The slab? No, it will not unlock it. I can confidently say.
I like this when you have to use your hand to pull your leg up into the right position.
Yeah,
which
the
we've
hip
just seen
flexibility
Jacqueline
required for this
do.
problem is like pretty extreme for sure. What is Eric doing in problem number 1? Not to just avert attention. He's just standing like an NPC. Look at him.
I think he's doing that for our benefit.
I thought the camera was frozen.
He's looking at the camera.
This is scaring me. This is going to live in my
he's NPCing. He's fully NPCing.
Can someone tell him the emote?
Do one of the Fortnite dances.
Can we just zoom in on problem 1?
Yeah.
Hey, Jacqueline, last move of problem number 4. She's set up. She's got to teeter over the right foot and hit the crimp. This is kind of a dynamic move. You have to pop over the left foot and trust going over the right.
Oh, Chris catches it.
Oh, nice.
Chris
Really
is
good from
one
Chris.
move from the top. He's cut feet. Can he find it back again? Big move to the top.
I can't stop watching Eric. Stop doing that.
Oh, Chris, so close.
So close from Chris. Really close from Jacqueline. She's fingertips away from that hold, but she's got to pop out dynamically. There, that was so close. Just got to get a little
That's
closer to the
what,
wall to stay balanced.
That's what Jacqueline and Stevie Wonder have in common.
What's that?
Fingertips. Part 2.
Part 2. Eric, do you see that jump into the camera there?
Did Eric just pop into
He's
frame
messing
for a
with her
second?
stream.
Oh, my goodness.
Who is that? Is that Kurt? That's Kurt.
Oh, God, where did Eric go? It's actually terrifying that he's gone now.
Yeah.
You just look to it right behind us.
It's the emo wave that really got me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody waves with that much of their body, you know? Jacqueline cruising her way up the chimney of problem number 4. Christopher, after a long rest, looks like he's ready to tackle problem number 2 one more time.
That's what we talked about earlier with these kinds of problems. It's going to take a nice long rest. Give yourself 2 or 3 good attempts
Yeah.
at a big
At least a minute or 2 in between every attempt, for sure.
four-army boulder like this.
Do they have a 4 Navy?
Yes, and a 4 Air Force.
They just call it the Air Force.
Yes,
Yes, Jacqueline, come on.
Oh,
so close. So close.
That was Stevie Wonder fingertips.
1 minute
Chris
and 12 left. She
also
can do
getting
it.
excruciatingly close to that top.
These are really close attempts. A little bit of rest. Maybe 40 seconds on the clock. They can go again. Is that a song by Stevie Wonder?
Fingertips, yeah.
I'm
Fingertips
not well
Part
versed in
2.
that. Yeah.
I believe it was Lil Stevie Wonder when he was like really young
Oh yeah.
in the early 60s.
Get a lot of music lore from this.
Yeah. It's on par with your This Is It, for sure.
That's good,
It's
thank
about
you.
as, it's actually probably a little, probably more obscure than
This is like
It.
the
So
Eagles
really,
joke that I have.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, do your Eagles joke,
Oh, nice.
Brandon.
Okay, all right. Interior. Reach
Hold
and
on.
reclining.
Let's,
Okay, hold
let's
on.
wait till Jacqueline tops this
Yeah.
before we...
Nice.
Yes. That's the top
That
for
is a top from Jacqueline.
Awesome.
Amazing
Awesome
work. Good route
adjustments.
reading.
All right, give us that Eagles joke while we have 20 seconds
Hey,
before
Danny.
our next climbers.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, Brandon.
You know what my favorite song? Oh, sorry, no, I'm setting this up wrong. Imagine "Take It Easy" by the Eagles is playing over the loudspeaker right now, and I'd be like, "Oh, I love this song. This is my favorite song by the Eagles about taking it easy." To which you would reply. To which you would
This
reply.
joke doesn't work. I
To
would
whi-
reply, okay. It doesn't prompt a question. That's not how it went.
I said it's my second favorite song, and then you say,
Oh, no, you said it's your favorite. What you just said was, this is my favorite song by the Eagles about taking it easy. That's roll back the tape. That's what he said.
to which you would
Okay,
reply,
so
"What's
you-
your first favorite song about taking it easy?" Ireland with a quick top of problem number
Awesome.
3.
Ireland at the top. Before Brandon can even finish his Eagles joke.
You would say, "What's your first favorite song?"
Okay,
about
what's your
taking it easy
so
by the
so
Eagles?
so you said it's my second favorite song about
Yes.
taking it easy by the
And
Eagles.
I would
now
say-
I say, "Oh, what's your first favorite song about
I would
taking
say
it easy?"
"Peaceful Easy Feeling" by
Yes.
the Eagles.
And then the house is brought down.
You see, because that's a misdirect, right? Because you would expect there only to be one song by the Eagles about taking it easy, but they have in fact written 2.
And if you look really hard at their discography, you could probably even find more songs about taking it easy.
The crowd is not only not feeling that joke, but they were angry by the joke.
Revolting against it.
Well, whatever. I didn't say it
It's
right. I
not
didn't tell it right.
Strictly speaking, a joke. It falls
By
more
any
under the category
conventional
of
means.
something Brandon said.
It's dark humor, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's really dark, esoteric stuff. All right, let's go, Quinn.
Come on, Quinn.
Also using that that foothold, getting the
This is a great
fingertips
climb
in.
for the outdoor climbers. It's an outdoorsy kind of slab where you're trusting your feet.
Yeah, you got these holes that kind of look like rocks.
They kind of look like rocks.
The
I've
black
seen a
holes.
rock once.
Yeah, and it looked a little like that
Yeah.
in places. Up goes the foot. He's managed to avoid doing the step up.
Yeah, aiming for a static beta. Now he's got to work both his feet up, one step at a time. There's one, there's two. He might be able to reach it from here. Yes, he can. There's one hand.
That's
there's two
a top
hands.
for
and
Quinn.
that is a top for Quinn.
Awesome. Well done. Okay,
All
we're
right.
going to stay on this just in case he gets on the green tape, as he has been
Yeah,
known
we'll
to
see.
do.
Ireland has opted for the green tape. She's missing one of the starting holds, though. I don't know if the judge is going to be nice enough to tell her.
Definitely a bit of a
I'm
tricky
getting
start
argued with from
on
the
this,
audience right now, and it's.
We're still being heckled by Tyler.
I think Tyler's still a little bit hangry because he's only had like a small fistful of salad for dinner.
A fistful of salad is my favorite Clint Eastwood movie, by the way.
My gosh, the zingers tonight. We haven't had any like jacuzzi moments, but we've certainly
No.
had some good zingers. Fistful of salad. That's a top from Quinn on the green tape.
Quinn's topping
Just waiting
the
for someone
blue
to
tape
call
and
him
the
off,
green
though.
tape. Ireland still having a good hard look at the top of this. By the top, I mean the beginning of this this green tape.
Tyler shouting out directions incomprehensibly to the climbers.
Super frowned upon in a competition
Yeah,
setting.
not cool. Quinn going on the black tape prob now.
We are coming to we're winding down, getting toward the end.
Yeah, last few climbers. I believe Zone 2 and 1 are both completely finished now, so it's just problems 3 and 4.
We're done with them. And if you are interested in climbing any of these problems, and you're in the Greater Toronto area, you could come on out to Reach Indoor Climbing in Aurora. And these problems will be up for probably another week or two. You can try these boulders. You can try some other really wonderful, fun boulders. And if you want to be in this competition next month, if you want to be on the stream climbing the boulders yourself, you can do that.
Yep.
Follow the Instagram, Reach Indoor Climbing, and registration will be opening for that in a couple of weeks.
For sure. I believe our next on-site night is scheduled for August the 8th, which is actually the second Friday of August.
We do this every month, usually the first Friday, but next month it'll be the second Friday.
Yeah, because the first Friday is August 1st, and it never feels like the next month when it's the first of the month.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like the first Friday of the month.
Yeah. All right, with 5 seconds left, I believe Ireland's going to be calling it. And that is time. So we're going to be welcoming Chris and Ethan. Ethan on problem number 4, and Chris on problem number 3.
Oh, a little Weezer.
A little Weezer.
For our
Why don't you?
pals. Weezer, Why Don't You? The name of their compilation album.
They would do that.
By the way,
they would do
I
something lame like
I
that.
thought of an album title for Egregious Philbin's first record, Final Answer.
Final Answer.
Or for a variation on that, Spinal Answer.
Nice. Spinal Answer.
Chris is cruising.
Yeah.
Cruising
One
green
hand on
tape number
finish.
3.
Just needs to suss out his feet for the end. There you go.
That is the top.
Good tension
Chris.
to the volumes there.
No problem.
Speaking of cruising, Ethan on his way to a top as well.
Out goes the foot.
Ooh,
One hand.
He's just able to reach.
2 hands.
Two
and that's
hands.
a top
There you go.
for Ethan.
Good
wow.
climbing
Well,
from
we
Ethan.
are 1 minute into that climb, and
All
both
right.
of our climbers are done.
4 minutes of vamping. Here we go.
I guess we better take some calls.
Yeah. Let's just think of more band names.
More band names? Tyler says, what's your favorite Eagles song about living in the fast lane?
Well, that's peaceful, easy feeling for sure.
I would have to say it's In the City.
In the City.
Joe
yes.
Walsh tune.
Joe Walsh.
It's survival in the city. That's my Joe Walsh. That's me doing Joe Walsh.
That's my Joe Walsh. That's our Joe Walsh.
That's the people's Joe
That's
Walsh.
the world's Joe Walsh. Glenn Fry, that's what I'm thinking of. I was thinking of Glenn Gould, but
Why?
that'd be a
what
very
were you going
different.
to say about Glenn Fry?
Literally nothing.
Oh, you just wanted to say his name?
I just want to say his name, yeah.
You just wanted to demonstrate that you know the names of the members of the Eagles.
Yeah.
Glenn
yeah.
Fry, Don Henley,
Yeah.
Joe Walsh later.
Joe Walsh later.
How many more can you name?
Nope.
I can name one more. Bernie Ledden,
Bernie Ledden.
who's there for the first couple records. And then there was a guy named Randy, and I don't know what his last name was, but he sang Take It to the Limit.
Randy Travis.
Yeah, Randy Travis, who went on to great success as a solo artist.
He's a solo country musician.
Ethan's having a go at our blue tape.
Chris having to go to blue tape as well. Ethan getting to the last hold of his blue tape as well.
One move.
And that's a send.
Sending the blue tapes.
There we
Why
go.
not?
Good stuff from Ethan. Really good circuit tonight. Two minutes left. I think our climbers are running out of problems to try.
They really are.
We're running out of band names.
When I was in college, I was in a two-man band called Rick Whiskey and the Billy Goats Band.
That's pretty good.
And we did a bit that every time we played a show, we would have a different excuse why Rick Whiskey couldn't be there that night.
One time I was driving home on the road, and I pulled up my voice notes and hysterically cried when I tried to name a business. It's a new business. It's an all-female-owned beachside cell phone repair shop.
Okay.
And it's called Seashells Cheap Cells by the Seashore.
She sells cheap cells
By the seashore.
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
That's the best thing you've ever said.
Finally, the praise I deserve. Finally.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. So if anyone's looking for a new business name,
In the mid-2000s, I think that you could have started a dentist office and called it An Inconvenient Tooth.
nice. I always thought about a dentist office / church called Holy Molars. Chris is doing insane things, by the way. Literally,
Definitely
spanning
would
the
have been
entire-
awarded the zone there, I think.
like if you froze frame on that, he would have been spanning the top and the bottom of the wall at the same
yeah,
time.
he's basically the entire length
He is,
of the wall.
and it's like, how do you set for that? I don't know. Climbing is cool.
okay.
This would be
10
our
seconds.
last attempt, last view of problem number 3.
Are we down to 4 alone?
We're just on 4 alone.
Because Chris is our last climber. Yeah, I know about stuff.
There we go.
Well, when the sun was shining in that open door, I found it to be too bright on this camera, and
Yep.
now I find it to be too dark, that the sun has gone down.
That's the problem with the sun.
That's, you know, the sun, it's got its perks.
Yep.
You say what you want about the sun,
Say what you want.
but this is definitely the downside of it.
Exactly. They really got to find a way to block that thing out once and for all.
Okay, Ireland cruising through the zone and now looking a little upset about this last move.
Nope. Someone offering the advice to just throw yourself at it, and I'm saying no. I'm making that call.
Trying to work out the beta here.
Very close. That's one hand.
Oh, that's going to do
Ooh.
it. Wow.
Good mobility. Really good mobility from Ireland. Good
Didn't
job.
even have to stand up onto that foot. Just stretched.
Yeah. Quality attempt.
I guess if you're that flexible,
Why not?
why not?
Well, that puts us back into
We got another
vamping
4
mode.
minutes of Brandon and I having been talking for 4 straight hours, having to talk some more.
Okay, it's heavy metal day spa.
Oh, God.
Heavy metal themed day spa.
Yes?
And it's called Black Sad Bath.
I'm sorry. Black Sad Bath?
Black Sad Bath. So you get all your emotions out.
But why is it sad?
Well, because I feel like,
Is heavy metal sad?
yeah,
to
like
you?
doom metal can be sad. You know, like you ever hear of the genre funeral metal?
I haven't.
Well, now you have.
I guess so. Okay,
you
I'm
go.
going to pull up my notes app and see what things I've written down.
Milk, egg, butter, cheese.
I was playing a game called Blueprints recently, so most of my notes are just how to solve puzzles
Nice.
in that game.
Tell us.
Well, oh, there's letters missing. You know, man? You got to find the letters.
I had in my notes app hilarious titles for books, but I
Yeah.
can't remember any of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the way that I feel like I have a lot of those. Oh, here's something that I wrote down a long time ago, but I never said. Okay,
Tell me.
here it is.
Yep.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again before, and I'll say I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That passed the time. What's next? Let's move on to the next thing. Yeah.
you got anything coming up at Reach here that you want to
I wanna
talk
plug.
about? Anything exciting going on at Reach in the summertime?
It's a summertime, so like this is the time when most people that are in gyms are usually like climbing outdoors and stuff. So we do a lot of like summer camps and like things for children. We have extended hours. That's cool.
What are those hours?
We open at noon.
All
In
right.
the daytime. Yep.
And
So
when
you
we
were trying to
close?
quiz me. You were trying to say you don't know your own hours, Brandon.
Nope,
but look
I
at me.
was
I do. I know my own hours.
Trying to get the word out. Same team.
Well, it felt pointed. Let me just tell you that. It
Say
felt
them.
pointed.
Say the hours.
Tell them what you think. What else do we got going on?
Here's something I wrote down once.
Nice.
It says, "You're supposed to be my pants." I think my pants stopped fitting me,
Oh, sick. You're supposed to be my
and
pants.
I felt betrayed
Yeah.
by my pants.
That's good. I like that a lot.
And for some reason, I actually wrote that down.
Nice. Cool. I once wrote, I remember this, I just woke up in the middle of the night and I wrote, bad dream, comma, airplane, comma, Drake.
And the rest is gone?
And the rest is history, as they say.
You were on Drake's plane.
I was on a plane with Drake for sure. I don't know if it was his.
It would have to have been, surely.
Yeah.
Drake doesn't fly
He flies commercials in my dream. Commercial in my dream.
But you remember it was a commercial flight. This is good. We're pulling this out.
I'm pulling information, yeah. I'm accessing my dreams. Oh, my back.
Yeah, it's bad news on the back.
It's bad news for the back.
Here's the name. I heard somebody say something that I thought it sounded like a country song, and
Okay.
I wrote it down. And the name is "Waitin' for the Butter to Brown."
Waiting.
I thought that would be a good country song.
Country musicians, they're a simpler breed of people.
Oh my God! Shots fired. A simpler breed
I'm going to write a
of people.
song about butter browning, and that could be a legit country song. Like
Waiting for the butter to brown.
you could put that on CMT or Boots and Hearts or
Yeah,
whatever country thing's going on in the world, and say.
I actually think it's too sophisticated for that.
And that was Tate McAllen with "Waiting for the Butter to Brown," and I would believe that. I would sit here and I would believe that with my whole heart.
There
okay,
you go.
Chris, we're back to climbing. Please
Chris,
don't. I
take
want him
us
to
out.
flash this, but yeah,
Finish
'cause-
this off.
okay.
This is our last climb.
I was gonna say if he flashes this, then we need another 4 minutes of like.
We don't, though.
We don't. In this instance, we do not. All right, let's go, Chris. So, like I was saying
Chris-
with.
Sorry.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was saying sometimes problems are easy for taller people and harder for taller people. This is a harder start for taller people, but likely an easier finish. So
Yeah.
if Chris can get out of this position here, find a spot for his left foot, I think he'll have a much better chance at reaching over to that finish from the zone.
I just wanted
you
to
go.
point out that Chris is a rare sock climber.
Yes.
He's climbing with socks on.
Yes.
You don't see too many climbers with
I
the
think
socks
I know
on.
2 World Cup climbers that wear socks.
There you go.
Yeah, and they swear by it.
And a textbook fall from Chris as
Love
well.
that.
You love to see a textbook fall.
Exactly what we teach in the orientations. Fantastic.
I climbed with socks for a short time because my shoes were too small, and it was flaying all the skin off the tops of my toes. And I started wearing little socks.
So wooden socks make the shoes smaller.
Yeah, but they also protected my tops of my toes.
Couldn't you just tape your toes?
Tape my toes?
I
The
would.
amount of time I'm going to take to tape my toes, I might as well put on a pair of socks.
Country musicians, am I right?
I think I'm right about this, and you're the one who's crazy. Facing out when in doubt. And it made that look nice and easy as well.
Now we have a
Now
pretty
this'll be
complicated
a
face-in move.
Bit of a tricky.
He's gunning for one big swing.
Oh yeah.
That'd be exciting.
That's a committing move. Yes.
Wow, the balance.
Oh, that looked amazing.
That's
That was
so
such
good.
balance.
Yeah. Chris has got this. He's got more than enough time to make another attempt.
Little rest. Little recuperation.
Just wait for the butter to brown.
Just waiting for the butter to brown. All right. We just want to say one more time, guys, that we'll be back next month with another one of these streams.
Absolutely.
The second Friday of August.
My favorite night of the month is Onsight
Me
night.
too. If you want to be in it, you can register. Go follow the Instagram at Reach Indoor Climbing. Look out for the registration. And come on in and try these boulders out, friends. You can come in anytime between 12 and 10
Please do.
and try out these boulders.
We're constantly putting up new challenges like this as well. You'll see some new boulders on Wednesday, backfilling the walls.
Want to say a great big thank you to the setting team who did an amazing job. Stayed up until 1 a.m.
Long
getting
night.
these boulders on the wall.
Well worth it.
And it's a really fun set that I recommend you come in and try. Big thanks to all the volunteers who were judging, making this night possible. And, of course, to all the climbers who came out and put on a great show for us.
Yeah, like we said at the beginning of this is the first time we sold out this event even before it started. So it's growing in popularity, which is really cool to see. I think the first time we did this, we had like less than 10 people. So
Yeah.
it's great to see this many enthused, excited climbers about competition climbing.
Come on in and join the community. And Chris has 1 minute left to make this problem work. I think he wants to make it work facing in this time. Yes.
Just got to get that hip mobility,
This
bring that foot up to where his
brutal-
hand is.
Pull that foot up.
There you go. I think he's opting for the face-out method,
Yeah, a little more comfortable.
which works well because you can put some more space behind you, like into the corner. So it's a little bit easier to get the feet up past your hips. Okay, let's see if he teeters over and he's able to get that balance point.
He was so close to sticking this last time. Looked
Nice deep breath from him to center.
10 seconds on the clock. Gonna have to make it work. So close. Amazing stuff.
Really good work
Guys,
from Chris.
this has been Friday Night on Site, the July edition at Reach Indoor Climbing in Aurora, Ontario. Come on out and try these boulders. Get yourself registered for the next one, second Friday in August. Follow the Instagram at Reach Indoor Climbing, and thank you to everyone who participated. Brandon, do you have anything else you want to say?
I think you killed it. I
All
can never
right.
follow that. You
I
always
know.
ask if I have
I
anything
always
else to
ask
say,
it.
and it's like, I can't say anything like you do. I don't have it in me.
You don't have the radio voice?
No, I don't. I don't. But thank you for doing this, Danny. This is always a good time.
My pleasure. It's my favorite night of the month. Always love coming out to On-Site Night. And we will see you at the next one. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.
Good night, everyone.